a judge, this is really weird. A judge has ordered producer Jamie Heath to hand over all footage of his wife, Natasha, giving birth.
Yeah.
Ruling that it should have been produced earlier and could support Blake Lively's claims in her It Ends With Us lawsuit.
This was when she said that Baloney was sharing what she called porn.
Right.
He doesn't stand for baloney.
So Judge Louis J. Lyman said the full videos fall under prior discovery order. That said, the videos will remain sealed due to their sensitive nature, with the judge noting that Heath misread a previous order but did not act in willful defiance. Lively previously argued that Heath only provided a 3-minute excerpt and that she has consistently disputed its accuracy, saying that he once showed her a fully nude birth clip that she first mistook for pornographic imagery.
Mm-hmm.
And Heath and director Justin Baloney deny her
The court does not stand for baloney.
No.
He doesn't stand for baloney.
Calling the clip a beautiful home birth moment and describing Lively's characterization as deplorable.
Who wants to see that?
I know.
Yeah, I mean, so 8-9 minutes of giving birth?
All right, so I need to understand the context of this situation. Justin Baloney showed somebody this clip?
Blake Lively.
Okay. And she's saying that he showed her porn?
I have not seen the movie, but apparently in the movie she gives birth, Preston?
Yeah. Yeah. It's the actual live birth.
Right. So he was kind of saying he was using this as a context to give her, but she's a mother. She's already given birth.
Well, here's the deal, too. Also, Casey, they've only introduced a part of the video. There are other parts of it where it's, I mean, I would imagine her legs are spread up on the stirrups and
the
just
pizza
naked.
guy shows up.
And at first... So I don't know what the scenario is. If you say to someone, hey, I know you've got babies on the way. Would you like to see my this video to, and then you
thank you.
Find out. Yeah, no, that's okay. I'm good.
No,
or do you just say, hey, look at this?
Yeah.
Okay. Take
a look at there.
And then there's a difference there.
Doesn't that look like the Lincoln Tunnel?
Oh, geez.
I don't know why anyone would be prompted to do that. Or if the wife or his Baloney's wife or ex-wife or whatever is, I don't know. I don't know how these things work. It just seems weird. What you do know is that if the court compels you to provide evidence, you have to provide all of the evidence.
Here, look, this is my butt polyp. You want to see that?
Doesn't that look like a bat?
Yeah. All right, so it's just another little footnote in this whole thing.
Okay.
All right, Jeremy Allen White revealed Vanity Fair that he doesn't actually go by his full name like we see on the big screen. He actually just goes by Jeremy White. It's not entirely the actor's fault, though, because the Screen Actors Guild rules only allow one registered name in the guild, and Jeremy White was sadly taken. He admitted that his signature 3-part name is, quote, not how I understand myself, he said, adding that it does feel like people are talking about someone I don't know.
They are kind of sticklers for that. They want to make sure that if you are registered, if you are an actor, that you solely have that name.
Well, I get confused by there were 2 Adam Goldbergs, and one didn't have to go by like Adam F. Goldberg.
I think also Adam Goldberg was more, he's a producer. Are you talking about the Goldbergs, yes?
Yeah, but they're both, it didn't matter.
They're both in the guild, yeah. So I mean, like, here's an example, Nick. Do you remember we used to have the actor Sam Levine on a few times?
Yeah.
And he spelled his name with 2 S's, S-S-A-M, Levine. And that's because somebody else in the SAG or screen had that name.
It was 2 M's.
2 M's, okay, S-A-M-M.
But I remember what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, and like, I think F. Murray Abraham did it because of that. I think Arlie Ermey did the same thing.
Whoopi Schwarzenegger.
Whoopi Schwarzenegger, Yep. That was what it was taken.
It was taken.
Yeah. So he said that it feels like people are talking about someone I don't know, and he's not the only one to suffer at the hands of SAG's name rules. Emma Stone has been very vocal about her true name, which is Emily Stone, but also was at a loss when it came time to register. Other famous stage names are just a personal preference. Reese Witherspoon recently revealed that her name is Laura Jean Reese Witherspoon, but says that she always grew up as Reese.
Given your druthers, if you could go back in time, would you operate under your full regular name, or are you
No. I
having a buttress.
I told you I didn't like the way it sounded.
Yeah.
Wilson is my real last name, and I just didn't like that the Preston Wilson, it kind of, I don't know, just it seemed too sing-songy to me.
You're right,
So I just wanted to change it. Well done! I'm not like hiding who I am
No,
or
you
anything
never
like
have.
that.
Yeah.
But I just like the name Elliot better. It's got a little bit more punch to it. So I went with that.
My original radio name was Whoopi Schwarzenegger, but I went with Steve Morrison.
I like Whoopi, Preston and Whoopi in the morning.
It'd be great, man. Let's do it right now.
Millie Bobby Brown. I think she was one that had,
I think so,
a name issue too, by the way, which is why she goes by the
Bobby
free name
Brown?
thing.
No, it's Millie Mellencamp.
But anyway, her latest BuzzFeed The Kitten interview. What you got?
It was Bonnie. Millie Bonnie Brown. I don't know why she changed it, but her given name is Millie Bonnie Brown.
So she was the latest on the BuzzFeed The Kitten interview chat. It's where they bring in these little kittens and people sit down and they really
See?
What?
I like that better than Hot Ones. I'd rather watch people play with kittens and get interviewed.
So anyhow, it got an unexpected and adorable interruption when a baby started crying off camera, and Millie knew the culprit very well and immediately told viewers, "That's my child. That's my kitten." The blink and you'll miss it cameo was short and sweet, but it added to the playful vibe as she and Noah Schnapp got their hands on the actual kittens during the interview.
So they're not revealing the baby's name for a while.
That is correct. Yes, they adopted their daughter, she and Jake Bongiovi, and they have kept the details quiet. She recently told British Vogue that she'll keep the baby's name private until she's old enough to potentially one day share it herself.
All right, here's another take on perhaps a different interview technique. Snakes.
Okay.
You know, people like kittens. You know, kittens are cute and all that.
Get them
but
all freaked out with snakes?
Yeah.
What I would like to do is you fill a room with Kodiak bears.
Okay.
And then you conduct an interview.
All right.
I think
that's
really
that's a
hard to
do or die
concentrate.
time. I think you're really going to reveal some stuff.
And the lone survivor gets some hot wings.
Something gets hot wings and a kitten. Hot kittens.
So
how many kittens can you eat?
She had added, Millie Bobby Brown had added, for me, it's really important to protect her and her story, and said that they'll support her if she ever wants to be a child star like her mom once was. The young couple married in a low-key ceremony last year.
So how many days away from the debut?
We are very close. I think it's the 26th is when it comes out. Not 100% sure, but we have 3 more episodes on season 2 to wrap up, and then we're ready to go.
Is the Netflix theater at KOP is, I assume...
I think that's for the finale.
Is that for the finale?
Yeah,
They're not doing a debut showing there?
I probably shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah.
Because I don't know for sure, but I thought it was just for that last episode.
If you're going to use it, you use it for this, right? I mean,
maybe
the push on Stranger Things has been so huge. I mean, everywhere.
All over it. And I'm wondering, though, if it's going to be a wide theater release.
Yeah.
I don't, because they've nationally, it's opening.
They could do that. And I bet a lot of people are saying that they believe that, so Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein is getting raves. I'm going to watch it this weekend. Cannot wait. Starting watching a little bit of it, and it's pretty awesome. But they're saying this could have easily been in the theater, been a full theatrical release.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there are going to be some screenings at the Philly Netflix house of some of the Stranger Things, but I'm not sure which ones. I'm trying to find out while we're talking about it.
Okay. Cynthia Erivo returned to her former school in London with BBC Radio 1 to surprise students during a choir rehearsal recently. The girls were told that they were recording a video for Good from the Wicked for Good movie, and for Erivo, they were going to film it for her, but she was listening from outside and then walked in. And
You're terrible.
The kids freaked out.
You can't sing.
She said, I went to this school and left over 20 years ago, so to come back and listen to you singing, that song is really wonderful. Well done, everyone. It's so nice to see you all and be back here.
I love when they do stuff like that.
She also encouraged them to dream boldly and work hard. She said, you start to figure out what you want, and don't be afraid to ask for those things. Don't be afraid of dreaming of those things, and then don't be afraid of the hard work that comes, because it will.
I love that song. I don't know if I assume it's in the second Wicked, not the first one, so you might not know it. But so at my daughter's high school, they have this tradition at the end of your senior year, you can choose to sing in the staircase. And my daughter and her best friend, who had gone to school from kindergarten to senior year together, They sang that song together.
When you
in
mean
the
in
staircase.
they actually literally go into a staircase
There's
and
a
sing it?
staircase in the front of the school.
Okay.
Set up
Reverb.
chairs around it. Yeah, it's a great reverb. And it's a beautiful song. Really, really beautiful song.
All right, remember when we told you Kim Kardashian was convinced the moon landing had been faked?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, we now know who did the convincing. Talking to People Magazine earlier this week, Khloe Kardashian said she is responsible.
Never happened.
For her sister Kim's hot take.
All right, it's me.
Khloe said flat out, I don't believe in the moon landing.
I don't believe in the moon.
She said, that's very controversial, and I feel bad because I think I riled Kim up about it, and I've gotten her into a lot of trouble.
By the way, trees, they're not real.
She went on to say that brother Rob Kardashian is just as much to blame, saying that she and he don't think that the 1969 moon landing happened, and the pair have fed Kim a lot of information about
However, they think the subsequent moon landings did take place, so I can't understand that.
Oh, my
Just
God.
not that one.
They're just out of their minds. They're crazy. All right, so let's see. What else do I have here for you? Oh, the FBI has been working the Keanu Reeves break-in for quite some time, but it seems that the case has finally been resolved.
Is this the one where his watches were stolen?
Yep, the FBI had been working with Chilean authorities to recover multiple stolen items, which included a personalized Rolex from the John Wick films.
Whoa.
That were lost in a home burglary in 2023.
Whoa.
After 2 years of hard work, the actor has his treasured things back. And according to the FBI, sent a handwritten letter thanking them. And he wrote, "It is with profound gratitude and appreciation that I am writing this letter." After thanking several agencies involved, he then ended the letter with, "Thank you so much for all of your effort, dedication, professionalism, and cross-border cooperation. My warmest regards, Keanu."
Have you ever loved?
So he got it back.
Steve, did you watch that? There's a John Wick documentary.
I watched it,
Okay,
loved it.
I thought
it's
you
tremendous.
would. Yeah.
They break down the evolution of the films, the mechanical aspects of how they pull off all those physical stunts. And as a Wick fan, it's great.
All right, so there are many ways that you can eat sushi, but Olivia Munn can tell you one way not to do it. The actor was on the Today Show when she explained how one sushi dinner got her violently ill, and she believes it was her own fault. She said, "I was staying in this hotel, the Shangri-La in Vancouver, and they have amazing sushi. I needed to take a bath, and I also needed to eat. So I put the sushi next to the bathtub, and I was in the bath, and I started eating the sushi from the bath." She went on to say that the next day, everything was coming back up at once. She said, "I had food poisoning the next day. I was at the airport, at the gift shop, like projectile vomiting into the trash can from afar." And she believes that the temperature of her bath water must have inadvertently warmed up her sushi. She said sushi's not supposed to be heated by bath water for sure. And she said, it didn't taste heated up. It was still cold. I think she's dead wrong about it.
Yeah, I think she's wrong.
She may not have even had food poisoning. Food poisoning is supposed to happen within like an hour or so after you eat.
Well, I when I had my first really horrendous food poisoning, I had eaten what turned out to be raw chicken, and then a couple hours later, it hit me. Yeah.
So she said the next day this hit her. I think she's. I think she was just sick.
God Almighty! Have you ever had food poisoning?
Well, I don't know particularly. I've gotten violently ill, but I don't know if it was food poisoning or not.
I've had it twice, and that first time I told you, they gave me morphine.
Yeah.
I passed down for 2 days. It was so frigging painful.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Hey, Nick, did you finish Your Friends and Neighbors yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Nick,
really enjoyed it. She's awesome in it. Yeah, both you and Steve recommended it, and it's a really good show. And yeah, Steve, I think you said at one point, like, she's excellent in it.
She's terrific.
Yeah, she's really good.
So, Prince Andrew's Jeffrey Epstein scandal is having ripple effects. The latest to take a hit is his ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson. Her next children's book, Flora and Fern, Kindness Along the Way, has been withdrawn from publication due to the fallout from the royal scandal.
Because it takes place on Epstein Island.
According to the Daily Mail, book signings and bookshop talks by Ferguson have also been canceled. The book was originally due to be published on October 9th, but was then, dumped on November 20th as the scandal continues to unfold. Amanda Seyfried is already dreaming up her dream team for a possible Mamma Mia 3. And she's not shy about who she wants on that Greek island. She told E.T. that she's pretty sure Mamma Mia 3 is a done deal, and she's eyeing new roles for both Sabrina Carpenter and her housemaid co-star Sydney Sweeney.
Who else do you want in the movie?
Just those two, I think, E.T.
That's not enough.
Seyfried said maybe.
What about Pierce Brosnan?
Talking about Sydney Sweeney, Seyfried said maybe she has a cousin.
What about Pierce Brosnan?
Was he in one of the? He was in the first one, right? Yeah, or
Second one.
maybe the second one too. Yes. What is that?
Oh,
Do you guys hear that?
I do hear that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if that was my headphones or
I didn't
not.
like
It's
it.
a transmission from my home planet. I'm
E.T.
giving a TED talk on my school back on Flumpar.
Lompar.
With a TED Talk?
Yeah, but we just talk about a guy named Ted.
Oh, okay.
We do things differently. We talk about Ted McGinley.
Ted McGinley.
Yeah.
Did you see him? He was great on Shrinking, wasn't he?
He was excellent.
Yeah.
He usually was the show killer, but really in
Yeah.
that show.
He was Ace on Love Boat.
Yeah.
Ace on Love
He was
Boat.
on Married with Children.
Yeah.
It was a storied career.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Let's not forget about Stan Gable.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
The Revenge of the Nerds. I'm gonna say Back to the Future.
Back to the nerds.
Back to the Nerds.
He was an insufferable prick.
What was the name of the planet again? Flumbard.
Lombard.
Of course.
Okay.
That's E.T.'s
Something
own
like
planet.
that. I
Yeah,
don't know.
Lombard.
Anyhow, so she said, talking about Sydney Sweeney, she said maybe she has a cousin that she hasn't seen. She hasn't seen in a while, and that could be Sabrina. Or Sabrina Carpenter, adding that Sweeney could jump into somewhere. She also shared, I love portraying a mom, so I would love to see Sophie with her kids. And as for the returning cast, Seyfried joked, Meryl is a ghost, obviously, while assuring fans and the three dads, Julie Waters, Christina Baranski, and plenty of ABBA will still be
Not
a part of
spoiler alert. I saw the second one, and I forget. Did Meryl Streep die in that?
She says she's a ghost. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
I remember that.
I'm not into that.
Why would they kill her
Because she's a raging bitch. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
No, I mean her character.
in the movie?
Yeah. All right, so what time we got here? All right, we'll stay with Sabrina Carpenter for a minute. She has a new Alice in Wonderland movie musical. It's officially in motion, and Wicked producer Mark Platt told how it all started. He said it was an idea that Sabrina had, and describes a reboot as a contemporary tale that's based loosely on Alice in Wonderland, giving fans a fresh spin on the classic.
Have they ever done an updated version like they did The Wiz for The Wizard of Oz? Did they ever give the Alice in Wonderland story the once over that way? I don't remember them ever doing that.
Well, I mean, the Johnny Depp, remember he was
Yeah,
the
but
Mad
that-
Hatter in that.
But that was
Are you talking
that
about
was-
a musical?
That was a loyal. That was an accurate retelling of the story.
Oh, you mean
Was
like
there
a modern
a contemporizing of it? I don't know.
I don't know.
Hell.
Platt,
I don't know.
Platt added that she's such a talented young person and a voice, which made him more excited to dive in. He was all in and said, let's take a shot at it, noting that they're still in the early stages. Said the idea isn't so far-fetched after she was attached to a Wonderland-esque project back in 2020 for Netflix. It never went anywhere
I
until
think
now.
that the issue there is she's a little too hoary to play Aurora, don't you think?
I like Sabrina Carpenter.
I mean, I do too,
I
but-
really
and
do.
I
I
didn't-
think she's. I
Play
think she's
Aurora.
talented. She's
Wait, not Aurora.
provocatively sexy.
I was going Sleeping Beauty to play
Alice.
Alice,
Oh, okay.
sorry.
All right.
Did you say hoary or horny?
Hoary.
Oh.
Yeah, and I listen. I don't.
I think she's sexy.
And I'm not saying that as the judgment.
I'm
Like
completely cool with that.
I was unaware of her persona until she actually was on Saturday Night Live. Preston, her first musical number she did on Saturday Night Live, she's standing on a bed just in her underpants. Like, I was like, what? And my wife was like, oh,
Could
yeah,
you
no.
see her squimplat?
That's like, you pull it up. You can see that it's a very, very pronounced squint plat. Very pronounced squint plat. And she, spreads and all. But I was unaware, and I was not like aghast.
I was aware.
Well,
yeah.
hang on. So, I mean, that's the standard
That's-
pop princess
Provocative thing.
routine, isn't it?
I guess. But
She is more provocative than is Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Well,
and
yeah.
even,
But I mean-
who do you call it? Ariana Grande is not even that productive.
She is the most provocative of the cluster.
Yeah.
Well, do you remember Miley Cyrus
Yeah.
went through that phase?
Wrecking Ball and all that crap.
I
and-
understand that, but
Yeah.
Miley Cyrus never played a Disney princess. So that's
Okay,
what I'm
I
saying.
got you.
Yeah,
I got
Oh,
you.
okay,
Yeah.
I
Yep,
think
yep,
she
yep,
could.
yep.
I think she possesses. She is, by the way, she's really good comedically. She's really good selling the sizzle, and by the way, she's local.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And her squim smells like fresh cooked bacon.
Absolutely.
Like fresh cookies.
Yes. Right. Anyway, let me see. One more story. Let's go with this one. Ricky Gervais' next comedy special called Mortality will premiere on Netflix next month. I told you I can't. I'm having trouble
Dude,
today.
I've been there. I'm surprised I'm not there today. Ricky Gervais' last stand-up special was terrific. He is the guy is just a comedic dynamo.
I don't think Preston's sitting next to me. I think it's his doppelganger.
His doppelganger.
Mortality was filmed earlier this year at the London Palladium. It's Gervais's fourth stand-up special following Humanity, Supernature, and Armageddon. So this one is called Mortality. The streamer promises no topic is off limits as Ricky closes out the year with his best show yet. Will premiere on Netflix December 30th, if you want to check that out. All right, we'll do the clips. Blue-Eyed Girl, when a 40-something is... Okay. Mm-hmm. Blue-Eyed Girl is a movie, I guess, when a 40-something is called home to her ailing father.
What?
To her ailing father, she faces midlife, marriage, and forgotten dreams. Here, Marissa Coughlan talks about her character's scenario.
I'm going to shape my life in a way that I really want it to look, and that she commits to that and kind of runs with it. And personal life with all the things, because it's easy to sometimes have those moments when you're like, I'm going to do all these things and get excited, and then the next day be like discouraged again. So, I hope that she runs with it.
I don't think I want to see it.
Blue-Eyed Girls will be in theaters tomorrow. Here's our next clip. In Wicked for Good, good and bad collide in a world where loyalty is never as simple as it seems. And here Cynthia Erivo describes her feelings as this chapter comes to an end.
It's interesting because I don't know that we're going to leave them behind necessarily. I think as opposed to being one and the same, we're now just going to be walking parallel with each other. We're sort of friends. We spent so long with these characters. We spent so long on this film with each other and our other cast members and our wonderful director that I think it's a gift that we'll be holding on to for the rest of our lives.
Yeah! So Wicked for Good is in theaters tomorrow.
So the word, having watched the first one twice, and Cynthia Erivo was kind of weighted in her favor. She was pretty dynamic. They're saying it's Ariana Grande who dominates in the second
Shine
film.
in this one?
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, the word Oscar. Meyer Wiener. No, the word Oscar has been thrown out there. A potential Oscar nom.
Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande.
Interesting. All right. Well, that is your entertainment report for today, my friend. We are going to take a quick break. We will come back and we'll go through our morning routines. We have a few things happening today, including some cool in-studio guests. Dr. Rosenberg will be here. Great American Smokeout is taking place today. QuitItNow.com to get his services. And actor Patrick Warburton, Puddy himself, will be here in our studio around 9 o'clock. We'll take a quick break and come back. Stay with us.
When you knit a rain... Do you ever see knitted raincoats?
It's hand-sewn to fit a dog. I mean, they're probably not mass-producing raincoats for dogs.
But I mean, as Preston points out, it's usually some sort of water repellent
material.
material.
And that's why I was so pissed. Because I was like, just wipe it off. Just Clorox wipe the damn thing.
How many did you have to buy, Laura?
3.
So you spent $150 on raincoats.
And also, you're bringing an animal into a store, and they know that from time to time, an animal might do something like that. Yeah. You, as a human being, have very little control over that.
That's why Petco has the Fabergé eggs up on a higher shelf.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, that sucks, Laura.
They have since moved that display rack, by the way. I have been in there since. I thought I would never show my face there again, but I have.
You have to.
And they moved the display rack to a more higher up, which they should have been in the first.
In the first place, yes, absolutely.
All right, thank
Enjoy
you, Laura.
the raincoats.
Yeah. Hope for rain.
Anyone's in the market for raincoats.
Get to use them. Let's go to Keith next. Hey, Keith, good morning.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, Bob, what's going on?
So it was like 1999 when those Dell computers came out that were all different colors.
Yes.
So, all right. And they were probably like $1,000 when they came out, right? Maybe.
Yeah, I put that about that price. Yeah, I think you're on the right path.
So we ride our bikes up to the Best Buy, look at video games, not even really look at them, and they're all on these shelves. My buddy is a moron and goes, "Wait, does the shelf pull out?" So he tries to pull it out, and all these computers fall behind like 2 shelves and smash. There's also like CD players on there, like heavy stuff.
Of course.
Just smashes. All of them broke. So managers come over, they grab us up, and they're like, "Hey, man, like, where's your parents? We don't have any. We're orphans."
We're orphans.
And
I'm Batman.
They're like naming off prices, like it's the years. Like they're going, yeah, that's like 1977. That's so it's coming to like $8,000, which I thought I'd never see that money in my life. So we're like, all right, well, can we call our parents? And they're like, so you're orphans, whatever. So as we're walking to the office, my friend's just like, time to go. And we just dip, get on our bike. And like, I've never been back to Deptford. So
You've never been back to
You've left the
Deptford,
entire
just in
town
case,
behind you.
even though you've grown up into an adult. So you guys just bolted.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like, that's probably why Best Buy's going out of business.
Probably what you did in 1999.
Oh my God, Keith, I love that story. Oh man. And listen, as a kid, you just panic, man. You just get out of there. I could totally see that.
Well, when parents have like ultra grabby kids, and you can see, they go into a store like that. You see the law being laid down and kids are just, I mean,
Yeah, just grabbing.
yeah.
I feel like, or even fire alarms to kids. You know what I mean? If they can reach that, like stuff like that too.
Here's a text. Listen to this. It says, my 3-year-old thinks it's hilarious to grab candy bars off the shelf and take a bite with the wrapper on, forcing me to buy them every time. I guess that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
You can, if you want that candy bar, you definitely just take a bite. You're going to be buying it.
Can you do the same with like a Lamborghini? If you go to the dealership and then just a bite, chew on the wind.
I'm guilty of like smushing the candy to see if it's fresh, and then putting that one back and getting another one.
Getting another fresh one?
What are you doing? How can you get a not fresh candy bar?
Or like a
Sometimes-
pastry?
Yeah, or like
She just digs her
Twizzlers.
fingers into the
Do
pastry.
you do the same with the produce, like apples, and take a little bite? Nah, this is good.
No, but I do tell myself that no matter what the apple is, like somebody else picked over that apple.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like, while I'm spending too much time trying to pick the right apple, I'm thinking like this apple was picked over by somebody else.
No, I don't know what you mean. Picked over.
Like somebody else
Somebody passed up on it.
passed up on it. Somebody
Okay.
else didn't take
It
it
wasn't
home.
a good one.
Yes,
So
and
it's
how
not
does
the
that
best one.
make you feel?
Preston, you wanna unpack this right now?
I'm not understanding. So you're saying that all the good apples are taken already, and you're left with the dregs?
Yeah. I'm like the second best apples are left.
These are what if they just put them out and you've got to pick of the litter?
What if you just got there?
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Should never
You don't
thought of
know.
it that way.
Thanks. See,
This is a
turned it
moral.
around.
This is a moral crisis you're going through now.
God, I need to talk to you guys more often.
Here's a text that says, Color Me Mine sends me into a cold sweat. I loudly lectured my 2 children during a very crowded holiday weekend not to touch anything. Then picked up one of the largest ceramics,
I'm not sure what that word is.
a Senkan cookie jar. Flipped it upside down to see the price, and the head flew off, bounced twice, and then shattered.
Wait, so the person did it, not the kid?
Yeah,
The adult.
I guess so,
To
yeah.
get it away from the kids.
Oh my God.
It wasn't so much
I love that.
the cost, but the audible gasps from all the other mothers there was the worst.
That space, Preston. It's like when you get kicked in the balls, and that time that it freezes in time for the pain. When something like glass, you drop it, it has the clink, clink, lifts up, for like a nanosecond, and then comes back down. It's always the second or third bounce on which it crashes. It's like, God damn it.
Here's a text that says, regarding you break it, you bought it. I'm a civil attorney. If a store puts something on display that they they take the risk that something may be broken, and there is no need to pay for it. You do not have to pay for anything that gets broken unless you do it intentionally.
Go take those raincoats back.
Take it back.
Yeah.
In fact, she takes them back. She should piss on them in front of her. Yeah, so that's interesting.
That's what I mean. It's part of like the store insurance. It's like if somebody were to come into your store and get hurt, like you have, you know what I'm saying? You have insurance that's going to cover.
I think they're saying that by what this gentleman or woman is saying, it's because they have opted to put this out as a display. You are absolved, from anything having to do with that.
Yeah.
So you this is you can't be compelled to pay for this then.
Yeah, I think that's the
even
right
if
thing.
your dog pissed on it.
This wasn't a you break it, you buy it thing, but maybe it was. Remember, we had a conversation about they made a rule because of me.
Oh yeah.
Right.
This says didn't break it, but I reached out and pushed the Liberty Bell when I was 6, and the whole thing swung on its mount.
Oh my God.
Holy Jesus!
Not sure that they would let me take it home if I broke it though.
Well, it's already broken.
Like when they ceremonially ring that bell, they take a little soft mallet and just touch it to it. Like they don't actually hit it and ring it.
Yeah.
So the fact that this guy reached out and pushed it and it swung, they had to have freaked out when that happened. And then they went to a cave in Hawaii.
Yes, and then Vincent Price.
By the way, Casey's not here today. In case you hear some mystery sounds, Marissa is doing her damnedest, doing her best to wrangle the sound effects. So,
Jace didn't break anything, but he loves cars and he loves exotic cars. And so we saw a Lamborghini parked in front of a hotel, and he's like, "Mom, can I go look at the headlights?" He's obsessed with the front of the cars and the headlights. I said, "Yeah, sure, go ahead." And so he walks over, he's like, inspecting it, and then he's like, "Wow," he's like, "This is so cool." And I'm like slightly across the street just waiting for him, and as he walks around the side of the car, he takes his hand and he runs it down the whole side of the car. Now listen, not a big deal, he didn't scratch
Was he holding
anything.
keys?
But people who have that car, like now it's like a little kid's handprint down the whole side of his car. I was like, oh man,
Look, I got the hood ornament, Mommy.
Yeah, seriously. I was like,
that used to be a thing.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
here's a text that says, used to work at Walmart, broke an extremely expensive exercise equipment piece. I was bored out of my mind, and I was doing something I shouldn't have been doing, and knocked it off the shelf and shattered a bunch of pieces on it.
No.
I put it back on the shelf, set it up so that it looks okay. Customer went to use it weeks later, and it broke instantly.
Oh, what'd you do?
Customer was insanely embarrassed and was just happy no one found out it was me.
Dear God, man, don't you have any sense?
Oh my God.
Of how fragile things are. Sir,
what are you doing?
Have some respect for the people of the store who work diligently to make sure these things are safely displayed.
Wow.
You are to leave this Walmart.
Well, it happens. It definitely happens. So, all right. Well, thank you for the stories. We appreciate that. We do need to take a break. As I said earlier, Casey is out today, so Marissa Magnotta is playing the role of Casey Boy here in our studio today. And she's handing me things to give away, and I will comply because we have tickets to see Jurassic World Dominion.
Cool.
We have a 4-pack of tickets, and this screening will be Tuesday the 7th, so it'll be a week from today at 7 p.m. at the UA King of Prussia, and then it hits theaters on June 10th. So we'll take callers 8, 9, and 10. At 215-263-WMMR, and those passes are on us. And while you're calling, you may want to text as well when you get a chance, because we have a Tattoo Day today. It's a chance for win with a $350 gift certificate for Floating World Tattoo and Piercing for your Preston and Steve themed tattoo. They are located at 1729 South Street in Philly, and you can check out their artwork samples. Go to floatingworldtattoo.com or do a search on the Instagram. You'll be able to check them out there, too. We'll take a break. I got some B-File stories. I think you're going to like them. We'll get to them when we return. Stay there.
Describing, Adam Sandler's a good actor.
Yep.
The trailer looks solid. You know that they were authentically shooting all around the area.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very psyched.
Yep. Case you kind of exhaled. What?
Rocky's number one, right?
WMMR.
All right. Thank you very much, Marissa. Patrick Warburton's going to be in our studio later on this morning. Dr. Rosenpenis and people who would like to stop smoking for good will be here as well. We'll check in with them as the session's going on. And then our friends from Soul Joel's and Gazzo's Steaks are going to be here because the Greater Philadelphia Cheesesteak Festival is coming up next year, April 26th at Soul Joel's in Pottstown. We'll get some of the details, and they're going to give us some gift cards to give away as well, so we'll let you know when you need to call them, what you need to do in order to win that stuff when they get here. And they have some intriguing sounding cheesesteaks that they're
Oh,
gonna
do
bring
tell.
by. They have one called the Apollo. It's a truffle cheesesteak.
Ding, ding.
Yeah, baby. And the Balboa is a buffalo-style chicken cheesesteak.
Ding, dong.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Ding, ding.
And
Ding, dong.
they got a lot of stuff. Roast pork and chicken cutlet, Italian-style garlic,
Ooh.
spinach, and sharp provolone whiz. Hello.
Hey, Bubba.
Yeah, so we'll do some giveaways with that in a little bit. But in the meantime, it has been a while. It's been a few weeks. Just Sayin Institute. We got to go.
Just Sayin Institute, home of the Preston Elliott Doppelganger Pronunciation Center.
Doppelganger. All right, so researchers at the University of Macau in China have created a pill-sized robot inspired by an African spider that could make checking the digestive tract much easier. So it's a little spider-type micro robot that goes in your butt.
Little fella goes up the butt or does it go down the throat?
Goes up the butt.
Oh, boy, that's drew the short straw on that one.
So the robot moves like the golden wheel spider, which escapes danger by curling its legs and rolling down sand dunes.
I guess there's nothing you can do to convince a spider to go up someone's butt.
Instead of using gravity...
I'm not going in there.
Are you kidding me?
The robot rolls through the body using magnetic forces controlled by a robotic arm positioned next to the patient. The tiny device, made of rubber-like magnetic material, has been tested in animal stomachs and intestines and successfully moved through mucus, sharp turns, and obstacles up to 8 centimeters tall.
So we've been learning, and there have been a lot of studies to confirm just how vitally important gut health is to overall health.
Yeah.
So if you can put a robot up your ass, I say go for it. Right?
Yeah.
Put a robot up your ass and call me in the morning.
You guys heard about a thing called NAD or NAD? It's I don't know if it's an injection or something you take, but
No.
yeah, okay, all right.
What does it do?
Listen,
Does it go right to your nads?
It does not go to your nads, but I think it does help sort of like clean your system out. Hang on,
Dude, I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
I just was coming off the Camp Out for Hunger, our eating patterns were erratic. My body
Pizza and chicken wings and stuff like that.
My body did a purge. It was not, and you know what? As it was happening, I'm feeling better and better and better as my system is coming back online the regular way.
All right, Casey, NAD, nicotinamide, adenine,
dinucleotide.
Thank you, dinucleotide, which is a wellness treatment that delivers this vital coenzyme directly into muscle or fatty tissue, bypassing the digestive system for enhanced absorption.
Okay.
What does it do, Case? What in layman's terms do you understand it to do?
The goal is to replenish the body's naturally declining NAD levels, which are linked to various age-related issues.
Okay.
All right. It was just something that popped up. It ended up in my algorithm. Sometimes wellness,
tips,
biohacking or whatever ends up in there. And this was something new. And
that ended up in your algorithm?
It ended up in my algorithm.
So
yeah.
drumless drumsticks ended up in mine, and I bought them for Preston.
Steve brought in some for me. So do you know what this is supposed to do for you?
All I know is that the people that I've seen talk about this, the testimonials say that, like, it was a game changer for them. That, like,
I've never felt better. That kind of thing. Yeah.
Like, but the way they said it, it seemed very, very genuine and sincere.
I'm encouraged. Listen, I'm encouraged by these things that involve gut health. I'm trying to be more attentive to that. So I'm interested.
But I'm also wary of ads that pop up that say, this is the greatest thing that's ever happened in my life.
Now more than ever.
Yeah.
So you will understand if I take a beat before I put a robot up my ass.
And so that's the thing, Preston. It doesn't come across as an ad, right? So that's the part that's like a little bit more enticing. It's like, oh, no, these are doctors talking on a podcast.
Okay.
You gotta
believe it.
I know.
But more than likely, it's backed up by some kind of an ad.
Which is why I'm bringing it up here.
Talk to Dr. Mike.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do.
But a lot of those shows are framed that way.
In fact, Dr. Mike, if you're listening, call in right now. Maybe you know a thing or two.
Welcome to Robots in Your Ass. Thanks for joining us.
And it's a funny thing you should say.
We're just a regular show that happens to be discussing it.
It's the funny that you should bring up Dr. Mike, because I felt like immediately when I saw this, I'm like, if this was that great, that revolutionary, that awesome, Mike would have recommended this already for all of his patients. Hey, you know what I mean?
Mike is going to do his due diligence.
Yeah.
When it comes to Mike's mouth, it's been vetted, it's been researched. So that's why he is quite literally the best doctor on earth.
Somebody texted in and said it's very anti-aging and helps with overall cell and DNA health. I work in integrative medicine. I'm not sure what integrative medicine is.
G. Lauer.
Integrative medicine.
All right, thank you. Integrative. So the robot, back to the robot in your butt.
Yeah.
Could be swallowed like a vitamin pill. Oh, Steve, no, it says to swallow. You swallow it, and would pass through the body naturally
tastes like crap?
After examining the stomach and intestines, and could eventually deliver drugs directly to ulcers or tumors. And researchers
I was all ready to have R2D2.
Hope to move the human to human trial soon, and believe the technology could be ready in about 5 years. Other teams are also working on similar devices, including one that moves like a caterpillar. Which may or may not make you feel better about it. But I don't know. I mean, maybe they're looking for something that's a little bit more adventurous than a colonoscopy. It can get to different parts, you know?
Well, imagine that. Imagine something that is, that provides options or at least gives you more opportunities to keep up on stuff. It occurs to me like when I had the surgery that I'd done for the prostate, or when I had my achalasia surgery on my esophagus.
Yeah.
These are robot-guided, camera-guided, sutures with super precise, the Da Vinci machine that was used to remove, the prostate. I mean, it's astonishing at the level they operate. If you're taking it down to a robot to do that, that's like sci-fi territory.
By the way, what was the product that was called NADS?
It was a hair removal.
It was a hair removal, right?
Yeah.
And it was like cream, like the Brazilian type of thing, right?
Yeah.
Like where it rips off, right?
Oh, I thought it was more like Nair.
Or like Nair?
It's probably what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be it.
I thought it was, I thought it had to do with Marissa. Do you know?
Yeah, I'm remembering. It was the Australian girls, right? NADS.
NADS for men.
NADS for men. We're looking at painless hair removal. Okay, so it doesn't rip off. So, yeah, I guess
and it was Australian, Marissa. I remember the commercials being with an Australian accent.
Yeah, it's kind of like they had two. They have wax that is like pre-made on strips, and then they also just had wax that you would put on, and then you would like roll it off.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll rip the hair off your nads.
If you're nutsack, it'll make it tough. You beat up a crocodile.
You guys remember the jingle for Nair, though?
Who?
We wear short shorts.
Yeah, that's right. They played off that song.
Who wears short shorts?
Dun, 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 Nair for short shorts.
If you dare wear short shorts,
Nair for short shorts. You can get all that hair out of there.
Yeah.
Who's got hair in their buttholes? Dun, 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 dun. We've got hair in our buttholes.
All right, next story from Just Sayin Institute. Now,
news you could use.
This is, I don't know if this is going to help anybody or not.
All right.
But a new study from Norway suggests that teens who binge drink might earn more money and be more successful as adults.
Well, we need to get on that.
Yeah.
Well, right here.
Yeah.
Did you earn more as a teen when you were drinking?
No, it's not when you were when you were a teen. Later in life, you become more successful and earn more money if you were a binge drinker, and I certainly was. Researcher Willy Peterson from the University of Oslo followed over 3,000 people for 18 years, starting when they were 13. Those who drank heavily in their late teens and early 20s later had higher education levels, that's not me, and income than people who didn't drink or drank lightly. However, the study found that people who started drinking heavily at much younger ages were less successful later.
What is it? So that seems to contradict.
Study found that people who started drinking heavily at much younger ages were less successful later.
So
younger than 13?
Yeah.
Who starts drinking heavily at like 11?
Son, when you're done with that scotch and soda, could you come into Mom and I want to talk to you?
Peterson thinks the connection isn't really about alcohol itself, but it's about social skills. Teens who go
Dad, can I talk to you for a minute?
Teens who go to parties and bars learn to navigate social situations, build confidence, and make connections that can help them in their careers.
I'm wondering the effects of the sort of closing in that's been taking place, the isolation over the years. Kids not. Well, you talk about this. You talked about this a number of times in the Just Sayin Institute about the going out, the groups, it still exists, but it exists less because of social media and because of remote ways of communicating outside the phone.
Now, they point out that drinking alone or too often is obviously a huge health risk. Norway's health director warns that skipping alcohol is always better for health, and that the study shows correlation. Not that drinking causes success, but there's a correlation to it.
Yeah, Steve, it's been my experience as a parent of teenage kids that they're still going out and they're still socializing. Now, listen, when they're out, they might be on their phones and maybe not as connected as we were when we were out because we didn't have phones like that.
Right.
But
you're still seeing a lot of socializing.
Oh yeah.
Hey, the good doctor is on the line.
Hey!
Yeah, exactly. So we got to have his theme music. Penn Medicine and Fox 29's very own Dr. Mike Sirigliano is calling in. Hi, Dr. Mike.
I got a call. I got a text from a patient saying you guys were trying to get a hold of me.
Okay.
So obviously, I'm here, man.
You're always here. All right. So here's the question. Here's the question. Casey was wondering about a product called NAD, N-A-D. And Nick, if you could pull that information again, it is nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. You ever heard of this?
Yes. In fact, back in the day, I did an infomercial for Montel Williams. And they had this old guy who we were talking about beetroot juice, which has high levels of this. It's useful for mitochondria, which are they're little parts in each cell that are responsible for things like energy and rebounding after exercise.
Yeah, they call it the powerhouse of the cell.
Right.
Yeah.
And so there is science behind this. And believe me, I vetted it out because I didn't want to just say things to promote anything.
Right.
So, yes, there is data behind it.
So, Mike, I take beet supplements every day. Is that
Yes.
Is that good?
That is very good. A guy just moved a cone for me. He must be Preston and Steve because he let me drive into my parking spot. But I mean, this is live radio. Man.
Exactly.
We're talking live here. Yes. So, Steve,
yes.
Because I didn't want to damage this man that's been so kind, what was the question again?
So I take beet supplements every day.
Yes. Beetroot juice, baby.
Yeah.
It is very, very good for you. The only issue is there's fructose, there's sugar in there, and my dietitian Kim would probably say too much is not good. But beetroot juice, that was the whole concept because Montel had a blender that he was talking about. So, yeah, beetroot juice, very good. Just watch the sugar. But there is data that it supports the mitochondria, especially after you work out. And Casey, is that what you're doing? You work out and then you drink some beetroot?
No. I work out and then I go to Smashburger. No.
He was curious about the NAD.
I was curious about the NAD injection. Is it one of those things that you have to continue to have injections, or is it like a one and done type of thing?
Well, when it comes to injections, and we ought to bring this up as well, there's a lot of talk about peptides.
Yes.
Everybody's getting infusions of peptides. And the data, look, in animal studies, there's good data that this may be something. But as far as human data, we don't have a lot. And so I've been telling people I would not do it. Anytime you're going to infuse anything, it makes me nervous. Because, one, you want to make sure that wherever you're getting it, they know what they're doing. And secondly, do we really know that it is what's in there is in there?
Yes.
And like with peptides, there's some consternation, some concern that some of the compounds may be coming from other countries, and we don't know whether we don't have the data. Remember this, folks. In God we trust, and everyone else, show me the data.
All right, Mike.
And you got to make sure.
I know you're in the middle of parking, but I have to bring back up this Montel Williams infomercial thing that you addressed. I had no idea that this existed, and it is on YouTube. It happened 16 years ago. You came out wearing your stethoscope. You look like $1 million. How did you get involved with Montel Williams, and how did you end up doing this infomercial with him?
Well, I did the show for him when he had a show, and a couple. I swallowed a pill cam. That's a little camera that looks like a pill, and it travels through your intestines. I thought, wow, what a great TV thing that would be. So we brought the monitor, and on his show, this was about a year before he stopped doing a show. I think it was because they had me on that they canceled it. But, that's how I got to know Montel, because he saw my chitlins and was impressed with my small intestines and said, hey, this is what we're going to do. So that was it. I did a couple of his shows.
Were you communicating with him, Mike, during the time he was diagnosed with MS?
Oh, yeah, he had MS. And when we would go up to New York to tape and stuff, he had a whole regimen. The guy, if I remember correctly, was a Navy SEAL, or he was something in the military.
Yeah, he was in the Navy, yeah.
Yeah, he did something, and he was built like a brick, you-know-what.
Yeah.
All right? And so he took care of his machinery, and as far as I know, after the Living Well with Montel thing, because we also did Tommy Copper, we did a bunch of things,
right?
With copper impregnated materials, and they have antibacterial effects. That's why some militaries use underwear with copper in it to decrease bacterial growth. But anyway,
another story.
Great guy. What wonderful person.
All right. So anyhow, Dr. Mike, back to the NADs. You don't recommend the injections until more data comes in.
Well, I just want to know that everything has to be safe and effective.
Yeah, exactly.
And I also want to know, anything you're putting in a vein, you gotta, at least check with your healthcare provider to make sure that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm telling you, drink beetroot juice. And if you really want to get into it, put the beets into a blender and blend them and juice them.
Yeah.
Juicing.
Throw a little vodka in there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, that's another story. I heard about the alcohol.
No, well, I'm glad to hear that. I've been on the beet train for a while now, so I'm glad. Very nice.
Steve, you do everything right, man. You take care of your machine. You do the Neil Med sinus rinse.
That I do.
You
damn
do
it!
everything.
I'm trying. I'm gonna get hit by a bus, Dr. Mike. But I'm doing everything right leading up to
God
that.
forbid. Yeah, the big news around Penn today. Don't talk about getting hit by anything.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Did not know. All right. Well,
there was a hit and run about a block down from my office.
Oh.
So,
All right. Well, be careful out there on those streets. They're dangerous, Dr. Mike.
Well, I love you. And listen, remember, invest in your health 401k. If you invest early, it's going to pay off in dividends later.
I love it. All right.
I love you all.
We love you. Dr. Mike Sirigliano. Fox 29, Wired.
Son of a bitch is dug in like an Alabama tick.
Oh, my God.
You're hit. You're bleeding, man.
I ain't got time to bleed.
I forgot we had that.
Mike was in the original Predator.
Yeah, he was. An Alabama
and then they used Jesse Ventura instead.
All right, did that answer some questions?
Yes, it did. Yes.
Okay, all right, well, let's
Thank
go
you,
somewhere
guys.
else in the Just Sayin Institute. We are now headed to the great expanse of space.
Ooh,
we go all over the place.
Big.
We're Just Sayin Institute. A supermassive black hole violently gobbled up an enormous star producing a cosmic outburst with the light of 10 trillion suns, according to a new study.
Could a pair of decent Ray-Bans handle that?
The black hole flare is thought to be the biggest and most distant ever recorded. It was detected from 10 billion light years away.
Jeez.
Matthew Graham, a research professor of astronomy at the California Institute of Technology and the lead author of the study, said that a black hole flare is the most likely explanation based on the outburst's intensity and duration, but follow-up studies will help the researchers confirm their findings. It is not unusual for black holes to consume nearby stars, gas, dust, and other forms of matter, such a gargantuan flare event is exceedingly rare.
Think about that. A black hole gobbling up a sun, gobbling up stuff of that enormity. That is the power of the black hole.
So he said this massive flare is not so much more energetic than anything we've ever seen before. It is just so much more energetic than anything we've seen before. And added that at its peak, the outburst was 30 times more luminous than any previous black hole flare seen to date. Part of the intensity came from the sheer size of both cosmic objects involved. The ill-fated star that wandered too close to the black hole is estimated to be at least 30 times the mass of our sun.
What the
The enormous black hole and its surrounding disk of material, meanwhile, is estimated to be 50 million times as massive as the sun.
So when you hear numbers of that enormity, I almost default to like, oh, that's interesting. Because think about how impressively enormous that is, the forces in the universe. Robots up the butt on the micro, and this going on the macro.
Yep. The strong outburst has been going on for more than 7 years, Graham said, and is likely still occurring. The flare actually was first detected in 2018 during an extensive sky survey using 3 ground-based telescopes. At the time, Graham said that it was registered as a particularly bright object, but during follow-up observations months later, scientists were not able to obtain much useful information.
So
hang on a second. It was mostly forgotten until 2023 when Graham said he and his colleagues decided to revisit intriguing points of interest from their previous survey. And this time around, they did a rough calculation of the distance, the particularly bright object that they had seen, and the results shocked them.
My question is this happening because if you're talking billions of miles away, are we seeing it in real time or are we seeing it in the right? Of course.
Yeah, we saw it from millions of years ago.
Yeah.
But it's being observed now, and what blows me away is that they just call it this bright thing. It was detected from 10 billion light years away, and they said it was an outburst with the light of 10 trillion suns. Yet that's nothing we can see with our naked eye. It's way off there.
We should be putting on extra sunblock.
It's crazy.
And how many millions of oysters did we hear screaming in the night?
It's
a million oysters cried out in the dark, and they were eaten by people in Red Lobster.
These numbers are unfathomable.
Yeah,
right. None of it makes any sense. It could be 5 billion light years away. It could be all of the descriptions of the brightness that you just described, Preston, and none of it makes any difference in our brains.
Do you know what begins to get you to the point, at least where you can, I like things that can sort of contextualize it. Interstellar does a good job with the conveying the way time is warped around a black hole, the way things are. For example, when the one astronaut remains in the ship, they go down, they're gone for 20 minutes. They come back, it's years later.
Yep.
I mean, that kind of goes a little bit of the way to getting you in that frame of mind. That's how awesome and incomprehensible.
Wait till you see Project Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Or at least read the book. I'm hoping they're going to cover as much as they can in the film that they did in the book. As Andy Weir, the same guy who wrote The Martian. It's covered so well. The time differential and all the things that take place with near light speed travel and stuff like that. It's pretty damn intriguing. Yeah.
Nick, the largest number, in fact, I saw this on Instagram yesterday, was there's an island off of the coast of Italy where 5 million Sicilian people live. That's the largest number I've ever heard of. 5 million Sicilian.
I didn't realize where that was going.
Okay. 5 million Sicilian.
5 million Sicilian?
That's a big number.
You take
big number.
One Sicilian is enormous.
There are earthbound numbers that we will never grasp. The number of grains of sand, I'm
having a hard time with 11.
Yeah, well, sure. That's understandable. But, the size of our own sun. And again, this story that Preston's sharing, the size of the star is how much bigger than our sun?
This event, it was
trillions.
30. No, it was trillion. That was the brightness, but the sun that was absorbed were 30 times the size of ours.
Yeah.
But then it was 500 million times the disk of material is 500 million times as massive as our sun. 500 million.
There's no way to.
When you throw around that figure, you mentioned the grains of sand.
Yeah.
All the grains of sand on Earth. like don't even come close to the amount of stars in the universe.
Yeah, and or number of galaxies in the universe.
Yeah.
Number of stars in a galaxy, and then galaxies in the universe. It's
crazy.
And the story again that you're referencing is 10 billion light years away.
Yeah.
Try to wrap your mind around that. Pete Holmes has a line where he talks about your problems and the things that you're going through. Zoom out.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard enough time trying to figure out which cheesesteak I want to try from Gazzo's when
Get
they
all of
stop
them.
by. I mean, that's a that's a debate.
That always brings it back down to earth.
10 billion in my
Your
head.
cheesesteak selection.
All right, one more story, and then we got to wrap things up. And we're going to go with this one because this would be some good for everyone. A big new study published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences suggests that for adults, there's a lot to be gained by just going to bed early. Researchers analyzed the sleep and exercise habits of 19,963 adults. So this is a good-sized study.
Yeah.
Who agreed to wear wrist-borne biomedical devices to track their activity. The data amounted to a whopping 5,995,080 person nights and allowed them to figure out if habitually early bedtimes correlated with other habits.
How many of these people being researched do morning shows?
That's a good question. But sure enough, they found a big one. The earlier people went to bed, the more likely they were to engage in moderate to vigorous physical activity the following day. Mm-hmm. And therefore, if you have more physical activity, the better shape you can be in and the healthier you are.
So I exercise every day, though I do get less sleep than most people, but I get a solid sleep. So I hope that all works. And then I drink the beet juice. Oh,
yeah.
I'm trying what I can do.
You're a specimen, sir.
Yeah.
When you, I'm sure that you don't want to work out every day. Like,
No.
Do you work out at home or do you still go to Vertex?
At home.
Okay.
Well, during the COVID patterns, I didn't want to be a drain on Dwayne was very nice over at Vertex, but I'm like, you know, conduct your business, do what you need to do. And so I have all the equipment at home. I follow his methodology, but I do exercise every day.
I pretty steadily at least go 4 days a week. But there are literally some days where I'll sit in the gym parking lot in my car.
You effing hate it.
For like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if I can do this today. You know?
Do I go in or do I eat this cheesesteak?
Yeah. Or do I do both?
Adults who habitually were in bed by 9 p.m. got about 30 more minutes of physical activity in the following day than those who went to bed at 1 a.m. The 9 o'clockers also outdid adults who went to bed habitually at 11 p.m., getting about 15 more minutes of physical activity in than their more night owlish peers.
But if you do that, you're going to miss the final rose ceremony, Preston.
Well, you got to wait.
Yeah, you got to wait.
Level of importance. He said, we all get this, as the study author said, we all get the same 24 hours in any day, but why should it matter if some of us shift our sleeping hours later than others? Is there something intrinsic that suggests that if you stay up until after midnight, you won't be squeezing in a workout by 4 p.m.? Maybe so. The researchers said that they also determined that if people who normally went to bed late made a conscious shift to earlier bedtimes, their physical activity increased. In other words, it's not likely true that people who stay up late are also preternaturally disinclined to exercise. Instead, it seems more likely that as a society, our schedules just lend themselves better to working out if we get to sleep earlier.
I was watching a documentary the other night that suggested that people who need people are, in fact, the luckiest people in the world. There was a lot of music in that documentary.
Exercise is associated with almost every positive health outcome that we can come up with. So if you want to get more exercise, try getting to bed a little bit earlier. It might help you out.
It's sage advice.
Yeah. All right, and that's it from the JSI. Closing up shop. Yep, we had lots to share and lots more at a later date. So get yourself set for that. All right, we will take a break. We'll come back in a moment. We'll get to the bizarre file, and we are scheduled to have Dr. Rosenpenis here in our studio to get ready for the Great American Smokeout, which is today. Talk about being healthy. Kick the habit. Go to quititnow.com. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us. Let's find out. Well, yes, of course, it's going to be number one, right?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No.
All right, so
it's Racing Stripes.
Number 10 on this list is Rocky 2. So that's when he ends up beating Apollo, right?
Yeah. You know what? I like Rocky 2. It's not, oddly enough, it's very dismissible for me.
To me, it seems like Rocky was so successful that they were like, we need to do Rocky over again, but he wins at the end.
You kind of nailed it, and it was sort of the inevitable. He had to win. It was. So I guess that's why it held less impact for me, because you knew what was going to happen.
Yeah,
and he had to win. And they had the Adrian in the coma in the hospital and all that stuff. It was Stallone directing. And he proved he could direct.
Steve, so you mentioned Adrian in the coma.
What are we waiting for? Come on! Yeah, what are we waiting for?
You don't see it, Preston, but as Mickey's in his zeal to get out of he pulls out one of the IVs.
Oh, and he yanks the whole thing. She goes,
hey, I got some bad news. Somehow, one of her wires popped out and she's dead.
Is that the one where he chases the chicken too? When he's training him and has him.
And he's it's really well done. He had the priest. He has the priest that he yells to from the window. He's driving the Trans Am. Remember that?
Yeah.
It's well done.
Is that really where the bells come in, like the dong, and when the Rocky theme starts?
Yes.
Like that. Not that.
No? Okay.
What the hell was that?
Is that the bell that they use at Eagles games?
Yeah, they use it a lot in sports events now. It's the best of the pumping you up Rocky theme music.
Yes, I agree. I love that. But Steve, I think I speak for you. There's 2 movies in that franchise, Rocky 1 and Rocky Balboa.
Stop it. And sometimes I'm like, people don't, how can you not see it?
Yeah.
I love them both. Those to me capture that spirit. And God almighty, Rocky's so good. I just watched it again in its entirety straight through, and you just appreciate how fantastic it is.
Yeah. Rocky 4 is good. It is a good movie.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's not Rocky 5.
Did you see the director's cut?
Not
you see
yet.
his edition?
Have you seen it yet?
He tweaked. No, I've seen some of the things that they've done. They removed some of the cheese from it. Stallone did. Again, look at all the. Not only in those movies was Stallone getting into near pass out, ripped up shape to be in the movies, he was also writing and directing.
But like for
massive accomplishment.
When did that come out? 87, 88, 89, something like that?
Around that time.
It was, and they catered that movie to me. Do you know what I mean? Like
yes.
to some 13,
it was
14,
a big
15-year-old kid. Yeah.
But I think the one like Rocky 3, Clubber Lang, and then it kind of leaves the planet for a while with Rocky 4. And then Rocky 5 tried to be, really, down to earth.
They've tried to dial it back too much.
And that's where they made Rocky just completely brain dead.
I guess Rocky Balboa was the movie that Rocky 5 was actually trying to be.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. So is Creed in this franchise?
Creed is in this franchise, but let's move on to this list. Mike Cielski's column of the best and worst Philly sports movies of all time. Number 9 he puts down as Invincible as one of the best.
It's a good movie.
Franchises. Yeah, it is a good movie. There are things I liked about it and other things that didn't touch too well.
That
with
are
me.
cheesy and hokey, but it captures, I think, the spirit of the Philadelphia sports fan. I think it's telling that there's really no victory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not. Well, no. The victory was
you played really well.
He picked up a fumble and took it in for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Or he had a strip sack or something like that.
You did a good thing there.
I think they got 3 wins that season case or something.
Ladies and gentlemen, a player just did something good.
They didn't win the Super Bowl. They didn't win a playoff game. They won a game.
They won a game.
But he was a nobody.
Yeah.
Who was able to make a difference in a game.
And
he got a couple of years out of a career out of it.
Totally.
So,
And his friends and the bar and his kind of
these things.
Elizabeth Banks, the girl who she was a Giants fan. Remember, she's from she didn't. And they thought we were going to get together, but they got together. It was very good.
Thank you.
We met a kid yesterday named Holden, and Holden is the son of one of the stars of the movie.
Oh yeah.
What was the guy's name?
Greg Kinnear?
No.
Stink Fisher.
Stink Fisher. That's it. So we met Stink Fisher's boy Holden yesterday.
Yeah. And speaking of Greg Kinnear, he was good as Vermeil.
He was.
He was?
Yeah.
He was really good. So Invincible, it's a good movie. All right, this one I never saw. Warrior.
Yes.
He has his number 8.
That is a really good movie. That's one of the first times I saw Tom Hardy.
Oh, that's the MMA movie?
The MMA movie.
Yeah, okay.
2 brothers, one from Philadelphia, one from Pittsburgh, battle in a mixed martial arts tournament, and in doing so learn how to love each other and come to terms with their family turmoil and the darkest mistakes and moments of their past.
It's not a bad movie by any stretch. It's a good movie. It's engaging.
It just sort of wraps up a little bit too quick. I actually just watched it for the first time maybe a month or 2 months ago.
They should have had 6 jars of farts.
Well, I just thought it just sort of wrapped up too tidily and too nice and very quickly.
Agreed. You know what, though? Here's the deal. Do you guys agree with this in general? Give me enough of what a good sports triumph movie should have, and I'll play along through the cheesy, hokey stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so, and Warriors did that.
And what this movie, so now that we have all these streaming things, so this movie just wrapped up too quickly because they only did it in a 2 hour
They were supposed to go
span.
into space.
No. But they did it they only had 2 hours to get this whole story together. And now with all these streaming platforms, you can give it the treatment that it perhaps needs.
Basically what Frank Grillo's series did.
Yeah.
You know, it was the same thing. He was able to carry it out over a longer run.
Yep.
Number 7 on this list of best Philly sports movies, Creed. At number 7, and
Creed's great.
I liked it. I thought it was a really
and Stallone.
Here's what I loved in Creed, and slight spoiler alert on this, but Rocky's retired. He's definitely not fighting anymore. He's training Apollo Creed's son. But in true Rocky form, they find a way to make him train and fight again, but he's fighting cancer.
Yeah.
And they treat it almost like he's training for a boxing match. And I'm like, they did it.
Brilliant.
I'm like, they did it. They got Rocky to fight without fighting. He's fighting a battle of cancer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was
like an analogy.
It was.
Wait, what?
An analogy. That's when you have hay fever.
How do you spell
That's
that?
an allergy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But I thought
K-A-T.
I thought it was brilliantly done the way they handled that part of it.
Do you know what it's like in Rocky Balboa, Preston, the conceit that had the video game pairing.
Yeah. How did they make it happen?
Yes,
And they did it.
That was really well done.
And they also in that movie were able to introduce the word John to the rest of the world.
That is true. She explains it to them, and they start using it in the movie. And then number 6 on this list, I like this movie. It's a dark movie. Big fan.
Yeah, oh my God! Yeah, with Patton Oswalt.
With Patton Oswalt.
Casey, you got to watch
tremendous
it.
performance.
It's Casey.
I've seen the beginning of it
as a football fan and somebody who will spar occasionally with Giants fans. You'll love the dynamic between those guys.
Only a little part of it takes place in Philly.
Yeah.
But he has a spat with a guy from Philadelphia Phil is what he calls himself, and that's
Rappaport.
Michael Rappaport.
Yeah.
And it's a dark look at somebody who really takes their fandom too far.
It's gotten away from them.
Too seriously.
It impacts their life to a ridiculous amount. But Patton Oswalt, I was like, that's my first time seeing him in like a dramatic turn.
Yeah.
I was like, he was really good in it. But yeah, Casey,
I'll give it a go.
It's a good movie, and it's an interesting dynamic. I don't want to give it away, but he gets put in a strange position where his quote unquote fandom takes over.
Yes.
You'll have to see it.
Plus,
but
there's a radio element to it as well.
Yeah.
So, like, dealing with sports radio and what they have to deal with, those guys down the hall, like on a daily basis, is an interesting dynamic as well.
But then also, the thing is, the radio callers, they start to become like their own character, right?
Yep. Uh-huh.
They have their own nicknames that they've given themselves, and so they play into it as well. So,
all right, here's one I'm not familiar with. It's called The Last Game.
I saw it on the list as well. I'd heard the title. I've never seen it.
All right, so Kathy, this will be interesting to you because it's in Bucks County. He said it's a personal favorite. This documentary by a pair of independent filmmakers chronicles 1999 Central Bucks High School West football season.
Oh, yeah.
The final season in the storied career of Mike Patton.
Yeah, Mike Patton. So that guy had his long storied career.
Okay.
Coaching was at CB West. And as a matter of fact, my brothers, when he played for Cardinal O'Hara, played against his team.
I think there was a lot of indication of steroid use and stuff like that, right? Is that what this documentary is, or no?
I'll read you the description. It says, from CB West rivalry with North Penn, coached at the time by Mike Patton Jr., to the Bucks' dramatic run to a third consecutive state championship. The story had plenty of natural drama and intriguing storylines, and anyone familiar with the history of Doylestown and or CB West football Under Patton, the Bucks were arguably the top program in the country and can attest to the film's accuracy.
Okay, so maybe
it doesn't
maybe
cover,
that's
or
not it.
he didn't explain that in this.
Didn't delve into that.
He did not delve. Thank you. All right, so I don't know if you consider this a sports movie or not, but number 4 is Silver Linings Playbook.
I could see where you could in a way because it's so essential to De Niro's character, and it's a prominent character in the movie, and also, Bradley Cooper's. Is it technically?
No, unless you consider the dance competition to be a sport as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're constantly the movie revolves around watching the games and the betting
and
that's taking place.
superstition.
and
the rituals,
superstition as well. And you know what, man? I know it won all the awards and people loved it. I didn't really like it a whole lot.
So how many stars out of 4 would you give it?
Like
you can do half stars if you.
Yeah, maybe like 2.5, and that's just on a personal thing.
I thought it was okay.
I didn't love the characters, but some people, like my buddy's daughter, it is like her all-time favorite movie.
So for me, 3 stars, enjoyable. I like their romance, the flawed characters, and that's it. I agree it wasn't as massive as it was depicted as, but a good movie.
But it struck a chord with a lot of people.
Was it up for like Oscars? And
Yes.
stuff? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence won an Oscar.
I couldn't remember.
Best Supporting Actress, right?
I believe
Didn't
so.
She win for that? Yeah.
Actress in a leading role.
Leading role. Yeah, that's right. That wasn't a supporting role.
It was nominated for Best Picture and Best Actor for Bradley Cooper, Best Supporting Actor, De Niro. So, a lot of nominations.
Okay. If we're leaving anything out, please feel free to give us a call. All right, 215-263-WMMR. These are the best Philly sports movies. This is Mike Cielski, columnist, who wrote this article. Number 3 on this list, strange movie, Foxcatcher.
DuPont.
Yeah, and I know they take a little bit of license with the actual story in it, but Steve Carell is just like gross.
He's goo-goo for Go-Go Bugs.
He is that. He's nutty. He goes over the top. But it's a
you don't recognize Carell too, by the the prosthesis or whatever he's wearing.
Yep. And what's his name? Who plays the
Channing
wrestler?
Tatum?
No.
Anthony Michael Hall?
No.
Mark Ruffalo?
Mark Ruffalo. He got really beefed up for that role.
Yeah.
He's hard to recognize, but it's a messed up story, and that whole John DuPont going off the rails mental illness thing.
Wrestlers in the walls.
Yeah. It's crazy, and it's kind of hard to watch. But another, dramatic role that you're not used to seeing Steve Carell in. Number 2, speaking of wrestling, The Wrestler.
Yeah.
He considers that a Philadelphia sports movie.
So it's taking place in proximity? Is it? I didn't make the connection that it's...
They end up in Atlantic City at one point, right?
Right.
Yes.
I think.
When he reunites with his daughter.
Yeah.
I wouldn't consider it a Philly movie, though.
Me either, but I guess it's in
a great
proximity.
movie.
Maybe that last match takes place in the Philadelphia region. I don't remember.
The one
It's been a
thing you
while.
can't argue is that from beginning to end, it is so funny.
It's hilarious. No, it is a brilliant movie.
It's heart-wrenching.
And it's tough. It's tough to watch. There are a lot of heartbreaks in that movie. But
And
it's
you
great.
understand why he won the Oscar.
Yeah. Number 1 on this list is Rocky.
Yes.
Of course. Yeah. So he puts that in as the great, and I agree.
And the way it should be.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, I think he really made a mistake by leaving Rocky Balboa off of here.
Oh, my God.
that
Yeah. No,
movie's-
that's more than Silver Linings Play. I know you go to the Rocky well a lot with these things because, that is the most famous sports movie to come out of this city.
Is that the best Philadelphia movie? Is it better than Philadelphia? Is it better than
the boxing scene?
WMMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizarre File.
Brought to you by Red Robin. Santa called. He's trading cookies for burgers this year. Bring the yum to your holiday party with Red Robin Catering. Order now at order.redrobinpa.com. So, shocking video showed the moment a terrified boy was chased into a Family Dollar store by an enormous black bear on the hunt. Cole Frazee, 11 years old, was shopping with his dad at the Pennsylvania store when he stepped outside to see what was delaying him. But Frazee didn't expect to come face to face with a big beast. And before he could get the chance to think, the predator lunged at him. The kid said, I was like, I'm probably going to get eaten by that bear.
You're friggin' right.
He initially hoped that the creature would turn and leave him, but the Bruin pursued him and chased him into the store. The black bear was hot on the boy's heels, trailing about a foot behind, and it followed him straight into the dollar store. He said, when it runs after me, I turn around and run in the store. I'm screaming and stuff. The thing was like 1.5 feet away from me. He said, I took a left and the bear went straight. The boy was weaving up and down the aisles, trying to avoid being the bear's next meal when he spotted the only person in the store was the cashier. Frazee frantically ran to the worker for help. She scooped him up, and together they jumped on top of the counter to get a better view of their surroundings. Cashier saw the bear heading towards the back of the store, so they bolted out the door at the moment the coast was clear.
And the pictures, I didn't see actual footage, but the pictures are terrifying.
He said she grabbed her coat, the keys, and the phone, and we ran out of there, and we all got in the car. Surveillance video then showed the bear returning to the front of the store before leaping over the counter. Black bear remained in the store for another 10 minutes before seeing itself out.
Man, all this stuff is such cheap crap.
The two safely escaped, and Cole said that he was finally relieved when he sat inside the locked car. He said it was definitely a crazy experience. Like, that's a 1 in a million right there. The following day, he stunned his classmates as he shared his surreal story, and he will remember that, of course, for the rest of his life. Wow. A 62-year-old motorcyclist who clung to a car's hood for 2 miles during a road rage attack has been banned from driving for 8 months. This is in England, by the way, I believe. John Staley Turner faced the court on Monday where he pleaded guilty to 5 offenses, including affray, dangerous driving, and property damage. Dash cam video, which was played in court, showed Turner leaping onto the hood of the car, and during a 6.5-minute ordeal, Turner threw his helmet at the car's windshield, smashed the driver's side mirror, tore at a windshield wiper, and he was driven 5 blocks to the nearest police station. The victim, who was not named by the court, was a rideshare driver with 4 passengers.
That's not technically ride sharing, is it?
The footage began with Turner being cut off as both vehicles attempted to turn. Turner overtook, braked, and then made a rude gesture before the car moved to pass and clipped the side of his motorcycle. Turner then braked heavily, and his bike was bumped. He removed his helmet and threw it at the car's windshield. The court was told that he had had a bad day, and he decided to take a ride to clear his head.
Yeah, he did.
The court heard the driver tried to get away before a now helmetless Turner rode after them in pursuit. Turner destroyed the car's driver's side mirror, which he also threw onto the hood. The court heard how the occupants feared for their lives and phoned police after Turner jumped onto the hood. They were told to drive directly to the police station. So for the next 2 minutes and 46 seconds, Turner clung to the hood and refused to get off, even when the car stopped at traffic lights. So he had a chance to get off.
He could have gotten off.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that T.J. Hooker skit on SNL?
Yep.
Yeah, same thing.
It ended at the police station. Turner walked inside, and the driver remained in the vehicle. Turner caused over $7,000 worth of damage, and he was charged with 15 offenses.
When you hang on after the cars come to a stop, you're out of your mind.
You're committed at that point, yeah. All right, Dwayne Hall is a Florida man. He was accused of murdering a UK tourist named Sonia Exelby. The case took a bizarre turn when the investigators reported that the police believe Exelby had allegedly traveled to the U.S. because she wanted someone to kill her violently.
Mm-hmm.
She landed at Gainesville Regional Airport in Florida in October and then disappeared. Officials in the UK told Florida investigators that Exelby had mental health diagnosis and was suicidal. They believed that she planned to travel to Florida to meet with people who would kill her violently.
I chose you because of your Yelp rating.
Police believe that she was stabbed 4 times with a knife at an Airbnb.
Wow.
Police say they obtained a video that shows Exelby with bruises and Hall asking if she wanted to be harmed, at which point she nods affirmatively but seemed hesitant and visibly upset. She subsequently sent a message to a friend expressing regret and adding, "He made it clear there was no way out unless I shoot him. I was questioning it last night. I thought he'd do it quick and not give my mind time to stew." Hall claimed that Exelby asked to be tortured and murdered.
It's almost like the end with Burt Reynolds, where he pays the guy to kill him.
Yeah.
And he says, no, I don't want that anymore, but he keeps coming after him.
Hall allegedly told authorities that he met Exelby on a fetish website and that she wanted to be killed. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement arrested Dwayne Hall on charges of first-degree murder and kidnapping. The arrest follows a discovery of her remains less than 1 week after she was reported missing.
That is insane.
On Monday, agents and detectives arrested him and charged him. He was already incarcerated on prior charges of fraudulent use of credit cards and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. The charges were tied to a fraudulent use of the victim's credit cards. I've never heard of anything like that before. Wow, this messed up. All right, and then finally, we'll do one more story, and then we will wrap it up. A family in Malaysia lived through a snake hater's worst nightmare. Malaysia's civil defense force was called to a home after the family living in the residence suspected that a snake was hiding in the ceiling of the house. Footage from the Civil Defense Force's trip to the house shows helmeted first responders poking at the roof of the bathroom in the home with long hooks.
That's no way to live.
After several moments of prodding at the ceiling, a massive python breaks through it, its long, girthy tail hanging down into the bathroom, almost touching the floor. The rescuers backed away from the snake at first, but they started approaching the reptile once it appeared to try to slither back into the ceiling. For about 30 seconds, the members of the force attempted to use their hooks and wire loops to coax the snake out of its hiding spot and onto the floor.
Hey, has anyone seen the cat?
The snake resists efforts to make it move for a while before finally giving in and falling to the floor below with a hefty thump. Rescuers collected the snake, which weighed over 120 pounds.
So one time, remember Clyde Peeling's
Reptile Land?
Reptile Land. I went. And he had I held I think it was a boa, a yellow colored boa constrictor. Man, that thing was effing heavy.
From the floor of the home, so they collected it from the floor of the home and relocated the animal to a wilderness area away from the homes. It was a 15-year-old living in the house who first noticed something was amiss and called her mom to report that there was a hole in the bathroom ceiling.
Oh, man.
The mother rushed home and spotted what she thought was a cloth in the whole ceiling, but obviously it turned out to be a gigantic snake.
Okay.
Wow.
No.
And that's your bizarre file.
I saw, this was on Instagram last week, I saw this, but these people had a kitchen island in their kitchen.
Right.
And unbeknownst to them, there was like a vent of sorts that went up underneath the island. And a possum went up through that vent and then gave birth to baby possums. And they had...
It's like a little possum maternity ward.
It was like dozens of baby possums. I don't know what you would
hear
rather
that.
have.
Don't you think you would hear that?
Well, they did, and that's how they ended up figuring it out. But
you don't know what you'd rather have?
I don't know what I'd rather have.
120-pound snake falling out of your ceiling or dozens of
baby possums.
I'll take the baby possums.
Yeah. Then you're sitting on the bowl and a python falls on your head.
Yeah. All right. And that's the B file, obviously. So what do we got going on here?
All right. So Rose and Penis was just running ever so slightly behind.
Right.
So normally we'd have him on here in the beginning or at the end of this break. I think we're going to have to just move him and get him in the beginning.
Well, usually we see the penis mobile pull into the parking lot.
Yep. But, I was curious because he wasn't here yet. So we'll take a break and we'll come back and we'll see if we can pop him on real quick. We do have our guests that have arrived that want to quit smoking. Today's Great American Smokeout. And Dr. Rosenberg is going to be hypnotizing them in one of our conference rooms and trying to end that forever.
He has done it for a number of our listeners, and they maintained that forever afterwards.
Yeah, so we will we'll check in with him, and then we'll get that whole thing started. And of course, we have also joining us today Patrick Warburton and our friends from Soul Joel's and Gazzo Steaks. So we'll do more giveaways for the Cheesesteak Festival or for Gazzo's and get you ready for the Cheesesteak Festival down the road. We'll take a break and come back with it all, so stay with us.
Not as good because he's so sick.
Is it better than The Sixth Sense?
He didn't stand a chance.
No. Why did it even make that match?
I think it's the greatest Philadelphia movie ever.
Okay.
Or it's the one that I immediately think of. But
even over the Philadelphia Experiment?
But what did you mention?
Sixth Sense, Philadelphia.
Sixth Sense. Pretty
Unbreakable is a Philadelphia movie.
Yeah.
Maybe that's another topic for another time.
That's a tough call. Wow, interesting. All right, let me ask you this. Speaking of topics, and this is one to bring up out of nowhere. What is the Philadelphia sports movie yet to be made? What story? What story is out there that would make for a good movie?
I know one.
And you can't just say the Eagles Super Bowl because a team wins the Super Bowl every year. It's got to have something.
Rob Zombie's
beyond that.
Broad Street Bullies.
Broad Street Bullies was supposed to be made.
Yeah.
It was like 60% on the way.
Yeah.
And it was looked like it was going to happen, and it didn't.
Yeah, that's a good story, and sort of the rise out of coming out of nowhere, because they were a young franchise at the time, right? They were 67, 68 is when they were started, and so they won the Stanley Cup by 74. For me, the Eric Lindros story is a fascinating one. The rise and fall of that guy, and his departure when he left in 99, 2000.
That would make for interesting.
What was it? I'm sorry.
The rise and fall of Eric Lindros.
Okay.
The taking of the captaincy off of his jersey. They did it on live television. The Bob Clark and Ed Snyder versus Eric's dad, Carl, and like all of that drama to me is fascinating.
There was a brief period in time where Daniel Day-Lewis had signed to play Barbara.
No.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
He's amazing.
He is amazing.
In that
He can pull it off.
suit?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
No, I think the story of Leonard Toast, the former owner of the Philadelphia Eagles, I mean, he essentially lost the team because of, I believe, gambling.
Is that right?
Yeah.
All right. Somebody pointed this out. Nick, you'll have to remind me. Somebody said the Flyers versus the Red Army. Didn't they play the national Russian team? The Flyers did as their warm up for Olympics. I thought.
Well, it was an international series.
Yeah. And the Flyers played so dirty.
They left the ice.
That they left the ice, right?
It was a game at the Spectrum, and the Flyers were a physical team.
Hello, we didn't play the hockey the best that we could have, but we played to win.
I think that was 76.
And you not know neither borscht.
But that could have been was that Broad Street Bullies?
Yeah, I mean, it was after they won the Stanley Cup, but they were still the same team, essentially, and they played rough, and the Dave Schultz and the Watson brothers and the whole nine, and they played so tough against the Red Army team that the Red Army team said, we're not playing anymore. They left the ice, and it took forever for them to come back out.
I would like to see the movie that depicts the setting of 3 world records in the dumpster pool.
Oh,
sure.
In one day.
In one day.
Yeah, that could be a good one.
I mean, we have a documentary of it, but I think, something a little bit more dramatic.
A number of callers are saying that this one should be on the list. I'm going to go to Chris. Hey, Chris, good morning.
Good morning. How you guys doing?
Good. What's up, buddy?
So I'm going to premise this. I am not an Eagles fan. I cannot stand the Eagles. I can't even stand the color green. That's how much I can't stand the Eagles.
Wow. Okay.
Should I hang up on him now?
Well, I don't know. Where are you from, Chris?
I'm from this area. I'm a Philly guy. I'm from Newark, Delaware. I love the Flyers. I bleed black and orange. Like, I'm a diehard Flyers fan.
Okay.
That's about the only team I bleed for Philly. So that's why it's kind of shocking. I'm calling about this movie here. It's the garbage picking, field goal kicking Philadelphia phenomenon with Tony Danza.
Tony Danza. Yeah, that's
he went from a garbage man to a field goal kicker for the Eagles.
Among the worst movies
It's a classic. Yeah.
It's so bad.
I've never seen it. I've heard of it.
Well,
It's very bad.
You should rent it. And actually, you should rent out a theater and go watch it there.
That bad, Chris, huh?
Yeah, somebody pointed out to me I have a phobia with green. They're like, you don't like Seattle, you don't even like the Dolphins, you don't like Green Bay. I'm like, well, maybe I just don't like the color green. Apparently,
that's probably it.
That's it. All right, thanks, man.
Make sure you see it in IMAX.
The trash picking, field goal kicking,
Philadelphia phenomenon.
Okay,
it's bad,
and he just happened to, all right, let me go to our buddy Craig Legons is on the line. Hey, Craig, good morning.
By myself, I'll take his office.
Physically and sexually.
We'll go behind that shed there. All right, Craig. So are you calling in for what needs to be told, the story that would make a good movie?
Yeah, that, and there's also a movie that a lot of people haven't seen. It's called Snipes, that was set here in Philly. It's not a sports movie, but it's a competition film, and I would thought it made a good sports movie. It was about the culture of tagging. See all graffiti art in Philly?
Right.
Well, there was this movie called Snipes where rival taggers, rival graffiti artists competed with each other to see who could get the best spot, like the most impossible to get spot to tag their name in Philly.
That sounds familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, it was made in early 2000, but I thought it was a great Philly sports film. As far as a movie that should be a film, Nick, you mentioned Eric Lindros. That's a great one. For me, would be the Chris Carter story. When Chris Carter was a Philadelphia Eagle.
All he did was score touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, why would you cut this guy? All he did was score touchdowns and goes to Minnesota, goes in the Hall of Fame. his drug problem was so out of control while he was in Philly that Buddy Ryan cut him just so he would get into rehab. And Chris Carter even mentions that Buddy Ryan's the one that saved his life.
Okay.
That sounds compelling.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I like Chris Carter now as a commentator, but his time in Philly was nothing but success on the field and nothing but tragedy off the field.
What about sports scandals and in the area? What would make for a compelling movie?
Well, the 93 Phillies, there's a lot of scandals surrounding those guys. And they made it to the World Series. That's the Mitch Williams, Joe Carter series. But there were so many steroids on that 93 team. And Lenny Dykstra and Pete Incaviglia and Darren Dalton. There's a story to be told there.
And this is my daughter. Hi, Daddy.
Also, Pete Rose's time in Philly during the strike year, because he was on the verge of breaking the record for the most hits in National League, and he couldn't play for a while. So that was, many people consider that was when the time he had off was when the gambling really kicked in when he was in Philly.
I think the story is just in the beginning, and it's being told right now. But Jordan Mailata, the left tackle for the Eagles, I mean, here's a guy who never played a down of football, was a rugby player, an enormous rugby player coming out of Australia, and he is. I mean, he's one of the best left tackles in the entire league.
It sounds like the story to Kangaroo Jack.
Yeah.
Or Joel Embiid, who didn't start playing basketball until he was 14.
Yeah.
He to play soccer, and now look at him. He's pretty good.
That's pretty. He's pretty good.
All right, thanks, Craig. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you, guys.
Somebody texted in the sports story that needs to be told. Philadelphia sports story needs to be told. The Dick Button story.
The Dick Button story.
Yes,
I love it.
Skater. Yes, we should definitely do the Dick Button story.
Button, Dick.
Yeah, it sells itself. I see the poster right now.
That's my name backwards.
Some people are texting in Iverson.
It's his birthday, so sure.
It is his birthday.
What do you think? What do you think? With that?
Yeah.
There's a story there, right?
There was a downfall there too, and a pretty bad one. And the fact that how much fame he had and how good he was, and the whole no practice and all that. I think there's definitely a story there.
Do you think there would ever be, and would have ties to here, a Kobe Bryant story? I don't know if his family would want something like that, at least not now.
Right.
But I mean, because of the way he tragically died and all of that. But I mean, clearly there's a story there. I mean, he went on to be one of the absolute greatest.
Look, they can take one incident and build a movie around it. They've done it many times.
Yeah, true. Yeah. You don't have to do the whole life.
Right.
You can do a portion of what's happening in someone's life.
Like the wrestler focused on mainly his good years.
Yeah. Let me go. Hang on. Let me go to Daniel. Hey, Daniel, good morning.
Hi, good morning. Gadzooks.
Gadzooks, buddy. All right. What's the movie you wanted to mention?
A movie I wanted to mention was about the Taney Dragons back in 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
When they went into the Little League World Series.
They
had Monet Davis as their pitcher. And
Monet, that's right.
They were destroying.
Yeah.
And that was a national story for a while.
Yeah, that could be a good one. What is she up to, by the way, Monet Davis?
Is she playing?
Thanks for your call, Daniel.
College softball.
Here, Nick just pulled up.
Well, she's 20. Oh no, she's 20 now. It's her birthday in a couple of weeks, and her middle name is IKEA.
That's very cool, man. Yeah. My middle name is Walmart.
Oh my God, I'm Target.
Dude, actually, it is Michael, like Michael's.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And Paul, I'm not after a saint, Paul McCartney. I think Ron has a great suggestion.
All right, let me go to him. Hi, Ron. Good morning.
Hey, you guys rock.
Thanks, buddy. All right, what's Philadelphia's sports movie to be made?
Before I get to that, there's a great story behind the Flyers and the Russians.
Yeah.
The Russians are in the dressing room, and I read it in the Complete Spectrum. It's a great book. Ed Snyder goes in there, and he goes, if you guys don't get the F back on the ice, you're not getting paid. And that's what made him go back on the ice.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a great book. It's called Complete Spectrum.
Okay. That's very cool.
Cool, man.
So there's a great story. It's almost like Rocky and Apollo Creed. Joe Frazier would be a great movie, but it would not be mostly about Joe Frazier. It's how Joe Frazier made Muhammad Ali so famous.
Mm-hmm.
Muhammad Ali would have been famous, but Harold Cosell documented that it was the rivalry between them that made Ali so famous, and it was Joe Frazier that had a lot to do with it.
You're right, and so you'd have the Ali story has been told a number of times. In fact, he played himself in his movie, so that's been told many times. To get an angle that would do Joe Frazier right, and his importance in all of that is the film that still needs to be made.
I agree.
Yeah, there's also a small one. If I could say one more, nobody's going to get this one. There was a guy that lived in Veterans Stadium that worked in the park.
We had him on.
Yeah, we talked to him. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a crazy movie.
That would be a good one.
Gambled, he did drugs, he drank.
The whole damn thing.
Yeah,
I like it.
There's a lot of stories there.
Thanks,
I don't know how many of them were
guys.
true. Like when that guy
Like when the Pope came by.
I was going to say, you know what, the likelihood of a movie getting made needs to be, it has to be someone who's nationally famous. So I was thinking that, Joe Frazier would make sense and a few others. But then again, I'm wrong because Invincible was not about, Vince Papale's very, very famous here and known around the league a little bit. But in the pantheon of things, he's not one of the all-time greats. So, and that worked because it's a story. It's a great story, even though it ended with him just winning a game. Let me go to Dave. Hey, Dave, good morning.
Gadzooks.
Hey, Gadzooks, buddy. What's up?
Julius Erving single-handedly changed basketball forever.
Yeah.
There should be a good Dr. J movie. I mean, a big screen, big budget. Julius Erving inspired Michael Jordan, for crying out loud.
Yeah, there have been documentaries, you're right, but there hasn't been that full-throated, life story movie. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, Dr. J is a great one.
He changed this town, and, the Sixers were horrible.
Here's a guy who left a successful medical career.
Thanks, Dave. As a doctor.
As a neurosurgeon.
I love Dr. J.
I know.
He's my favorite Sixer of all time, and I'm watching Winning Time on HBO right now. I just finished it up, but the Lakers in 1980 played the Sixers in the finals, and Magic Johnson was a rookie, and Dr. J was an established star. And the dynamic between those two guys, even though it's a fictionalized portrayal of the two, was really, really well done. And Dr. J, in a way, took Magic Johnson under his wing, but he also knew he was the star.
3 WMMR.
All right, thank you very much, Marissa. Today is the Great American Smokeout. You ready to quit it now? Quit it now! Yeah! We got the guy that can do it for you. He is here in our studio, and he's actually going to be hypnotizing a group of people in one of our conference rooms to have them give up smoking, vaping, whatever that may be. Ladies and gentlemen, we have...
Oh, it's me, Dr. Rosenpenis.
Our good friend, Dr. Rosenpenis. Dr. Rosenberg.
How are you?
We're good.
To see you. Good to be here. Thank you.
Nice to see you, sir.
How's everything going? I want to give you a big shout out for the Camp Out for Hungry. You guys do well.
Wow.
Thank you so much for what you do for the entire community.
And the end total, 1.8 million pounds of food and over $1.6 million raised this year. It was a big one.
And now we're saving lives. Do you know how many lives we have saved?
How about that?
Since we've been doing this?
And Steve does tracheotomies on people all the time.
I'm an amateur, but my game is pretty good.
Oh, that's a good thing.
I use a melon bowler, and it still seems to work.
You guys save lives. It's a great thing.
How many people, if you've estimated how many people you've given this smoking cessation treatment to?
I got 55,000 people who have stopped with me in the past 40 years.
Oh, wow. And it's the thing is, while the mechanism seems simple, you need someone who knows what they're doing, a la you. But it's basically just you're creating a vile association with the act of smoking itself, correct?
Yes, I've coined the term aversiotherapy.
Okay.
So it is aversion therapy, and I love to make cigarettes distasteful because they are.
Yeah.
People don't like them. When you're ready to quit, you just are ready because it doesn't taste good to you anymore.
Right. If you can associate that with bad taste, you just won't want it. You just won't desire it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I get people to stop drinking alcohol with that too.
What is the degree of effectiveness? Is one more difficult to overcome than the other?
It's all readiness.
All readiness. Okay.
Yeah. Chocolate. I get people to stop chocolate. There's a guy that used to come to see me after Valentine's Day and bought all the 50% off candy and ate it all. And, it's aversion to whatever you want to stop.
Okay, yeah.
And I can get you to stop anything.
So the main thing, obviously, that you come up with is we'll listen in while you're doing this a little bit is vomit, right? Vomit.
Well, that's one of my number.
What are your favorites?
Number
Top
one.
three, vomit, diarrhea.
That's number one on the hit parade.
Vomit, diarrhea, snot.
It all works.
So many things.
Snot is very good.
Yeah.
We've used that.
Oh, you could be in the industry,
Oh
Preston.
my God! You want to partner up with me?
Sure, let's go, Dr. Venus.
We've used fecal matter.
Yeah.
I mean, feces is very good.
Yeah.
Feces is very good.
Number one is vomit. Number two is feces. Number three is slime of the saliva coming out green.
Do you know what?
Okay, yeah,
Dr.
mucus
Rosenberg, I know, and I have it a little bit myself. There are a lot of people who get anywhere near the smell of vomit, and they themselves get that gag reflex.
Oh my God! Yeah. When I do this, I start to feel averse myself.
Yeah.
Because that's how I stopped smoking, was doing that myself, and I made that aversion to myself.
How many packs were you?
3 a day.
3 a day?
Good Lord.
Yeah, you were literally lighting a cigarette with another cigarette.
That's
right?
exactly correct. You got 100 points.
Yeah.
Hey! Excellent. That and $20, you get a cup of coffee.
Wow.
The thing is, if you take the cost of cigarettes, and we talk about this all the time, what are they up to now?
Dude, it's close to $20.
Oh, my God.
I bought a pack of cigarettes for somebody a couple of weeks ago, not for myself, I promise. And it was $13.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
And it's more in Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it depends on where you are.
Yeah, I had a couple. They both smoke 2 packs a day.
Oh my God!
Can you imagine? They're spending $20,000 a year.
Yeah.
On cigarettes.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And they live in Jersey.
And it's killing you.
Yeah.
And you're paying the tobacco company to kill yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, that's absolutely horrible. You're burning up your money. You're burning up your lungs. It's terrible.
Well, speaking of money, you have a special for WMMR listeners through quititnow.com, right?
That is correct.
Okay. Tell everybody.
Yes. So instead of the normal $300 for the session, it's $200.
Okay.
$100 off because I love you guys.
Thank
look at you.
And it's I love the people. I mean, I'm telling you, I must get a few hundred listeners every year.
Yeah.
That say, well, I heard you about 9 years ago on Preston and Steve, and I've been carrying your number around for 9 years. It's readiness.
Okay.
What I love is how you've embraced the Rose and Penis moniker. You know the movie that comes from. We play the clip all the time.
Believe me, I
it's
love
Dr.
the
Rose and
movie.
Penis.
I watched it many times.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
My Masonic Lodge, they all call me Rose and Penis.
Here's the extended version.
May I help you, Dr.
Oh, it's me, Dr. Rosenpenis. I'm just here to check out Stanwick's file. Dr. Rosenrose, and I'm here to get to the records room. It's Dr. Rosen. I want to check the records room. It's Dr. Rosen.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, famous line.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I get emails, dear Dr. Rosenpenis. I mean, I just ignore it and move on.
I'm really proud that we did that.
Well, why are you proud of that? Because you need some therapy.
By the way,
I got a problem.
We brought you up on the air a little while ago, and you're always you're a member of the Masonic Temple that we got the tour of.
That is correct.
Which is an amazing facility right there down by City Hall.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my Masonic brothers and especially Nikki's son Logan, who is going to be a wonderful Mason, and he's listening to you guys now.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's a little kid.
He definitely calls you Dr. Rosenpenis, doesn't he?
Oh my God, I'm sure.
Well, listen, Doctor, we need to go ahead and get this started, okay? And we have our guests in place.
Yes, they are.
All right,
They're ready to go.
You forgot to give out where they can go if they are
quititnow.com.
Yeah, but
I already said it.
I got my phone number too.
Fire away, man. Yeah.
215-782-8414.
All right.
I think that's right.
So you can call or you can go online and you can take advantage of this deal right now. But if you've had it, you tried to get through to this event and you can't make it, we apologize. But you can take advantage of this $100 off deal right now for WMMR listeners at quititnow.com. And also, it's not just smoking. There's all kinds of things he can help you out with.
Dr. Rosenberg did a meditation for me that I still have on my phone and use quite often. If you just to help get a little sort of rest and it works like a charm. So and you can do everything remotely.
I'm glad you're using it because that was a good one.
That was a damn good one.
I remember doing that. That was excellent.
All right, let's get you out of here.
All
Go
right.
take care of them people. Have them quit smoking for good. Yeah.
I've been thrown out of better places.
Dr. Rosenpenis, quititnow.com is on his way. I believe we have, 6 or 8 people that are here this morning, and we'll put him in a room, and he will have them go through the hypnosis process. And do we have the ability to check in?
Yeah.
Yes, we will.
Where's that coming up here? Okay, yeah. Thank you. So we'll listen in a little while and see how things are going. But in the meantime, we have some a little bit of time to play with before Patrick Warburton gets here. And I will do some more giveaways from Gazzo's Steaks in just a little bit, so heads up. But Steve brought up an interesting point, and we thought it might be kind of fun to flesh this out a little bit.
It happened actually over the Camp Out for Hunger. We had, we have our headphones, and we get very protective of our headphones. And I noticed my headphones, I use Audio Technica, and just wasn't quite right. So I ordered a new pair. It had broken, the part where the actual one of the phones actually connects to the actual headband or whatever goes
Was
over
it
your
a
head.
plastic piece that broke?
This is just the plastic, the prong basically that holds it in place.
Mm-hmm.
So I ordered my new headphones because I got to have it, the way I want it. And I was taking it out of the box, put it on, and this was on Tuesday, and I'm like, because it holds it when you get a brand new, fresh pair of headphones, and if you're in broadcasting, I don't know, whatever you might do, it fits tighter to your head. Everything sounds better. The fit is more comfortable, and it brought up the notion of things that are not food, but that are wonderful when they're fresh. And a fresh pair of headphones, because from the time you put them on, you're going to start putting wear and tear on them.
So you can text or call with your contribution to this conversation. What besides food is great when it's fresh? 610-660-9333. Text or call to that number.
I got one when you brought this up, Steve, that came to mind immediately, and it's a brand new, fresh can of tennis balls.
Oh, yeah.
When you pop those open.
Absolutely.
And their bounce obviously is better. There's that smell that comes out right away. And look, I mean, if you're not a pro, you're probably going to be using the whatever tennis balls you have for a while, for a month or two or whatever. But man, when you pop that can open for the first time, you're like, these are the best tennis balls ever.
You know what, like a diabolical thing to do would be to go to a sporting goods store and just pop all of those, so the person that actually buys them doesn't get that pleasure of popping that open.
That'd be a crime.
That would be a crime.
Would the same hold true for golf balls?
No.
No.
But I tell you what it would hold true for is a brand new golf glove.
Mm-hmm.
When you put on that new glove, if you have your one that you've worn out for however long, it's a little bit looser, it's drier, it's it's a little bit, but when you put on a brand new leather golf glove and you snap that baby on, it's like it's game time.
Come to daddy. You're going to be my regular Saturday night thing.
It's funny you should say this because this week I have been meaning to get the TJ Maxx to buy new socks. And I'm telling you, putting on a fresh new pair of socks, there are specific brands that I love. I love Adidas and Puma socks. I like the Puma socks.
A bunch of people are texting him with socks, Casey.
Dude,
a whole bunch of people. Before you
fresh
even
socks?
said it. Yeah.
Fresh socks that, and I know when we had Kathy on, like she would always wash things before she put them on for the first time, but I never, ever, ever wash socks before I put them on first.
Do you know, where it doesn't hold true for brand new? And you made me think about it, Preston. So while your golf glove, fresh, brand new, obviously, from what you say is a wonderful thing, a mitt, baseball mitt, when you first get it,
you got to break it
that
in.
has to be worked in.
Yeah.
Oil it up.
Yeah. Well, and now, Nick, they have these like great like foaming oils, and then you stick it in the oven. Remember, you would oil it up, and then you would have to put a ball in it, put it under your mattress, and it took weeks and weeks for it to break in.
There are guys in the big leagues that still oil their own gloves and maintain them because it's like, Steve, like with the headphones, it's a personal thing. Like there's this attachment to your tool.
Yeah, in fact, as far as a mitt goes, the older the better.
That's
usually the way it goes.
My mitt now is great.
Hang on, when we first brought this up off air, Vicky's going to tell you the first one that I actually said out loud. This is Vicky. Hi, Vicky. Good morning.
Hey, you guys rock.
Thank you, Vicky. We love you. All right, what did you want to say is, other than food, is great as fresh?
All right. If any of you have obviously some of you have small children, Play-Doh.
Play-Doh!
Yes. Fresh can of Play-Doh.
Yes!
Oh, man, it's the best smell ever.
I'm saying
the Play-Doh smell.
and you lose it fairly quickly. You like one round of playing with it, and then you put it back in, and then it's that joyous brand new thing is gone.
You know what sucks is
my youngest. My youngest has a whole bunch of like the food style Play-Dohs, like the Play-Doh kitchen sets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We have like every set on the market. And of course, the other day I see her, she's playing with it and all. And I'm like, hey, what are you doing? She goes, Mom, you missed it. I opened this can of Play-Doh. I was actually sad.
Let me tell you, when I had a Play-Doh Fun Factory, and I got it one year for Christmas, and it came with a couple of fresh cans of Play-Doh, and it's like, that is the absolute best.
It just sucks that it doesn't taste as good as it smells.
You can. You can.
Yeah.
You can make your own, but it's still salty.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste like it smells. It smells like it would be edible and wonderful, and it's not.
All right, let me ask you guys this one. Fresh new set of sheets. Either like right out of the dryer or like brand new.
Not out of the bag. I got to wash them first.
Okay.
But out of the dryer, like cleaned and warm, and put them on the bed. That's a good
Why do you
feeling.
feel you need to wash them? I'm curious. Are they too stiff?
A little bit.
Okay.
Like, there's something about the washing of it that just makes them feel like they're now mine and they're not the store's.
Okay. I got you. I like them brand new out of the right out of the package.
I think I'm with you on that, Preston.
Yeah.
And I don't really. I sleep on top of the bed. I use a blanket, but I do agree.
My sister and sister-in-law both last year got this thing for Christmas. It is a towel warmer that you leave in your bathroom.
I got it for Claire.
Okay.
Yeah.
They swear by this thing. Like having a nice warm now.
Waste of money.
Is it a waste of money?
I think. We bought one and we used it a few times. I'm like, this is dumb.
Yeah.
That is dumb.
And Claire uses it all the time. It's like an actual rack. Like you can just hang it right over.
Oh, no, this is more like, or at
box?
least, it was more like a box. You kind of, what's in the box?
What's in the box?
Yeah, the one we had was the rack version. Listen, this is not my personal thing.
Okay.
So I thought it was a waste of money.
But like, what if you get that towel rack fresh out of the box? That's the best. It's weird, but it's psychological too. Like you talk about the tennis balls thing. Now I'm going to play really good.
Oh, this is going to be so much better.
Watch my game get incredibly better.
I am faster when I put on new sneakers. I can still run faster.
Somebody texted and said fresh new contact lenses.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Don't know about that. Brand new glasses are awfully nice after you have your scratched up ones for a long time.
Do you know what always the best? Fresh condoms.
Oh, yeah.
If you're using
I don't like using used
or a
ones.
fleshlight.
Yeah.
Brand new.
Nick, my buddy Jeff, whenever he got a new pair of sneakers, he lived down the block from the Folsom Firehouse.
What do you run there?
He would have his sister time him. Every single time he got a new pair of sneakers, she would sit there at their house with a stopwatch, and he would get timed.
Watch.
Yeah, it's adorable. It's adorable.
There's nothing I can't do.
All right, I'm going to go to Don, who's calling in. Hey, Don, good morning to see you.
Gadzooks, everyone.
Gadzooks, bub, what's up?
And this is probably right up Steve's alley of hardware or geek nerddom gaming.
Yeah.
Is when you get a brand new console or a brand new GPU for your computer, and you get to unlock new graphics and new details that are immersion that you could not before.
It's like
especially when you.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Jump like 2 generations.
Yeah, when
I
there's
just want to shout out to all my fellow geeks.
Done and done.
Well, it's like when
Thanks,
you get
Don.
a brand new laptop, or you get that fresh sort of you turn it on for the first time. Yes, all of that stuff, all of the geeky stuff, monitors. Preston, when you first get a brand new, when you got your console, the PS, when you have a PS5, and it's virgin and it has been mucked up with bugginess that's going to enter into the system.
Yeah,
it's glorious.
Yep.
You just want to sniff it.
I got something for you guys. How about when you get your dogs back from the groomer?
Oh, my
Fresh from the
God.
groomer.
They smell nice. They're soft. Yes. Dude, no, it's true.
I know.
Way softer.
You just said it at the same time.
Yep.
So I have my dog groomer Marissa comes to the house and she's phenomenal, does a great job. But it's the same thing, and she'll put sometimes a little scarf on, and it's like, and it's the best.
Yep.
I ask, I'm like, what brand of shampoo do you use?
You're such a good smelling dog. Who's a good smelling dog?
The groomers can get them so much
better.
Even if you give them a bath at home,
it's
nothing
not the
compared to
same.
how the groomers do it. I think it's because they use that super powerful blow dryer.
Whatever the hell it is, and fluffy, and it's like you just want,
Yeah.
I've gone as far as to second base,
Yeah.
but I don't do anything more because I know
No.
that's illegal.
Yeah, and you're not getting consent.
No.
Anyway. So let me go to Sean next. Hey, Sean, good morning. Sean, can you hear me, buddy?
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Oh my God,
that's great.
Have not heard that in ages. Wow. All right, Sean, what's wonderful, fresh, brand new?
Preston, you know this feeling. Fresh drumsticks, fresh drum heads. It's a great recording session, baby.
Most definitely, especially both of those new heads, new sticks. Absolutely, new sticks are unscathed, not a single rim mark or cymbal mark on there.
So we're having Patrick Warburton, and he's a drummer.
I'm getting goosebumps.
I
just talking
know.
about it.
I know.
I'd be curious to see, because I would think that'd be the kind of thing you might want to work in a bit.
Not really. No, there's something about the brand new thing. He hung up. I was going to say cymbals too, because cymbals are, number one, they're crazy expensive. And when you get brand new ones, it's almost like,
like a little dove.
Yeah.
Are they the most expensive part of the drum kit?
Yeah, possibly. I mean, no. I mean, if you get a whole shell, like a drum, that's a whole. You're buying a brand new thing. But cymbals you can go through.
Yeah,
like the regular tom-toms and snare drums, things like that, they can last a lifetime. But cymbals have a shelf life.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They eventually break.
Yeah.
And there was a time where I was breaking them way too often, and and even then we're talking 35, 40 years ago, they were like $150 each. They're way more expensive now.
A listener in a similar vein, texted in brand new guitar strings, if you're playing the guitar. And then a few people have texted in, and one person was a chef, and then one person just likes being in the kitchen, but a brand new knife for slicing.
Oh, yeah.
And somebody also texted in a fresh bag of weed.
Ooh. I want the knife. Please. Steve, how about this one? A brand new leather gimp mask.
Oh my God!
Yes,
because when you're there,
smells.
So when you first get it, and and you're trying to talk, please in the butt.
Oh yeah.
No, actually, anything leather.
Yeah.
That you get new is pretty awesome.
Oh, when I remember when you got your leather jacket from Wilson's.
Yeah.
And I mean, the jacket smells wonderful.
Smells excellent.
It also has a.
You know what sucks is I love the way they look. I just like you have one. I think maybe you wore it today. It's kind of like got
yesterday,
a few different colors to it. It looks so good. I just don't think I would look right in it. Do you know what I mean?
I think you would look great in leather.
There's just certain there are certain styles that I look at. I'm like, oh, I like. I'm like, I just wouldn't look right in it. You know?
I disagree.
You're more. He's more of a Soch.
You wouldn't. The sweatpants wouldn't look right with it. That's the thing.
Yeah, I'm not a jeans guy.
But if you wore jeans, you look pretty hot.
Yeah. Do you have the leather jacket on you now or no?
No, I don't.
Can I tell you something?
Corduroy today.
You're looking pretty hot right now.
Thank you, buddy. My fish
Wouldn't
shirt.
mind ripping off a piece of that.
Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Let's go to Edward. Hi, Edward. You're on the air. Good morning, bud.
Hey, man. How you guys doing today?
Good, brother. All right, so what's just wonderful, fresh?
So when you put a fresh piece of grip tape on your skateboard and you go out for that first session and you feel that stickiness, it is the greatest thing in the world.
I can see that because when the clock starts on it wearing down. So in those first few runs, I assume it's got to be the absolute best, right?
Absolutely. It's like sandpaper. When you rub against it, it wears down over time. So like that grip, that fresh pop and stickiness that you get from that is great.
Edward, are you inclined to try some really badass tricks because you put fresh tape on there?
Well, I just turned 36 and I still skateboard and I still try stupid stuff every time I go.
Yeah.
Never stop. Never stop.
I didn't see you in Westchester with that skateboard group when we were down there at Lorenzo's, did I?
No, unfortunately, I didn't make it there.
Okay, gotcha. They were doing
they were
skateboard
great
exhibition, which is great.
Very
I was talking to a few
talented.
people. All right, thank you, Edward. Appreciate it, buddy.
I'm going to throw out one that's an obvious, but that makes sense. A brand new car.
Oh,
well, yeah.
The brand new car smell.
Yeah.
The fresh car.
And then you vow, I will keep it this clean forever.
Yeah. I promise you, mighty vehicle. Have you ever had an odom? What was the lowest I had
odometer reading.
Yeah, I think I had like 10 miles.
The last couple cars I brought have been brand new, so they've started very low, but within less than 200.
Yeah.
I mean, this is going to be ironic because we've got Dr. Rosenpenis over in the performance studio. But anybody listening now that vapes, first vape of the day, that first rip off the vape,
it seems to run contrary.
It is.
Yeah.
No. It's literally the only good one of the day.
When you open a brand new carton of cigarettes,
that's a little different. That's your first of the day.
It's not the
as
fresh.
opposed to fresh.
Yeah.
But when you get a brand new cartridge, is there a difference?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hang on a second. Let me go to Bernadette. Hi, Bernadette. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Preston and Steve. How are you guys doing today?
Wonderful. So we're talking about something that's great, that's fresh besides food, and you have food here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. Go ahead and add it.
I love food.
All right. So what is great when it's fresh? We'll give you this exemption when it's food. What is great when it's fresh by your reckoning?
Yeah, because this is my first time calling into your guys' show, so I think this is like really out of it.
All right.
I love walking into a candy store, like say a chocolate store, like Douglas Fudge down in the Wildwood Boardwalk. I just love walking in and just smelling all that chocolate and fudge.
She just walks in and says that.
We got a guy for you.
Yes, with fresh and almost anything that's yummy and cooked fresh right for you is going to smell fantastic. But yes, Bernadette, I would agree. A little different than what we were talking about, but make sure you call in again sometime with a proper suggestion, okay?
But you're still getting points for this one.
Yes, you do.
Well, I just want to let you guys know that my husband and I are very long-time listeners to you guys, and what you guys are doing for Pierre is really wonderful. And the Camp Out for Hunger, you guys are thumbs up all the way, miss me and my husband.
Oh, thank you so much.
We love you, Bernadette. Yeah. Thank you so much for calling.
Love you too, guys.
Hang on, I want to go to Megan. Hi, Megan. Good morning.
Hey, bitches.
Hey, what? What's up, Megan?
A fresh envelope from the bank.
A fresh. Okay, so it says here on my.
full of money.
It says here on the monitor a fresh stack of money, and I'm gonna. I know getting an envelope from the bank is wonderful, but if you ever get what seems like freshly minted money, that's not good fresh.
So, but
it sticks together.
It does stick together, but I do like it.
I don't.
It does stick together, but when it comes apart, it's still.
Well, yeah. I mean, what you can do with it is pretty awesome.
I like it.
Almost any sex act you can think of.
You can buy it.
You can buy it.
What comes out of the ATM?
Yeah.
You get a nice. That's. I like that. It's not technically fresh.
Yeah.
But it's fresh to me.
But I have had bills that you can't separate because they're kind of grainy on the surface.
Yeah.
And they stick together like the other caller was talking about the sandpaper.
Well, isn't you that's for the hooker to separate, right?
Yeah. It's here, honey.
Here's a bunch of hundreds.
You know what to do.
Buy yourself something pretty.
What about a fresh deck of cards?
Buy me some drumsticks.
They don't shuffle quite as well.
They don't, but there's something about it.
I agree.
The stiffness and rigidness of it that I do like, and I like. Ow! I just bit my freaking tongue, dude.
At least you didn't chip your tooth on the microphone.
Good point.
Okay, so when I used to do magic tricks, when and you get the magician Preston, the one that you love on Instagram, we had him in here. He keeps varying degrees of decks of cards, brand new, mid-level, older, because in their different states, they are better for different types of tricks.
Yep. Hang on, let's go to Leroy. Good morning, Leroy.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Yo, how about when you get your car back with the new tires on them?
Yeah.
That's
You
pretty
got to
solid.
go find a highway to drive on.
Yes.
Yeah, you can angle better.
Yeah.
You can bank more quickly in your Subaru.
And let me tell you something, especially with what they cost these days.
Oh, my God.
It's insane. So when you get a nice pair, you're like, the clock's running. I have more time now before that eventual blowout.
A lot of people have texted in tires.
Thanks, Leroy.
Somebody else just texted in fresh snow. That's a good one.
Yeah. It's pretty.
New razor blades, brand new razor blades.
Oh, yes, dude.
Yeah.
Yes. Great. When you now, I will use the same razor for 6 months.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, eventually I switch over to a new one, and it's like, oh my God, this is awesome.
So I'll Costco or BJ's, you get that 900 pack.
Yeah.
And so I'm.
Well, you shave your head. You're shaving more material than we are.
I'm shaving like a mother effer.
So do you switch out your razors fairly often?
Yeah, every couple of, I think, say 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, that guy called in about the tires. I got a question for you. This is what do you like more? Do you get more joy out of a full fresh tank of gas or coming right out of the car wash?
Well, I'm a stickler for full tanks of gas. When it gets down, I will top it off when I get the chance to, but I do love it. I wash my car. I wash my car every week or every other week.
Did you buy one of those passes?
I bought the
me too.
You get the package, you get a discount.
Yeah, you end up saving a lot, and therefore you're like, well, I may as well go ahead and wash this thing.
And by
I'm
the
paying
way,
for it.
My gas station of choice is about 100 yards from my car washer.
You knock them both out. At the same
That's all
time.
my buddies.
Yeah, Case, I got to go with the car wash.
Yeah,
I think that something feels really good about that. I don't know. It's almost like you yourself took a shower.
Yeah.
You know?
And sometimes I'll go through naked just to do that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You chuck them a few bucks. Get my butt.
I thought you had a certain shine on you. Turtle wax.
My
didn't
undercoating. You did notice my testicles were shiny.
Wow. All right. There's a lot of people calling in and texting in, and we do have to take a break, I've been told, or how
No, I wanted to check in to see how.
Patrick Warburton?
Yeah, we've got a few minutes, so if you wanted to check in with
for Dr. Rosenpenis?
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. Well, let's do that real quick, and then we'll come back to some calls. So we have this microphone in our conference room where Dr. Rosenpenis has started the hypnosis process.
Oh, it's me, Dr. Rosenpenis.
And we're going to check in. He's trying to get people to quit smoking. So let's hear how it's going. It's usually very serene and calm and relaxed.
Situation.
Yeah.
I am done with putting stuff in my mouth that shouldn't belong there. I am done. I am done with smoking. I am done completely. I'm a non-smoker. I'm proud of myself. And as I play this program, I go deeper and deeper. And soon, I am really, really there.
So he says, play this program. I believe they're recording it, and they'll get to keep that and use that. And that's what happens if you go to quititnow.com.
2, I'm coming up. I feel great. 3.
Oh, he's bringing them out.
He's bringing them out, yeah.
4, coming up more and more. And on the count of 5, I open my eyes and I feel amazing.
Somebody screams.
Now go out and begin killing.
Hey, Sam, where are you? You want to turn the lights on?
Oh, so the lights are down. All right, so the session's over. Man, that is quicker than I thought it would be.
Yeah, he's good, man.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we'll chat with everybody and see how they feel about it, or a couple of people.
And we'll see if we can bring them in at the end of this break, because, like I said, we do have a couple of more minutes. I think our arrival time for our guest is 9:08. So.
Okay, Marissa, if you wouldn't mind grabbing some in a moment, I want to go to a couple more calls of things that are fresh, that are not food, that are better when they're fresh. I'm going to go to Brooke. Hi, Brooke. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Awesome, Brooke. How about you?
Good, thanks.
Okay, what do you think is just wonderful, better when it's fresh?
A brand new paintbrush.
Oh, you like for
unsullied
artistic purposes or house painting?
Either, but mostly house painting, because you don't have like the little stray like things just going everywhere that trail paint where you don't want it. So yeah, just like nice crisp lines.
Yeah,
I agree.
100%. And before you use it, do you guys do you use it under your chin?
Lower.
Tickle your chin a little bit? Oh, a little lower?
No, that's weird.
Screw you, Brooke. No, I'm kidding. All right, thank you, Brooke. I appreciate it, and I absolutely agree.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Do you ever do with paintbrushes? Because we rarely do we paint, but I have all the stuff. When you're done with a paintbrush, do you guys clean it?
I mean, my wife has 12 million of them.
Oh, well,
so,
yeah.
She's an artist, but like they're expensive. But B, she says the same thing about like when it's a new project or whatever. Like if she gets a brand new set, she feels like she's painting better.
Okay. So for house painting, and I'm a sort of pro client, as are you, Preston. But when on the times I've done it, what I will do is I will wash it out thoroughly, and then realize when I go back to them that I really didn't wash them out thoroughly, and I throw them out.
What do you wash them out with?
Turpentine?
I think it's what you're supposed to, right?
We have a
I
laundry
just don't
sink.
have any turpentine.
Yeah, I mean, we have a laundry sink in the basement, so that's where, especially if it's like a house painting, or, for a room or whatever.
I always end up also with a bunch of cans of paint that are, this is going to be for touch-up. Never use it.
Same thing.
Yeah. Put those in the creek behind your house.
Is that what you do with them?
It's where I pour my oil in the same...
You know how I was told to dispose of them, especially if you have a lot of paint left over. You pour kitty litter into them.
That's right, yeah. And
it absorbs it.
Let the cats use it.
And then you throw it away.
Right.
By the way, I have a turpentine rhyme, if you will.
Oh, yay.
Okay.
All right.
Hang on. Do you want some music for that? Or?
Sure. Yes, please.
Okay.
Please set the mood. This is because this is very cultured.
All right.
Okay.
And I think that, yes, okay. All right, you ready? Here we go.
Please.
Lincoln, what you drinking? Looks like water, tastes like wine. Oh my God, it's turpentine. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Is that what killed President Lincoln?
I think so. I think historically we
Was
think
that a
that
cover
it was
story?
an assassination, but he
Gotta
actually
say, if the people know he was drinking turpentine,
accidentally drinking turpentine.
say he was assassin, just go with it.
All right. Great American Smokeout from quititnow.com and our good friend, Dr. Rosenpenis. We have our volunteers making their way back into the studio right now and standing at the microphone. And we haven't met these guys yet because they went straight in.
Right in.
With the penis. And we have Christine Manastra.
Yes.
How you doing, Christine?
I'm doing great.
Nice to meet you. And then we have Andrew Malio.
Yes, good morning.
How are you, Andrew? Nice to
Doing
see you.
well.
And Dr. Penis right over there. I've just shortened it to Penis.
Yes, it's too
Thank
big.
you so much for shortening that.
Christine, how long have you been a smoker?
I'm embarrassed to say I've been smoking on and off for more than 40 years.
40 years. Okay.
God.
With
You're
the
only
on and
29, right?
Exactly.
with the on and off, does that mean you've attempted to quit and had moderate success with it?
I've quit many times
Yeah.
and then gone back.
And what was the longest stretch when you really quit?
Well, I did not smoke during pregnancies, so that was 9 months or
Yeah.
10 months, and maybe a year at one point.
Okay.
And then I kind of go back to drink smoking.
Yeah.
And it evolves into just always smoking.
I'm going to share with you off air my method for that. Okay. We've talked about it on the air many times, and I don't want to jump on Dr. Rosenpenis and his technique, but I have a technique for
We
that.
got to go in partnership. I told you.
I'm saying, but
Did you respond well to the
hold on. Dr. Rosenpenis, flip that ear thing the other way around. You got it. Yeah, on your right ear. Yeah, you got it. It's backwards, buddy.
Okay.
All right, that just looks goofy, and I can't stand having my penis look goofy.
a misadjusted
I'm sorry, you were
penis.
saying?
I'm saying that, we should go in partnership.
Yeah, we should get a partnership together. All right, and then Andrew, how about you? Your tale of smoking, how long?
Sure. Since I was 18, I'm 35 now. I got started, I've been in the restaurant industry most of my life, so it was always
break.
an excuse for a smoke break.
Yeah, that happens. Sometimes you will see other people taking a break. They step outside, and you're like, well, I'll go join them, I guess. And then you can fall into smoking that way.
There was an episode of Friends, a classic episode where Jennifer Aniston actually takes up smoking to be part of the talking with the boss and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the association treatment, the aversion, is that what you call it?
Aversion, yeah.
Aversion therapy. Having that and presented this way, do you think it took? Do you think it's supposed to repel you and make you sick when you think of it? Do you think this is going to work?
Frankly, I thought I was going to throw up during the
Frankly,
session.
I was taking a step back from her. Frankly, her head was bobbing, and I said no.
Yeah.
So you felt sick and nauseous during the actual thing, which is that's a good sign.
I had tears coming down my face, and I was dry heaving.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
So if you can recall that each time you're tempted to smoke, I think you've got a winner.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yes.
Excellent.
Definitely.
And he was going like,
What do you mean, Andrew? What's he talking about?
He was
No,
going,
I have a big aversion to puke, vomit. Things like that. I have children, so
Okay.
There aren't many people who embrace it.
Right. That association, that getting in my head about that.
Good.
really-
Good. Because we've seen people who've been in the same boat who walked out and never smoked again. So it's not 100%, but what we've seen is way up there.
it's close to 95.
Yeah.
And Andrew, you've tried quitting before?
I have.
And has it lasted at all?
Not more than a few months.
Than a few months. Okay. All right. Well, just remind yourself of this. And Dr. Rosen, we were listening to Rosenpenis. We were listening to you, and you said when you play this program, meaning they were recording this?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is that also available if you go to quititnow.com?
Well,
you can record sessions or
it's
no?
not available as a download, but
No. I mean, if someone comes for a session with you.
I'll go without a doubt. Yeah, if somebody comes in, what we do is the same thing we did here. They come in, we talk a little bit about how to stop smoking, and then they lay down on my couch, or I can do it remotely. They lay down in their own bed, and I call them on a recording line if they're home or in the office. I just record the session for them, email it to them. You have to listen to the session twice a day for 3 weeks. That ingrains this version into your mind forever.
Okay.
And so, you guys are going to do that, right? Remember, don't make sure you do the twice a day. This is how it works. All right, excellent.
Committed.
And drink a lot of fluid, get rid of the nicotine. It only takes 3 days to get the nicotine out of your
purge
body.
your system. I did not know that. All right.
Yep.
So not only Christine and Andrew, but we had John and Wayne and Angela and Melissa here as well. And everybody looks glowing and they look like a new person. So we want to hear about this, down the road and see how, if things have stuck, let us know. Okay, we'd like to hear about that.
Will do. Yeah.
All right, excellent. Thank you. And Dr. Rosenpeace, we do have to take a break. But quititnow.com, and if you mention WMMR, you can get $100 off your session.
That is correct.
Beautiful.
And remember, you can call me too, 215-782-8414.
Have we determined that is actually your number?
Thank you.
Okay.
I was unsure of that for a moment.
And listen, today is the Great American Smokeout.
Yeah.
Jump in. Do it now. Go ahead and quit it now.
Quit it now.
And make sure that you take these steps.
And save the money that you're constantly spending on smoking.
They're going to save the cost of the session super quickly.
I mean, everybody recruits. I have a guy that said to me, I can't afford the $200. I said to him, how much are you smoking?
Yeah.
Pack and a half a day.
Yeah.
I said, that's stupid.
Yeah.
I
2
mean,
weeks.
It's stupid.
You're a moron.
I didn't want to say that.
Yeah.
I used the word stupid.
Yeah.
That's not correct either. But what are you going to do?
Well, good luck, guys. And Doctor, it's good to see you again. So thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
All right. Let's hear it for the good doctor. Nice job, guys. We do have to take a break because Patrick Warburton's going to be here in our studio in just a couple of minutes. But listen, I want to give away a Gazzo's Steaks gift card for $50 right now. We'll take call number 12 at 610-60-609-333. Cheesesteaks, pretzels, water ice donuts, music. It's everything Philly in one place. The Greater Philadelphia Cheesesteak Festival is powered by Gazzo's Steaks and Soul Joel's in Pottstown's coming up April 26th. Info at souljoels.com or gazzossteaks.com. We'll take that call and we'll set you up and we'll be back in a second. Stay with us.
He's not yet a star. It's a really great series.
It sucks because I was too young to appreciate him and Charles Barkley, being on the court at the same time, right. and I've seen them in Moses, and
Mo Cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
You guys ever met Dr. J?
I did on a plane in 1984, going to the Olympics. And Turquoise was on the plane as well, and I shook his hand.
Okay, did you see him stand up on the plane? Because that
I
had to have
stood
been-
next to him.
Yeah,
really?
I stood next to him. I was a kid at the time, so I was 9, and got off the plane and shook his hand. My grandfather introduced me to him, and it's a memorable moment in my life because, Kathy, I know you've had the same experience, but your hand disappears in his, and it's this massive thing.
Seeing him on a plane would be like you being in a kid's, playhouse.
It's
completely hunched over and
Yes.
so on. I would love to meet him sometime.
Yeah.
He's just, he's a class act
for sure,
and just one of the all-time greats.
I stood next to him at a bar in Philly, and actually Matt Cord introduced me to him. And Nick, I shook his hand, and that was literally, I think that's the one thing I remember is how giant his hand was, and it's just like it's just like another world. Like I couldn't believe it.
All right, let me go to Lewis here. Hey, Lewis, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, the Philly sports movie yet to be made.
I think Concrete Charlie, so Chuck Benderek from the Eagles. I mean, he's 40 years before my time, but every thing I've read about him and watched about him, just
you're nodding. Casey's nodding.
Yeah, I mean, and also like he's one of the most iconic pictures in Philadelphia sports history as well. Him standing over, was it Len Dawson?
Frank Gifford.
Frank Gifford.
Frank Gifford. Yeah, just lays this guy out, and he's just standing over him like he's just, standing over a dead body.
Wow. Yeah, we're looking at that picture. Not growing up here, I'm not familiar with that, but that looks, yes.
By the way, look at how ripped up the field is.
Oh, yeah.
Is that Franklin Field? It's got to be, right? And so, yeah, he won the championship in 1960, and then I don't know if he also won in 48, but yeah, for the long time, that was the only championship that the Eagles had, or the most recent, until they won the Super Bowl in 2017.
Wow.
I think maybe a story of the making of Buddies Watching You.
Yeah, that'd be great. The composing, the long late night songwriting sessions.
By the way, I didn't go through the 3 worst movies on Mike's list here. So the 3 worst Philly sports movies, and then we're going to have to take a break. Stealing Home with Mark Harmon. It was in the 1980s. Played Billy Wyatt, once a hot prospect for the Phillies who had fallen on hard times, has to figure out what to do with the ashes of his late friend / first love, played by Jodie Foster. Lots of shots at Chestnut Hill and a ridiculous scene set in Vet Stadium, he says. But other than that, for the local nostalgia, Stealing Home isn't worth a rewatch. It's, in fact, it's trite. He said Roger Ebert wrote that he, quote, left the screening wondering if any movie could possibly be that bad.
It was on the heels of like Bull Durham and The Natural and other great baseball movies, and it just did not live up.
Okay. How about a movie called Pride?
Oh, yeah.
This movie aspires to be Remember the Titans for swimming and fails for being too formulaic. Amid racism in the 1970s, Philadelphia Rec Center coach refurbishes an old pool, teaches several black kids to swim, and leads them into a big meet. The acting is overwrought, the characters are one-dimensional, and the script lacks any complexity or nuance. Never saw it, don't know.
No, not familiar.
And then the last one he mentioned, worst movie in Philadelphia, Rocky V.
I think
that's where we get Rantlers and the whole up on the roof thing. That's from Rocky V.
It really is. Because, listen, because you compare it to the genius of Rocky and Rocky Balboa and all the stuff we love about Stallone, that attempt, that as Nick pointed out, that first swipe at a Rocky Balboa type story was so bad.
We need to go through that movie. I'll bet you there's some other gems we could
Oh,
find.
my God,
We have only scratched the surface, and that's the reindeer on the roof thing. The Rantlers.
Can we play the whole Rantlers clip?
Do we have that whole thing? He's going to have to...
Sorry.
No, we got it.
Dig that up. But
we forgot about Mighty Max.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you were in Mighty Max, right?
Yeah, for...
Star.
What was that the flight attendant? I think it was.
You were the hooker.
You were the hooker.
So many roles.
I know, but I've had so many roles. You think I can remember all of them? God.
Was that a basketball movie?
Yeah. Immaculata College.
Yes.
Okay.
The women.
I can't believe him just come up on the roof. He just landed there and crashed. And who do you think it is?
Do I hear reindeer on my roof?
Rantlers, unbelievable. It's like $1 billion. Whoa! Come on, look who's here. You know this guy. He's gonna be next Christmas before he gets down. Hey, put it together for Santa. Hey, Merry Xmas. Yo. Hey, I don't think you got it right, Santa. No. It's ho ho ho.
I need you to stop talking.
I've said this many times.
Shut up, man. You're gonna try to Santa Claus.
So
that was the best take.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
There were other takes that weren't as good.
Let's watch it on playback. Perfect.
That's the one they went with. All right. Well, anyhow. Interesting. But this movie, Hustle, looks pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I don't know any feedback. We do have that screening tonight. We'll do a couple more movie passes in a little while to give away. I'm going to hang on to those. What I need to give away now as we take a break are some passes to our sorority party at Parks Casino next Wednesday. Ladies, we want to welcome you to the fold of Zeta Eta Pi. We have not had one of these in years now.
Years.
And it is time to get you on board for this event. And our activity this time around, we're going to square dance. Just like we did in high school or junior high. You know what? I actually did do it in high school, too.
I'll guarantee you a lot of the people that'll attend have never done it. That's fine. It's a stupid, fun activity.
Yes. And it's next Wednesday, so it's rapidly approaching. Bill, I'm going to take 10 callers right now. 215-263-WMMR is the number. And you need to be ladies, you need to be female and able to join us 21 and over only at Parks next Wednesday. And we'll set you up with a free drink, and we got a free happy hour buffet. You can bring a friend, ladies only, invitation only event, 215-263-WMMR. Call only if you can go. We're going to be back in just a moment. Beat Pile up next. Stay with us. Clearview Regional High School, Mullick Hill, New Jersey. You're up next for Coolest Teacher, you, and then we choose one more tomorrow, and then we're done. So make sure that you do vote. Take advantage of this. It's a way to let your teachers know that you care about them and you thank them for what they've done for you. So just text word teacher to 39333. And if you go to Clearview, make sure you let the faculty know that we are doing this. One of the more frustrating things that can happen to you as an individual is in a moment when you're trying to tell someone about something and there's a word that you just can't remember. And you start flipping through the card catalog in your mind.
The inability to articulate.
You just can't find it. You know what you're talking about. You know what you want to express, but that actual word doesn't come to you. So on occasion, you will find a suitable replacement that you feel will get the job
You
done.
rig something together.
Yep.
In your mind that makes sense to you.
And sometimes it sounds ridiculous. So I found a list that is titled Times That People Failed to Remember What a Simple Thing is Called, so they came up with the most hilarious new name. And feel free to share examples, because sometimes once you say these things and they get out there, it becomes, like what your friends will bust your balls over or something
totally.
like that. So 215-263-WMMR. So I have examples of these. I can't think of anyone's personally, but maybe I will if we go through this list. But people responded, and one of them said, my boyfriend's mother once referred to a peacock as a disco chicken.
Yes.
Oh, my
She couldn't
God.
think of
Disco
the name.
chicken. Why does that sound familiar?
Disco chicken.
Disco chicken.
I don't know, but she felt that maybe the
plumage.
elaborate flowers,
Yeah.
the plumage, flowers. See, there you go. I did it.
Bird
Feathers. Bird flowers.
the fluffy
the
bird
things,
flowers.
the bird flowers
that grow
on the
out of
things. That's it.
bird.
That's exactly it.
It's a bird flower.
Yeah.
You just,
I just
you
created
said you
one.
didn't have one, and you just
Bird flower.
created
Did
a
it.
bird flower.
My dad one time was trying to say catapult, except that he said boomerang. And from there on out, every time we ever had to refer it, again, catapult's one of those words that doesn't come up nearly often enough. So it's now known in my household as a boomerang.
All right. And this isn't quite the same conversation we had a little while back about your dad. Casey,
No.
what did he say?
He said pita meat.
Right, pita meat. That's mispronouncing something. So this is just coming up with a completely different name.
Right.
So this respondent said, couldn't remember groomsmen, and I went with dudes maids instead. I like dudes maids.
I like dudes
That
maids
works.
a lot, yeah.
You could use that, and someone would pick up what you were saying.
Yeah, they would know,
yeah.
right? All right, now this one I'm not so sure. So this person said, I forgot the word for exterminator, so I used ant exorcist instead.
That's not even right. I feel like an ant.
You're cleansing their souls.
Yeah.
And eradicator.
You're trying to get them out of here.
Okay.
So you're exercising them out. And another one says, my friend couldn't remember the word cow. For some reason, she Googled moo beast to remember the word cow. Moo beast.
What kind of lapse?
Oh, my God.
What kind of lapse would make you forget cow?
Some kind of big brain fart. I mean, something has blocked you and you just can't recall.
Though you could remember moo, the sound they make.
Yeah. This one says, my ex called an animal shelter a cat refugee camp.
Oh, there's some people who could confuse refuge with refugee.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Another one says, to this day, most of my family refers to a strainer or colander as a noodle stay water go, because
Noodle stay and the water goes.
Yeah, my brother called it that once when he couldn't find it and needed to ask where it was. Where's the noodle stay water go thing? So that's what they refer to it. Oh my God.
I love that.
That is great. This one says, back in the 90s, I was 14. I was begging my mom to let me go to a Guns N' Roses concert. and I kept nagging until she got frustrated but couldn't remember the name of the band. And she said, I'm not letting you go to any damn Death and Flowers concert. Guns N' Roses.
Death and Flowers. It's like a bird flower.
And flowers. Here's a text. It says, I had a friend ask for spicy yellow mayo on his hot dog once. He meant mustard. Spicy yellow mayo. Do you have any of that spicy yellow mayo? This one says, a Polish exchange student was thirsty after a night out and didn't know what to say, so he pointed to his mouth and said, Sahara.
Okay.
He had a dry mouth.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Sahara. Let's see. How about...
It's amazing how the mind works that you would forget.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, wow, you'd have to be gone.
This says, a couple weeks ago, I was getting a pack of darts. I don't know why. Needed some change.
Pick up some darts on the way home.
You're probably having like a balloon
Yeah,
race.
maybe they're having a balloon contest.
Are darts cigarettes?
I don't know. Needed some change for the parking meter. As the girl is getting my change out, I was panicked what it was called.
WMMR.
All right, thank you very much, Marissa. Our next guest makes his return to Philadelphia and our studios to spend a little bit of time talking about a movie he has coming out. And you've known him for years of movies and TV shows, and he is the king of raw dog. Ladies and gentlemen, Patrick Warburton is here.
Oh, man.
Nice to see you.
So good to be back here with you, gents. Come on.
Have you officially been credited, excuse me, for being the first to bring at least the flight raw dogging concept to the mainstream?
Yeah, you know, everybody kept telling me that. They're like, the raw dogging's a thing now, and you're great. So I did a little post there, and then, it went viral on my Instagram there, I guess, with like 10 million. So all of a sudden, People Magazine did an article, and this and that. It's like, well, here's who started the raw dog. Yes.
What I love is, and I must watch Seinfeld outtakes 2 to 3 times a week. They're just, they're voluminous, and you know you're going to laugh. And there's the one in particular where I don't like to read on a flight. Who is laughing off camera? Is it Jerry himself because you're so stoic when you deliver that line?
It could have been. I don't recall.
Yeah.
It was 28 years ago.
Wow.
Yes.
But it's hilarious. It lives every day in my life. So Zootopia, I was telling Preston, and Preston, he and his youngest had just watched it. I watched it again last night. I remember when Zootopia came out, that it was, I don't have kids, but I laughed my ass off watching the movie, my wife and I, and just thought it was great. It's great to hear the same team is back.
Yeah.
And everybody's, and then there are additionals, but the same creative force.
Right.
It was
Pete Docter was director, right? Remember we had him by the studio?
Jared and Byron, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a team, but they were Encanto and other things as well. So their pedigree is huge. But I was telling Preston, I've forgotten the original. It's so inventive. There's an elaborate recreation of the Connie's wedding from The Godfather. And I mean, in any movie that would do that for kids, ostensibly, but it's for everyone.
Well,
Sharp sense of humor.
Zootopia 2 is better than the first one. Now, I didn't see the first one. So
Oh, okay.
I'm just guessing.
The reviews are sensational. In fact, legitimate, not puffed up, not false review.
Yeah.
Says hilarious, feel good family adventure.
Yeah.
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 That's pretty good. And the reviews in general are terrific for this. A lot of times you worry that it's going to fall into hands that didn't really usher in the first one, but it's all the same people back.
It is, yeah. It's not Jaws 2.
Well, you're playing the character Mayor Windancer, and for those of us who have seen Zootopia, the first film, spoiler alert, the mayor's the bad guy, the bad person, if you will. So obviously some retribution needs to be done in that position. And looking at, now I haven't watched the trailer yet, but I'm looking at the animation of your character, Windancer, and I can already hear your voice coming out of that. When you are, and you've done loads of VOs for animated characters, when you are presented the artwork, does that start to inform how you're going to voice this character?
Yes, well, Mayor Brian Windancer is this gorgeous horse. He looks like Fabio, right?
Yeah.
And Disney integrates actually aspects of your personality in them. So even when they released the art, they didn't release who did the VO, but people were speculating in social media. They just look at the horse and go, I think that's got to be Patrick Warburton, because I think they do something with the eyes or something. But you can tell when you look. They even did that with Kronk in The Emperor's New Groove.
Yes.
So, he is an action hero, movie star, and now he's the mayor. So it all informs you that he's a bit pompous to a degree, but also
something you've never played, right?
Something I've never done before.
A quick question, because looking at the trailer for the new one, I mean, the animation was stellar in the first, but there's like new level quality. I mean, to what I'm seeing, obviously the movie is years ago. How many years ago is Zootopia?
9, I believe.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's been a quantum leap in the ability, but they were always great to begin with, but there's something happening with this new stuff that is really beautiful. I mean, it's art unto itself.
Yeah.
I assume you've seen the finished film, right?
Yeah, so we had the world premiere at the El Cap. They closed down Hollywood Boulevard, the whole deal. Yeah, it was really, really fun. Everybody seemed to love it. Yeah.
Did you know Jason Bateman before this? You guys friends?
I did not. Just met him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you guys got along fine? I mean, because while you're acting in this, you guys aren't in the same room.
No.
Yeah.
That pisses me off, by the way. I know that's the norm, but we as the viewers like to think that all these people that we love, these talents that we love, are in the room having a blast and somebody ordered a pizza, but it's very insular, isn't it?
It usually is. Yeah. On Family Guy for years, we all go in individually. You can't really, line it up where everybody goes in at the same time.
Right.
And then you work a lot faster that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you prefer the group dynamic, or there's no difference in your mind?
Every now and then it's fun to do the group dynamic. I remember back in the day, sometimes I'd be in, and sometimes they would do the group dynamic. I'd be there, and Adam West would be doing a voice.
God.
Some of these other, like legendary guys.
How
maybe
awesome.
like Maurice LaMarche, who plays Mr. Big the Mole. And you get to work with legends. Yeah, usually you're just in there by yourself. Yeah.
It's something you take to very well, and you've always been a very humorous guy. I think at your core, you've been doing stand-up.
Yeah.
And you said you've said that stand-up is kind of always lurking within you. For a couple of years now? How long have you been doing stand-up?
I did stand-up for a minute when I was 21. I was hanging out at the Comedy Store, and it was really interesting. I had a lot of interesting experiences in those 3 months I did it. And before I knew it, I was like doing 10 o'clock spots in the OR room there. But then I went to Africa to do these really cruddy movies, and I was gone for 4 months, and I came back, and I never did it again. So for 40 years, I kind of regretted that. Now, one of the last times I was back here in Philly, it might have been the last time I was in here, I was doing some shows at the Punchline, which were live stage readings of Letters from a Nut. Which I would open with like 10 minutes of talking, which became 10 minutes of stand-up, then 15. I got tired fast doing that show, but doing the stand-up actually was my favorite part. And it seemed like it was, the people that are coming to the show were like, the best part of the show is, the first 15 minutes. So I quit that. And I've been touring for the last year and a half, and so I literally.
So you're a road comic now.
I am, yeah. I've done like almost every major market in the country this last year and a half.
Well, I was reading some. I was watching a bit of Howie Mandel raving about your stand-up and talking about like he was said. We all knew you were funny, but are you? Do you build it from just hitting the stage, or are you? Sitting there writing it and workshopping it like Seinfeld would.
Yeah, and that's what happens. Yeah, so even back when I saw Howie and stuff, everything's changed so much since then because it's reps, and it's just doing shows. I do 70 minutes on stage, and sometimes you do 3 shows in a night.
Wow!
Yeah, so you're making omits, you're changing it up, it gets sharper, and it's been amazing because I've never had this kind of autonomy before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've always been told what to do, what to say, where to say it, how to say it, and then I write all my own stuff.
It's all you.
Yeah. And it's still dangerous. I don't like safe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It really worries my family. Yeah. My wife's like, you got to be careful. I go, no. On that stage, you've
I'm a
got
loose
to
cannon.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to be able to, it's, a little shock.
Patrick, your tour is called Still Catholic. Why'd you name it that?
Well, because of my medieval Catholic upbringing.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, you told us a story. Your own mother tried to handed you a petition to circulate to get Family Guy canceled, the show you're on.
Yeah, that's right. She helps support the PTC, the Parents Television Council. Yeah, it was funny because ironically enough, I was helping to support mom and dad with Family Guy money, and she was laundering it through the PTC. Yeah, so.
Is there any improv on Family Guy, or is it all scripted?
It's mostly scripted.
Okay, because you obviously bring a comedic sense to it, and your character's so well established that I think you have a little bit of leeway, but I guess I'm wrong.
No, I think every now and then we do throw a little something in there, but they got it all there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we don't usually feel like we have to venture outside of it, but we'll pitch stuff and they'll use it every now and then, yeah.
We get the feeling there's like and it's been described, that writing room is like jammed with people who are just firing lines like crazy. I mean, it is perhaps the densest comedically written show, on television. It's just insane.
Yeah.
Do you, so at this point, you are so recognizable for so much, but I think generationally, I assume at this point, if anybody under a certain age is coming up to you, they're coming up to you for Family Guy, aren't they?
Yeah. There's a lot, because it's been going for 27 years.
Yeah.
And
that's mind-blowing to me. 27 years.
Yeah, but
was there crossover ever with Seinfeld and Family Guy? Were they ever on at the same time?
No, I didn't start doing Family Guy until actually after Seinfeld.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that wraps up, and then you so you go from one long-standing iconic show to another.
Yeah. Well, I only did 9 episodes of Seinfeld.
Really?
Yeah.
There's only 9 episodes.
Your legend looms large.
Yeah.
Seems a lot more.
And your dad had something to say about that as well. Didn't he fire off a letter to you about not approving of Seinfeld?
They were not pleased. No.
Listen, my mom taught CCD for a number of years. My dad was a deacon, and I do this show, and this is not always PG rated on this show. I don't think my dad was a fan, but my mom listens every morning. It's weird.
My dad called one time and left a message because he would get intel from my mother, from the Parents Television Council. They knew what was going to happen on Family Guy before it even happened. And my dad leaves this message and he just goes, Patrick, in a future episode of Family Guy, God is sitting in a lazy boy chair next to a bottle of lotion getting ready to masturbate. I wish you would get off that show. Click. My father was in the monastery for 3 months.
Oh, wow.
And his spiritual advisor in the monastery is Gethsemane in Tennessee was Thomas Merton, who is one of the most famous modern day Catholic scholars, but Merton would have been more liberal than my father. He was.
It wasn't conservative.
No kidding.
Wow. Yeah. That's crazy. You mentioned to go to Africa to do some movies, and did you work for the Canon?
Yes.
Canon
Canon.
Legendary in the 80s, was producing movies like Right and Left. Schlocky movies. Yeah. So did you, listen, some people demur from that, but those are now like considered classic in their sort of Ed Wood Trauma-esque type of status. How do you feel about Canon having?
I guess I don't know. These films that I did are they're like cult bad. Unfortunately, you can't get your hands on them unless you got a VHS player.
Right.
They're not even on Amazon. But it was with Oliver Reed, who was great, and Eartha Kitt.
Legendary.
Yeah, Oliver Reed was relegated to doing these cruddy movies.
Gladiator.
But he was so volatile they couldn't ensure major production with him. They finally decided to with Gladiator, and it did cost them because he died in the middle of making that in a bar in Malta, arm wrestling a rugby team while he was drunk.
That's true. Yeah.
Any titles that I would know of from the canon?
If you pull, I guarantee you would know the list.
American Ninja.
Yeah.
Okay.
Michael Dudikoff.
Michael Dudikoff.
Yes.
That dude was in like 14 movies. I think some of the early Chuck Norris stuff was canon.
They might have. Menachem Golem. Those are the guys.
Those were the dudes.
These are like late show movies that would show on TV.
Think early days of HBO. Those would end up in constant circulation. But they were the guys who were like Roger Corman.
Yeah.
They would take the budget down to the cent. The set wouldn't extend anywhere past where the camera was pointed, and they were was that your experience on the cheapness level?
Yeah, a bit of it. And as bad as these movies are, I truly am the worst thing in them. I really am. It's supposed to take place on islands colonized by the Brits in like the 16th century. And I go, should I work on a dialect? And they go, don't worry about it. We don't care about anything. We don't care about anything.
There's a charm to that, though. There is a charm to that.
Patrick, my wife was looking for a show to binge, and she likes those types of shows for comfort food, and so she chose Northern Exposure, and we're watching an episode, and you showed up, and it's this weird dream sequence where one of the main characters is diving into all of her ex-boyfriends. And do you have any memories of doing that episode? Do you even remember?
Yeah, all of her dead boyfriends. Yeah,
yes, dead boyfriends.
Yeah. That.
Because we shot that up in the Seattle area, and it was cool. But yeah, that's back when I was just jumping around doing like guest spots on shows and stuff.
I'm sure it's just like a gig on an established show, so you're probably psyched to get the job, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because Northern Exposure was pretty established.
It's a great show.
man.
Do you ever you're watching a show and you forget you were on the show or that you made an appearance in the movie because you have a pretty extensive, IMDb listing?
Yeah, every now and then something will pop up and I'll be like, oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, for the 90s, the shows that you made, this is IMDb, right, Nick?
Yeah.
Northern Exposure, Murphy Brown, what else? Mad About You. I mean, these were all hot shows. Designing Women, you were on a couple of episodes of that.
What's Dickwad?
Yeah. Dickwad played Charlie's brother.
Dickwad?
Yeah.
It's a short, right?
Yeah, that was a buddy of mine
Richard
who produced
Wad.
that, wanted me to do it, and I go, yeah, sure.
All right, let's see, Patrick, if you would know what your first credit would be on IMDb, what they would put you down as your
The Paper Chase.
That is correct, yes.
Oh, with John Houseman?
Yep.
1986.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I had a word.
You had a word?
Oh, you got a word.
Was it a legal word?
I don't recall. I walked in and handed John Houseman something and left. That was it. Yeah.
But you did have FaceTime with the lead.
Was that word
As I
dickwad?
recall, yeah.
Do you recall how excited you were when you got that part, and how excited you were when you were on that set? It's different, right?
Oh, that's just because I'd maybe done some TV commercials before then, and so
you weren't totally green.
Yeah, pretty much. No, it's just like extra.
Going back to that canon stuff you guys were talking about, there are movies that I watched back in the I would say mid to late 80s, early 90s that I don't know how I would be able to get a hold of it, but they weren't great movies, but I still, however many years later, I want to watch them. There's a movie called Taking It Off that I remember watching.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
This was stuff that it would end up on HBO, Cinemax.
Yeah.
It would be, sometimes they'd run it Cinemax after dark.
There's a movie called Hunk that I want to go back and watch.
I remember that one.
You remember that
Yeah.
one? I want to, I don't even know where to find it. And so I think we were talking to Kevin Smith. I can't find a digital version of Cannonball Run anywhere. That's not, that's actually cinema compared to those other two movies I was talking about. But
are you talking about
remains of the day?
Some of these quote unquote 80s skin, hard bodies and stuff like that? Yeah. I don't know where in the world those things exist.
Did any of those end up in your canon litany, or were they more African based? Were they all based in Africa? The films that you were doing for canon?
Well, both of them. No, we were shooting Africa for St. Kitts.
Okay,
yeah,
I got you.
Yeah, but no, that was an interesting experience. Yeah. I was able to, Oliver Reed showed me his penis by day 3. Yeah, we were up in his room, the Santon Sun.
He was, by the way, a legendary alcoholic.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he had a tattoo.
Hardcore.
He had a tattoo on that thing. And his wife, Josephine, so she was 24 at the time. He was 49. He met her when she was 16 years old.
Oh, boy.
He went on a cruise with her when she was 16, and her mother came as a chaperone. But those Brits. They're creepy. Yeah. So, what do they have to offer? The food, the teeth, it's just all bad. Another half. Listen, I don't want to get into it. Of course, she told him to put it away, but he had to show it to me. And then he actually broke it out at a restaurant. We were at a restaurant with Herbert Lom and Hertha and everybody. And then he stands up at the restaurant and whips it out. Yeah, he was a madman. Yeah.
Herbert Lom is another legendary. So if you're talking about the ones who are legendary for their drinking antics, Richard Harris,
yes,
Oliver Reed, who else would be Peter O'Toole,
right?
All those guys.
Yes, but Reed would have been the one to have the cloak. They called it the cloak, and that was the king of all of them.
Right,
Reed would outdrink all of them, and Keith Moon back in the day. But he would start at 10 o'clock in the morning with whiskey and try to get me drinking on set, and I'd be like, "Listen, you got me all night, but I can't do that. I should have been drinking. It would have loosened me up because I'm just absolutely horrible in these films." So so stiff. Yeah, they're really up.
I'm going to give you a break. It was early stuff, you know.
Well, it's the first thing I'd ever done. You know,
you're not supposed to be at the top of your game at that point.
No, I just recently failed out of junior college, and now I'm in Africa doing movies. I thought, this is great. I'm having a blast. It's a great experience, but the movie says something I don't want to.
So you failed out. See, what Wikipedia would have us believe that you chose to leave to pursue a career in acting and modeling.
No, I failed out, and then 2 years ago they made me Alumni of the Year and the commencement speaker.
That's great. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. When the woman from the college called me on the phone, I go, you realize I didn't finish, right? And she goes, we're aware of that. And then then I go, your alumni pool must not be that deep. And she said, nothing.
Nothing.
Your alumni pool.
If you just tuned in, it's Patrick Warburton who's in our studio. Zootopia 2 is coming out on November 26th. Are you still, Patrick, you still doing your big golf outing and an event that you did carried on for a while? Is that still happening?
Yeah.
Cool.
But we're coming up, I think this is year 16. Last year, we made $6.4 million.
Oh, wow.
We actually beat the Memphis FedEx, the national one.
That's huge.
So we beat St. Jude at St. Jude last year, but we've been by
For
year
St.
3 it was
Jude?
the number one event for St. Jude tournament in the nation. Now we have satellite events. We have one at TPC Sawgrass that my buddy Kevin Rahm hosts, and we got him to do that, and then we got another one in like Naples, Florida.
So Preston plays. He's been going through the thing that I assume that happens to all golfers at some point.
No, that game's gone to garbage.
He was doing great at the beginning of the year, and it took would you call it an inexplicable?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened.
Yeah.
It'll come back. You know it will.
I hope so. Yeah, I know. But I've put it off for now. Usually I'm a late season golfer. I'm like, I got to get away from this. It's pissing me off. So that's where I am. No, I do love a great run event, and yours sounds like a blast.
Yeah. It's really fun. Yeah.
How many days is it?
It's like 4 days.
4 days?
So we have big nights, we'll have a songwriters night where we have like 5 of the top songwriters in the nation, they'll come up from Nashville and do a songwriters night, which is cool. The next night's the big jam, and we'll have as many as 9 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame artists on stage in one night. But we've had Stephen Stills, Michael McDonald, of course, Alice Cooper. That's
the Holy Grail?
That's the Holy Grail.
Okay.
Yes, they got to get better.
I mean, that's he seems to be. We talked about this off. Nick is a massive fan. We were talking about your fandom and the sweatshirt that you thought had his essence on it when you.
Yeah.
But he seems to be enjoying life. He's not the days of obviously the earlier pissed off or more.
He's got a wife and daughters.
He's enjoying things, and you see him doing things. Maybe now's the time. Maybe you're coming up on that moment where he acquiesces and ends up at your golf tournament.
One of these days.
All right. Speaking of music and everything, you're a drummer? Yes.
No.
I thought you played drums.
No, I sang a little bit. Yes,
okay, no, you don't play any instruments.
I had a Pearl Jam cover band. I got asked to do a Christmas album last year, and I got to do it with Lyle Lovett and Patti LuPone and everything. And the song I did apparently is the big hit, and it's called Sky Surfing. So you guys are going to have to play Sky Surfing. It's kind of a cross between Johnny Cash and the Beach Boys.
Huh.
Yeah, but you're going to have to, over the holidays. I don't know if it fits in with your mix here. I don't think so. But no, it's kind of cool. It's a little Beach Boy. It's actually
we
cool.
play a lot. We have we're one of we hold an event every year where we literally play every song in the library, thousands of songs, back to back, and so we have a wide little latitude.
That baritone voice of yours, though. I mean, do you have range? You get up there a little bit?
A little bit. No, it's not tremendous, but okay. I could really lean into.
Can you pull off a good John Anderson? Yes, sir.
No, but I could do a mean version of Hurt.
Oh, okay.
No doubt. I can hear that.
Yes.
Johnny Cash killed it with that one.
Yeah.
And then he died.
Yeah. I have a rough cut of it on my phone.
Really?
Of
Hurt.
Of Hurt?
You singing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you send it on over?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can actually plug it in right now.
I don't know if we can plug it in.
Yeah,
Well, it depends on.
Is it an iPhone?
He's
It's an
probably
iPhone.
got a. I probably don't have the right dongle for it. I'm assuming Patrick Warburton has the most up to date. He's probably got a USB-C.
You would
port.
figure
Did
that.
they change the dongle on it?
Yeah. Now it's USB-C. Yeah, we don't.
Oh
have
yeah.
that.
No.
All right. So if you can text it to.
Yeah.
Can you text it over? We'd give us. I'd love to hear your version of Hurt.
Yeah.
The Trent Reznor now says that is the best version of Johnny Cash. Not yours, but
Yes.
but maybe
he hasn't heard mine.
He hasn't heard yours.
Yeah.
I'll send it to Marissa. Oh wait, you got the right dongle?
Oh wait a minute. Okay.
Okay.
This is a cross between Johnny Cash and the Nine Inch Nails version.
Okay.
A little bit leaning more into the Johnny Cash version. And, and we got guitar and drums. It's just not quite finished yet, but this will be great. They'll kill me. The band will kill me if I play it, but I don't want to.
We won't tell you.
Yeah. All right. So we've got the adapter set up. If you hand it to me, I'll plug it in and then I'll hit play.
That's it.
Okay. Got it.
Look at that. This is a world exclusive.
World exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is it?
Yep.
I hurt myself today to see if I still feel.
Yeah.
I focus on the pain, the only thing that's real.
It's a system.
Yeah, something keeps happening here.
Yeah, damn it, the damn dongle.
It's asking me if are you connected to a pair of headphones? Well,
if you have headphones, it might be going straight to your headphones.
Or somebody else might have headphones out or something.
Oh, there's a device.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Dude, son of a bitch.
You just got a text.
Oh, is that what that was?
Are you kidding me?
The old familiar sting.
Your pipes are killer, man. It's for this.
Kill it all away, but I remember everything. What have I become? My sweetest friend.
And this is your band?
No.
Okay.
Burn the ball.
Everyone I know goes away in the end, and you could have it all. My empire of dirt, I will let you down.
Nice.
I will make you hurt.
There you go.
Dude, you got a good voice, man.
Yeah, man.
It is clean. It is a clean voice.
You know what I
got
do?
there.
I do a parody of the Johnny Cash video where you're there surrounded by the antiquities from Family Guy.
Yeah.
Your Puddy jacket. But that video, that whole thing is so. It's one of the most powerful songs ever written.
Yeah.
I mean, so are you hardline, mainline Pearl Jam? Is that greatest rock band of all time in your estimation?
It is, absolutely. Listen, I'm a huge Tool fan. I love Tool. I love a lot of bands, but, Vedder's been my muse throughout the years, and always I would argue that, because Seattle, like Jerry Cantrell's a buddy of mine. I love Jerry. I can't believe that, I love Alice in Chains. I love those other bands, but they were all always just kind of, dark and angsty. Whereas Pearl Jam is also a light at the end of the tunnel. So I would kind of argue that, out of those bands, the Beatles, that did it all, still Pearl Jam,
Yeah.
But I love a lot of stuff. It's funny. I got drunk with Kid Rock one time, and he lectured me because I had my Pearl Jam cover band. He's like, Dad, you got me singing like Waylon Jennings or Johnny Cash. He goes, this is what you got to be doing. And I go, well, I don't like country. And I go, I'm not going to quit my day job. He goes, but this is what you should be doing. This is, so I'm like just taking a page out of Robbie. That's his real name. Yeah, right.
Guys, I'm getting the wrap up from Patrick's piece.
All right.
I'm sorry. I know.
Damn it.
I'm sorry.
Patrick wants to stay, man.
That's right.
He's got
He really
stuff
does.
to do.
What else are we doing? Come on.
Well,
Well, you got to promote Zootopia too, which is again not lying, getting tremendous reviews.
And the first one was wonderful. So they know what they're doing over there at Disney, and it is opening in theaters on November 26th. So get out and see it and look for Wind Dancer, Mayor Wind Dancer, played by Patrick Warburton. It is great to see you, sir.
Great to see you, Preston.
Thanks for being here. We appreciate
Absolutely.
it. You got
Awesome.
it. Patrick Warburton, guys, give him some love.
guys.
We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. Stay with us. Blank. All I could get out of my mouth was, can I have my change in metal money instead of coins? You couldn't come up with the name
money.
coins. Do you have metal money?
Metal money.
That's great.
Let's see. I will go next to this one. Somebody said, instead of saying reindeer once, I said Christmas llama. Another one says, my boyfriend thought I was clever when I asked what the right word for an angry... Wait. My girlfriend or my boyfriend that was clever when I asked what the right word for an angry parade was. It's a protest.
Oh, God, yeah.
And they
Angry
couldn't
parade.
an angry parade of people. And, let me go to Brian. Hey, Brian, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Good. How are you?
Good. Do you want to share something with us?
Yeah. So back in college, well, they were doing, I don't know, yard work or something on our apartment complex, and they had like tractors and like backhoe type things all around. And our one friend referred to it as like, oh, what's up with all the cranes out here?
Well, there's some people with heavy machinery.
Don't know the names.
That don't know. Well, that's incorrect. A backhoe's a backhoe. Yeah. But
I call everything a backhoe. Like,
Do
I
you?
mean, I would know the difference between a backhoe and a crane, but like, I
Like
don't.
a bulldozer, you call it a backhoe?
I'm like, oh, what are all those backhoes doing?
Think of the
over there?
movement
Like,
of the. It's scooping.
I know, but like, I don't know what the other things are, so I just call them all backhoes.
But a crane, yeah.
I would know a crane.
I would give that person a pass on that.
This one says, I can't remember who said it, but ever since I heard a person call a cupcake a party muffin, they were permanently renamed in my mind.
Love that.
I like that too. Once I had to listen to my mother tell a 10-minute story about all the honkers she saw in the park. She meant geese.
Okay.
Right. Not knockers.
So she would call them honkers. Here's one that said they were in Target, and I forgot the word for insecticide or even bug spray, and so I asked an attendant for a can of bug murder.
Oh, my God.
Mom, it says my mom once referred to Guitar Hero as carpet banjo.
All right.
I like that one. Another one says couldn't remember the word athlete, so I went with sportican.
Couldn't remember athlete.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, listen, it's a common word that will escape you,
right?
And it happens. In fact, this one said I forgot the word for pants. And so I called them long-sleeved shorts.
Oh, yeah.
When this
we did growing up, they were long-sleeve shorts.
Really?
Yeah, yes. Exact same
It's
terminology.
usually you're doing something like, you know, and you're trying,
And
that's
by the way,
that's where these words are born.
I've often posited that when you can't think of a word, that is contagious. That can be like, if I can't think of a word
You
and
can cause other people to forget the word.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
Oh, yeah.
know why that is.
Yep.
And there is there a word that anytime you try to say it, you forget what it is?
Well, you know what?
A word that eludes you because I have one and I'm trying to think of what that actual word is.
What is it?
So, okay, because I would often say this because, when I would like drink, I would get out of control.
Right.
And I have my best friend never did. So he always had the ability to control it. And there's this word. And every single time I talk to him.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Moderation!
Moderation.
Oh, you can
moderation.
You can never think of the word
Can't
moderation.
think of the word moderation.
Okay.
Every single time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everything in moderation.
Everything
It's one of those things you just have a hard time recalling.
Right.
For whatever reason. Okay.
You know what happens? People will make me forget actors or things that they're trying to remember. If they try to remember a name, who is that person? Now, if they didn't seem to be forgetting it, I would probably remember it much quicker. But there is a level of contagiousness involved with that.
There was 3 different conversations that Chuck and I were having, and he couldn't remember the word hipster. And all 3 conversations, we sat there for like a half an hour.
Right.
Could not remember. And even after the first one, we knew that it was hipster, but we couldn't remember the term hipster. And I actually just listened to I love Gary Goldman, and he had an album come out in 2016. And he's got a whole bit about synonyms because he had a friend who was telling him about a documentary about Hitler. And the word that she was searching for was atrocities. But she didn't come up with atrocities. She called them shenanigans.
Okay.
Hitler's shenanigans.
Here's a text that says, my son's friend didn't know the word for tank top, so he called them hot shirts.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Another one says, my son calls the aquarium a fish zoo.
Okay.
There's a difference between a little kid name and you just not being able to remember it, and you all of a sudden give it another name. I'm going to go to Joe. Hi, Joe. You're on the air. Good morning.
Hey, Gadzooks.
Hey, Gadzooks, buddy. What's up?
So years ago, when my oldest daughter, when she was smaller, we were driving past the farm, and I was like, "Look, it's and then I said, "It's a moo-moo," and she goes, "You mean cow?"
The kid knew right away.
What's even funnier is the fact that later, we've done it for so many years that my younger daughter goes into school, and they said, "What's this?" And they picture of a cow, and she goes, "It's a moo-moo."
Yep.
And they're like, "It's a cow." She goes, "No, it's a moo-moo."
It becomes
moo-moo. She never realized what cow, like it was actually named cow.
It becomes part of the modified vocabulary. I remember us calling them moo-moos for the longest time. Yeah.
Let me go next to, where is this? Oh, yeah, it's Mike we're going to go to. Hey, Mike, good morning.
Oh, my balls.
Oh, my balls.
What's up, Mike?
Hey, first thing, Preston, congratulations on 50,000.
Hey, how about it?
Way to go.
Oh, my balls. And I was one of those 50,000.
You're in for some real entertainment, my man. Thank you for following. What's up?
All right, so my son, he's 16. When he went to daycare, she got paid every Friday. Some days we'd give her a check, some days we'd give her cash. And one day we forgot. So she said, "Hey, tell your parents, remember to pay me." My son goes, "Oh, yeah. You like the paper monies, not the little round ones."
The little round
coins.
ones. Right.
The little round ones have been a thing with us forever since then.
So you've used that. Yep, I love it. It's like the metal money.
It's funny because kids are obviously prone to do that because they're building their vocabularies at that point. But when you're an adult, and you call it a moo-moo.
Yep, that's a different story. So let me go to Dylan. Hey, Dylan, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Sorry to bother you guys at work.
It's okay.
No, we want it. What's up, bud?
So I was camping with my girlfriend, and we walked past this little pond, and I go, "Look at that dove goose." And she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "That, like, classy duck." It was a swan.
It was a swan.
A dove goose.
Classy duck. Or dove goose. You just couldn't come up with the name swan. I love it. All right. Thank you, Dylan.
Duck over there.
Appreciate
What an elegant dove goose.
Stop looking at me, classy duck. All right. I was looking for that. Stop looking at me, swan.
I got you.
All right. Thank you.
Typing it in.
That's like a go-to for you.
Stop looking at me, Swan.
All right, let's see. This says, growing up, we had a piece of furniture that we didn't know what to call. Was it a bureau, a dresser? And we all agreed to call it Uncle Fred. And that's weird until we have company, they said. So I don't know why. All right, so that's not exactly what this is. All right, here, my buddy once forgot the name, the term air horn and called it spray scream.
Spray scream.
It's in a bottle, it's in a can.
That, yeah.
So, yep. Let's see. When my sister was young, she didn't know the word cemetery, so she would call it Dead People Field. This one says, at one point, I started Googling Map of the Year because my brain short-circuited and I couldn't recall the word calendar.
Oh my God.
Map of the year.
Map of the year.
You probably get a lot of that when people have had some sort of head trauma and they're trying to when they're trying to fuse ideas together. You know.
Yeah.
This one said, my husband wanted me to pass him the cooking tongs, and instead he said sausage tweezers. And that one could stick too. If you accidentally slip and say something like that, that's going to be what it is known from here on out. I'll go to Kenny. Hey, Kenny.
Bonjour, bitches.
What's up, buddy?
So we were going to my friend's place, and I couldn't remember the name. So my friends asked, like, "Where does he live?" And I'm like, the room houses? What the hell are room houses? Apartments.
Oh my God. So instead of
room
you just couldn't remember apartments.
Yeah.
Room houses.
Yeah.
And it makes sense.
Condos would be like that as well, right?
All right. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. So earlier I was talking about feathers.
Yes.
And I accidentally said flowers. This one said a girl called a feather a bird leaf.
There's like minds.
This says, my buddy couldn't find the word for lungs, and he came up with breath sacks instead.
Oh, my God.
And another one said, at a house party, when this trash bro came up to me, he said, hey, man, I'm about to score. You got one of those plastic penis socks? You wanted a condom.
Condom,
okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Another person said, I once referred to a fly swatter as a bug spatula when the name escaped me. I like that one, too. Bug spatula could be a name of a band. Someone said, I was looking for the word cereal, couldn't come up with it. Best I could do was breakfast soup.
Breakfast soup. I like that.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to go to, let me go to Joe. Hi, Joe. Good morning.
Hey, bitches.
Hey, what? What's up, Joe?
What's up? So, for some reason, I couldn't think of the word mango, and I was slipping with my words and be like, oh, yeah, that orange fruit. And then I thought I had it. I exclaimed, oh, yeah, Mongo.
Blazing Saddles.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a character in Blazing Saddles named Mongo. So Mongo instead of mangoes.
I think that's exactly what I was thinking of. That's just where my brain went.
Yeah.
Instead of mangoes.
Thanks,
So
Joe.
It's the way you transpose things in your mind.
So apparently, and the way behind that, the meaning behind that, Steve, or the reason, we're going to go to Dottie, who is a speech therapist and can help us out with a little bit of this. Hi, Dottie. Good morning.
Hi, you guys rock.
Thank you, Dottie. So there's an actual word for this not being able to think of a word?
Yeah, so it's called word retrieval. So you're not forgetting what you want to say. Imagine your brain is like a 4-drawer filing cabinet filled and filled and filled with files, right? Which are the words. You're just having trouble finding it. So it's tip of the tongue phenomenon. It's very common, and it actually gets worse as your vocabulary expands because you don't want to say pancake flipper. You want to say spatula. So you're hesitating so that you find the exact word that you want to say.
So you're saying that the more elaborate your vocabulary, the more likely you are to struggle for the perfect word.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right.
Right.
Interesting.
It's funny, Dottie, because when that guy called in, he called the cow.
WMMR.
Thanks, Marissa. There is a cheesesteak festival. It is not until next year, but it will be in Pottstown at Soul Joel's on April 26th, and you can sample the best cheesesteaks in the Delaware Valley. This is the first ever Greater Philadelphia Cheesesteak Festival. And it's powered by Gazzo Steaks, which I have a $50 gift card to give to you. And we'll take caller number 11, 610-660-9333. So come and get it. And if you need information about the Greater Philadelphia Cheesesteak Festival, you can get it at souljoels.com or gazzosteaks.com. Let's get into the Bizarre File story.
WMMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizarre File.
Brought to you by The Bagster. Buy yours now at any home improvement store. Just $29.99. You fill it up, they pick it up on your schedule. The Bagster, it's a dumpster in a bag. Buy, fill, and gone. In Illinois, as a man and his wife had collected tin from a barn from a do-it-yourself house project on Sunday, he fell off a ladder onto a pole that went through his right shoulder and into the left side of his neck.
Oh, Jesus.
John Davis, a 45-year-old man, has been in the ICU at St. Louis University Hospital ever since the accident. Doctors told the family that he had 7 broken ribs and a collapsed lung, and the road to recovery could be 6 weeks or longer. Davis's wife, Tammy, held his head as she waited for the EMT to arrive on the scene.
That's the dumbest thing I ever saw.
She said, I saw him fall. I went over and I tried to pick him up, and he was like, it's in me. And I wasn't understanding, and I got to look at his face, and I could see the thing bulging through his neck.
Could you imagine?
The pole was bulging out of his neck, and Tammy said that his body weight could have made it worse and punctured his head. Tammy stayed with Davis as they airlifted him. Davis's stepdaughter, Christine James, is an ER nurse and had arrived when she got the call, or had arrived at work when she got a call from her brother.
Would you like a sandwich?
She went and saw him after undergoing trauma surgery to remove the pole, and he was making jokes. Tammy also said that his sense of humor remains as he recovers.
It's amazing that he is alive.
Yeah, Davis is on antibiotics. He was placed back on oxygen and has a fever, but James is hopeful that he will recover.
So when a pole blows through your neck, they put you on antibiotics.
That's what they do. Yeah. A woman has some evidence that shows this interesting thing happened to her. Realtor Paige Batten purchased a home in October of 2024 to flip and resell it. Over the summer, Batten listed the home for sale. And on Friday, potential buyers and their agent called Batten to notify her that something was missing from the home. She said, I had a call on Sunday morning, and the person was like, hey, we're thinking about putting in an offer. When are you going to finish up the driveway? And I'm like, well, the driveway had a couple of cracks in it, but we're not planning on redoing the driveway. And she's like, well, maybe we're at the wrong house. So at least 3 vehicles were at the home on Friday. There was a truck with a trailer and a dump truck hauling a backhoe and a King cab truck hauling a back trail as well. The driveway was gone.
They stole the driveway?
They took the driveway. After speaking with neighbors, she said the trucks were there from nearly 9 a.m. to just around 11 a.m., and several neighbors in the area say they assumed that it was a job that Batten had hired them to do.
Hey, hon, didn't we have a driveway?
Some described the trucks that were previously mentioned, while others described a sound similar to a bulldozer. And now Batten is hoping to find the people behind this. She believes that workers had the wrong address and wishes they would come forward. If not, this could cost her nearly $12,000. But it was gone. They destroyed it. In Michigan, postal workers at the Allen Park facility were allegedly instructed to keep working after one of their coworkers was found dead in a machine.
Come on, Jake, walk it off.
It's kind of like that. So Nicholas John Acker was found stuck in a machine Saturday and had reportedly been dead for hours before firefighters arrived.
Yeah, the guy's dead. Get back to work.
One of Acker's close friends, Matthew Stifler, who is a postal maintenance mechanic, said that he helped pull Acker's body from the machine. Stifler also said that while Acker's body was still inside the machine, the plant manager instructed the employees to keep working. He said the plant manager wanted us to move to another part of the building and keep processing mail. Many workers took time off to grieve, but the manager threatened discipline. Stifler noted that employees who went to Acker's funeral were worried about retribution, calling the plant manager a problem and saying the issues had been ongoing.
It's life in the mail world.
Well, think about it. I mean, it's one of your coworkers.
Yes,
You're probably
a friend,
friends with
perhaps.
this person.
He's dead.
So he said he didn't want the mail to stop at all. The only reason it did was because the maintenance department, we weren't there. We were all taking time off to deal with the grieving. Stifler also said the plant manager hasn't said anything about Acker's death or addressed the safety concerns. He said he kicked me out of the plant because I was telling people about their rights. He expressed some fear about
He's good. He's really good with people.
Speaking out publicly, but insisted that the state do something about this.
That's absurd.
Yeah, totally. A New York Police Department detective has had her active cases removed and is under investigation after she appeared as a stripper in a music video called Doin' That by rapper Esquire. A viral video surfaced that showed a G-string wearing Melissa Mercado dancing on a stripper pole, clearly showing that she has experience in doing more than just busting bad guys. I mean, she's doing the booty pop. She's doing the twerking. She's got a booty on her.
This is going to help me make sergeant.
But she is flat out clapping her ass cheeks together in the video.
But she's doing that on her own time?
Yeah.
Still.
So here's the deal. TMZ confirmed that with law enforcement that Mercado's Special Victims Unit cases are now on hold and she's being reviewed for illicit extracurricular activities. Mercado has been in the force since 2018 and is assigned to the Bronx. One of the things that's being looked at is whether or not she had filed papers with the department that not only notified them, but also granted her permission to work a second job while serving in her role. That's something that all cops have to do in the Big Apple.
Okay.
If not, that would be a violation.
Don't they have a twerking division?
TMZ also...
I mean, she could have gotten the same disciplinary action if she was, working at Crumble Cookies.
Yes.
As a second job.
They make you twerk over there as well.
No, but it's not necessarily that she was twerking. It was that she had a second job that she didn't.
Here's your cookies and an ass slap.
It's part of it, too. TMZ spoke with the rapper and his team who said Mercado was referred to them by a casting agency and they were unaware that she was an officer. The New York Post spoke with a retired NYPD Special Victims Division Chief, Michael Osgood, who said it is unbecoming of a police officer to act that way in the public's eye.
Okay.
And so there may be moral things that you're not allowed to do as a police officer.
And perhaps that's part of the agreement that you signed. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so...
But I'm sure it probably would have happened had she been working at Crumble's Cookies.
Maybe. We can only hope.
Cookies!
I'd love to walk into Crumble and see that.
Oh, that's all.
You know?
The hell are you?
Wow. Even better.
Even better.
I can't
Yes.
believe this.
$25 for cookies? Yes. Yeah.
All right, and there you go. That's what I have in the bizarre file for you this morning. All right, we shall take a break. We'll come back in a second. Lesson question, trash, music news are on the way. Still got another gift card for Gazzo's. We'll give that away before the show is over, so stay right there. We'll be right back.
To his daughter, and his daughter's like, no, that's a cow. I was thinking, I'm like, dude, you don't even know that many words yet. Of course you know the word cow. Like, you know how many words we've learned over this, And I often thought of that, too, like as a kid and, an adult would come over and didn't remember, all of our names. You know, like you're like, how could you not remember my name? I'm your cousin, or but you know how many names I've learned over the last 40 years?
Is there a better way? Is there a way, Dottie, to train yourself or different?
Yeah, so I was just going to say, so Casey, the next time that you're searching for the word moderation, you're actually supposed to go through the alphabet quickly, and you'd be like A, B, C, and I promise you, when you get to M, moderation will come out.
Oh, that's an interesting. Just take the time, even if you.
I do it.
Go ahead.
I do it all the time. I work in a school, and the kids' names, like, I'm like my 37th year in a school, and all the kids' names blend together. So I'm like A, B, C, D. Oh, Jalen, hi.
There you go. Wow.
Very interesting.
All right, we'll give that a shot.
And so probably wouldn't work when you need to come up with the word quickly, but if it's escaping you.
You'd be surprised how quick. You would be surprised. Once you start doing it.
Oh, it's Xander.
Okay, you're right.
I've actually, I can write down the alphabet like from memory alone.
Wow, you are amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very good, Casey.
What if you forget a letter in the alphabet?
Yeah, what if that? All right, thank you, Dottie. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, a few others quickly. We're going to have to take a break here in a moment. This one says, I couldn't remember oven mitt, so I called it a heat gauntlet.
I love that.
Another one says, I couldn't think of the word robe, so I asked my friend for a towel jacket.
Yes. I mean, that's essentially what it is.
So, I always laugh about the way the Dyson company names their various appliances. So we have Dyson fans in the house, but they don't call them fans. They call them air multipliers.
Oh, well, air
multipliers.
Yep. This one says I couldn't remember the word for lid, so the only thing I could do was look for drink hats. That's what they called them, drink hats.
Oh, well, the decorative, and now I call them beauty tacks, but they're the you put in sandwiches.
Oh, yeah, toothpicks?
Toothpicks, yeah. I always call them beauty tacks.
Beauty tacks?
Yeah.
Okay. Another one says I was playing Pictionary with some friends, and the prompt was skunk, so I did my best to draw a skunk, and my friend yelled stinky cat.
That works.
Instead of skunk. Another one says I once called toothpaste tooth soap, and I couldn't think because I couldn't think of the name. And another one says when looking for the word sore, this girl couldn't think of it, and she said the words muscle hangover. So I guess after working out.
Oh, okay. All right. Got it.
Yeah. My friend was frustrated because she couldn't find her shoehorn and then said loudly, "Where is the boot spoon?"
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you think I said butt spoon?
No. Never mind.
It looks spoon-like. Yes.
And then the last one says, my mom always says wanky candles instead of Yankee candles.
Okay.
That could be interpreted as something else.
I do like that as
You
well.
touching your wanky candle again? All right, anyhow. But it's called, I even forgot what she said it was called.
Word retrieval.
Thank you.
Yes.
Nice.
And just go through the alphabet.
Yes.
It'll be all good. All right, we can reminisce about this stuff if you want to, ladies, because we have a sorority party we would like to invite you to at Parks Casino. This is going to be Wednesday, June 15th, 1 week from today, 6 to 8 p.m. We'll be in the Liberty Bell Beer Garden at Parks Casino. And we're going to do a square dance party. In fact, we have members of the Federation of Delaware Valley Square and Round Dancers.
There you go.
What a round dance. What's round dancing?
I think the edges are softer.
Oh, they must be.
Yeah.
I've never heard of round dancing.
Well,
There's
so
square dancing and round dancing.
We did square dancing, and we would move in a circle. Maybe that's just a riff.
So we'll take, you know what? We'll take, just to make Bill happy, 9 ladies that want to go. And you can bring a friend. Everybody has to be female and 21 years or older. 215-263-WMMR. So it is next Wednesday. We always like to have an activity to do at our parties. And this one is square and round dancing.
Why not?
I think round dancing may just be the more modern square dance.
Okay. All right. Let's get you on board, and we will do it up next Wednesday at Parks Casino. We're going to take a break. We'll come back in a second. Going live on Fox. Good day. Stay with us.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.
And
This is not the connoisseur.
No, it is
It's not your parents' connoisseur.
And Nick is giggling because I think he knows what it's about. So we were at Subaru doing our live broadcast a couple weeks ago, and I was online, and I was just pulling up some stuff, and I saw I saw sometimes these headlines, like in prep services, I'm like, okay, whatever, man.
Yeah.
And it was like, 5 of the best celebrity chef egg salad recipes. And I just turned to Nick and I go, Nick, what's your favorite celebrity egg salad recipe? And then, warranted, I just was doing it as a throwaway joking line. Nick gives me his top 3 favorite types of salads.
Of course he did.
And so then we started having a discussion amongst me and Casey and Nick of favorite types of salads. Now, by that, not really meaning lettuce-based salads.
Anything.
We were keying off of egg salad, but we were going through things like macaroni salad, potato salad, chicken salad, tuna salad.
And macaroni, did you say?
I said macaroni.
Okay, yeah,
sorry.
all right.
And there's three bean salad. There's bean salad.
Okay, yeah.
There's all kinds of different salads.
I ranked my 5.
All right. What were your 5?
Was tossing my in there?
No. Well, that's number 6.
I have no interest in having my salad tossed.
I've never. No. Listen, when a guy asks for it, I'll do it.
Okay.
But
You'll do it, but you don't want it done.
But no, I don't.
Either way.
That's what my bidet is for.
All right. Anyway, go ahead. Nick's favorite salads.
You want to 1 to 5 or 5 to 1?
5 to 1. I like ending at
3.
number 1.
Yeah, all right.
With a drum roll before we get to 1.
Number 5, and
Yeah.
this is just my personal ranking.
Yes.
Tuna.
Okay.
Then number 4.
Wait.
All right.
Okay. I'll forward it to you. I wrote it down too, Steve, so I didn't
Do you
forget.
have Rizzo counting them off, by the way, Casey? I think
But
in there
not
somewhere?
direct.
He does.
It's going the
He
other
does
way.
the other way. Yeah.
1,
Tuna?
2, 3.
All right, number 5.
I'll tell you all my salads.
I'll toss your
I'll
salad.
toss your salad back there behind the house over there.
Yeah.
This is my ranking. Number
Right.
5, tuna. Steve, number 4, potato. Number 3, egg. Number 2, macaroni.
Wow.
Number 1, chicken.
Chicken salad.
All right,
Okay.
so I admire your diversity. I say I would disagree heartily a lot of it,
Heartily?
but I believe in your this list.
I think you and
I
I-
believe it means something to you, and I respect that.
Thank you.
really
Because
very
you and I
much.
we're on the same page quite a bit.
We are.
Food
However,
related.
I'll
All right.
tell you this: I stand in direct contradiction to my wife's own salad loves. Someone who I've seen naked. So,
So there's that.
so there's that.
Right.
I love. Well, let you go first. I want to hear everyone else's before I commit to my list.
I'm actually making my list right
Oh,
now.
all right.
I didn't.
All right, I'm going to go. I'll tell you this.
I
was
need
gonna
to
say-
come up with number 5.
I'll tell you what. Okay.
No, I was going to say I could go first because I don't like any of those because they contain mayonnaise and it.
You don't like mayonnaise?
No, to me it disgusts me. I could tolerate.
There's mayonnaise in my shorts right now.
I could tolerate chicken salad.
You know what though? Hang on a second. One of the best tuna salads I've ever had was not mayonnaise based. It was oil based.
See, that I could do.
With like some capers and a lemon in there.
It's just and listen, I used to like it, but like over the years, I can't stand mayo. So any of those, I pass up on.
What
them.
about cream cheese? Can you do cream cheese?
If it's
like a cream cheese salad.
I don't like cream cheese that much, but if it's light, maybe.
Cream cheese
Because
nuts and
I
mayonnaise.
saved this recipe for an egg salad that calls for cream cheese.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I hate egg salad.
Oh, so that would be would that not even
I
be
am
in your
not
top
a fan
5?
of potato salad. In the battle of there's always potato salad and macaroni salad side by side. Macaroni wins every time.
All right, I got my list here.
All right.
All right.
So, and 2 of them are kind of the same.
Why is there no TV coverage of this?
Well, I'll explain here. So I have number 5 is pasta salad, but number 4 is macaroni salad. In case he's like, well, they're the same thing. No, not the way
No.
Thank you.
No.
Yeah.
Heathen.
So
Pasta salad doesn't have mayo.
Yes,
I
you're right.
could go with pasta salad.
That's oil based, right? Yeah. So that's usually oil or maybe some Italian dressing or
Yes.
something like that.
I love
Wait,
pasta
does
salad.
macaroni salad have mayo in it?
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
Oh, okay.
And then you're thinking maybe a different version of macaroni salad, but yes, it's got mayo and sometimes a little sugar. So sometimes they make it a little bit.
I've had
sweet.
macaroni salad.
cheese.
I've had pasta salad with something that was very similar to like a mayonnaise-ish type of thing. But macaroni salad can operate on many different levels.
man.
And Casey's,
I mean, pasta salad, excuse me.
right, yeah. So Casey has a point, though, that pasta salad can be made with macaroni. but that's not macaroni salad.
Right.
No.
Yes.
Right.
Agreed.
Unless you're a
Agreed.
jerk.
Now, somebody just texted something that I completely forgot about and would put on my list. So
Is it ambrosia?
It's ham salad. You guys ever had ham salad?
I don't like it.
Is that like hoagie salad? Because I've had a hoagie
No,
salad.
it's not quite like hoagie dip is kind of hoagie salad, I guess you could call that. But
Yeah.
But no, ham salad is essentially it's ham and some relish and mayo and salt and pepper, and it's kind of blended up. And the ham is finely, like not even minced. It's like even smaller than that. It's kind of blended.
I've had it with like cubed ham in it, Preston.
Oh, man, that too.
Right.
That's that's chunky ham salad. All right. So anyway, let me finish my list. All right. Get on my back. It's over.
It's over.
All right. So
coming back, Vietnam people trying to tell me what their favorite salads were. I got my own list.
Remember, this is Stupid Preston and Steve chat, by the way.
Yep.
Number 3, I would make tuna salad on my list. I do. It's got to be made the right way, though. That's the thing. I'm really picky about it. One of my favorite tuna salads is from Panera. Number 2 would be chicken salad. And without question, no holds barred, my absolute favorite type of salad is potato salad. Wow. Potato.
Wow. Do you boil them?
I love it. I mash them. I shove them in a stew. No, but I like all different kinds of. I like the German potato salad.
Potatoes.
Yep. I like
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
tons of different. My mom made this really great potato salad, which every now and then, it's a lot of work to make it, but every now and then we'll make it. It's got bacon and egg and pickles and bread and butter pickles. I know you hate those, Casey.
Not a big fan.
But yes, I think potato salad is by far my number one.
And so
that's
we're
just
not
me
talking
personally.
about any lettuce-based salad, kale-based
So
salad.
I think we're
spinach
staying
salad.
away from
No,
that.
because
Okay.
that's
Just wanted to make
that's
sure.
a standard. And there's
Yeah.
so in that case, I would love a Mediterranean salad. I would love.
I'd love a Greek salad.
Spinach, arugula, also as well, Preston. But like a feta, olives.
Actually, I will go with a wedge. I like a good wedge.
All of that in a classic
wedge.
Mediterranean stew.
Yeah.
All right, Steve, I want to hear your list.
Salad stew. Okay. I don't even know if I can put this. All right. So I love tuna salad.
Okay, is that your 5 or your 1?
Okay, this is hard, man. This
I
is harder
know.
than I thought.
This seems frivolous and
No,
stupid on
this-
you try it.
Wars have been fought over this.
You try and make your list of top
The
salads.
Peloponnesian War was a salad-based war.
I did
The
not
Peloponnesian
know that.
War
Yeah,
was?
absolutely. I'm gonna.
Need to take a breath after I hear that song every time. Another celebration at the end of the world. 93.3 WMMR Mammoth. Wolfgang Van Halen, of course, 10:15, and the Preston and Steve Show. As the Thursday morning is inching more slowly, but picking up some momentum into a No Sad Bro Friday. We're feeling very good about that weather-wise. We're looking pretty good for tomorrow. High 56. Clouds, but it's going to be fairly mild compared to the windy conditions and cooler temperatures we had earlier in the week. So, yay for us. All right, it's lesson question time, and we are going to give away a pair of tickets to the Big 5 Classic. If you can answer this question, what does E.T. call Sabrina Carpenter's private parts? 610-660-9333. That was from this morning at 7 a.m. Somebody had texted earlier this morning and said, if that is not the lesson question today, then we're really giving up, okay?
Hope you wrote it down.
What does E.T. call Sabrina Carpenter's private parts? Hopefully you remember this one. And if you do, call now because we got a prize over here on this end waiting for you. Let's get to the trash.
The trash business is a gold mine. 93.3 WMMR with Preston and Steve's Hollywood Trash.
Brought to you by Horizon Services, and it makes getting through the holidays easy with seasonal tune-ups to keep your system running smoothly and heater safety checks. Plus, they're always ready to help with same-day emergency services any day of the week, even on holidays. What's up this morning, Steve?
Well, Preston, a masked man sporting a ballistic helmet and carrying an AR-15 robbed a Las Vegas casino last Thursday. Unfortunately, the thief could not remove his helmet and attempted to elude police by pretending he was part of a lounge show called Tactical Elvis.
Hey!
Rapper Boozy Badass revealing on a podcast that he often uses Viagra and is not embarrassed to admit it. Badass says what he is embarrassed about is using the Viagra to make his souffles rise.
Oh, my God.
And finally, reality star Spencer Pratt calling out Governor Gavin Newsom for what he says is his completely incoherent response to the Palisades fires. Newsom has responded, saying every municipality and every resource until further notice is always. And that's your Hollywood Trash.
All righty, we will see if you know the answer to this. What does E.T. call Sabrina Carpenter's private parts? And I believe we have Tom going to take a crack at it this morning. Hey, Tom, good morning.
Yoo-hoo.
All right.
Yoo-hoo.
Tom, and what does E.T. call Sabrina Carpenter's private parts?
Squinplat.
Squinplat. That's correct, buddy. Hang on, and we are going to give you those tickets to the Big Five Classic Saturday, December 6th at the Xfinity Mobile Arena. You can see Temple, Villanova, LaSalle, St. Joe's, Penn and Drexel battle it out in one epic city basketball showcase. And you can visit XfinityMobileArena.com/Big Five Classic for the tickets.
Now, Preston and Steve's Music News on 93.3 WMMR.
Brought to you by Worldwide Stereo. You want to see a grown man cry? Toss your old TV and surprise your football lover with a real home theater this holiday from Worldwide Stereo. Montgomeryville, Wayne, and WorldwideStereo.com, making the holidays more fun since 1979. So Foo Fighters returned to Mexico City at the Corona Capital Festival on Friday. The band played a 120-minute set, and it was their first performance with Ilan Rubin as their new drummer, and hits spanned their 30-year career. They played classics like All My Life, The Pretender, These Days, My Hero, Learn to Fly, and Everlong. Dave's group also covered Motorhead's Ace of Spades during the show on the main stage.
Was the last time you saw the Foo Fighters, the last time was it at the festival years ago?
Long time ago, yeah.
Yeah, and they were phenomenal then.
They were. Dave told the audience 10 years ago or 12 years ago, we came down to play a couple of shows here. And it was those shows in Mexico City to help make our Sonic Highways TV series and record possible. And so I want to thank you guys, Mexico City, for helping the Foo Fighters continue making music, continue doing the thing we love to do. Corona Capital, by the way, drew over 78,000 attendees on day one. That's a big-ass
crazy attendance in Mexico City and South America. Some of the countries get these huge turnouts.
Yep. So apparently he did well. It was his first time drumming with the band. Derek Whibley wrapped up recording an acoustic album of some 41 songs. He's thinking about hitting the road with the stripped-down tracks. Former Sum 41 frontman dropped this news while
Rachel, I'll see you at Applebee's tonight.
While at Vans Warped Tour in Orlando this past weekend. He said, I'd like to do an acoustic tour of some 41 songs, and I have an acoustic record that may come out sometime soon, and I'd like to go on tour, but again, there's no plans of any of it. He had also mentioned that he has no concrete plans for an official release yet, but he hasn't stopped creating, and he picks up his guitar each day. He said, I play every day. I have no plans or I don't know what I'm going to do with music, but I play guitar every day. I write music every day, and I have a stockpile of songs and music that are just kind of sitting there, and eventually I'm going to want to do some stuff with that.
That guy was right on the precipice of death.
Yeah.
He literally almost drank himself to death.
Yep, he had a real bad problem. All right, so if you are a grunge fan with some deep pockets, you might be interested in placing a bid for this significant piece of rock history. Next March, Christie's Auction House has the distinct honor of being the one place that you can buy the exact guitar used by Kurt Cobain in Smells Like Teen Spirit in that video. Yeah. It's being auctioned as part of the Jim Irsay collection, and the Fender is expected to fetch between $2.5 and $5 million.
For some reason, they're pairing it with the Sasquatch mask from Harry and the Hendersons. And I guess maybe Seattle?
Oh, that's
Maybe. I have a friend who owns one of Kurt's guitars.
Really?
Yes. He bought it at auction.
How much?
I don't know. I didn't ask.
Does he ever play it, or is it just on display?
No, he gave it to his son. So it's in a case. It's not mounted on the wall or anything like that. And I assume his son plays it from time to time. But it wasn't, this one that was in Smells Like Teen Spirit, which is considered, the
iconic.
Yeah, and considered the opened up the doorway to the world of grunge. So it's a big deal. So if you got $2.5 to $5 million, you may want to think about it.
I don't know.
And I have a follow-up story. Yesterday, I read an email, and I said apparently I was getting the name wrong. It was Edie Ritchie, who was letting us know about Eric Bazillion's plaque in Center City or in Philadelphia that is missing, and had written out to the Philadelphia Music Alliance team And so I read the email on the air yesterday, and they're trying to track somebody down, see what they can do about getting a replacement plaque. Well, I got an email from Edie this morning. He says, wow, wow, and wow. I just received this response from the Music Alliance soon after you read the email. So I thank you. The power of radio is real because I don't believe anyone would have ever responded to me. Thank you so very much, even though you pronounced my name wrong, and then she tells me how to pronounce it. But they wrote, hi, Edie. Thanks for reaching out. We actually have big plans in 2026 for most of the plaques on the avenue. Stay tuned for some exciting announcements.
All right. Good. So maybe they're all getting a refurb. There you go.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I read that, and it happened.
That's right.
Radio works.
Damn right.
How come you never read a letter from Casey about wanting a swim spa years ago?
Huh. It's interesting that you didn't do that. How come you didn't read that letter about
He said
that?
stuff on air for years. So
Yeah.
I didn't think
It's
I
not
needed
my
to.
voice.
So anyway, but that's good news.
That is great news
So
because it's sort of a, I don't want to say an abomination, but you got to have Eric Bazillion.
Yeah, so
on that walk.
Just thought I'd pass that along, and thank you, Music Alliance, for listening. We appreciate that. All right, and then as we take a break, let's give away our last $50 gift card to Gazzo's Steaks. We'll take caller number 7, 610-660-9333. Make sure you grab your friends and family members and maybe even a couple that you don't like and head to the Greater Philadelphia Cheese Steak Festival, powered by Gazzo's at Soul Joel's on April 26th. Details at souljoels.com or gazzossteaks.com. So caller number 7, you'll get to try the Apollo, man, the truffle cheesesteak. It's fantastic.
It smells great.
We have the Balboa, which is the buffalo-style chicken cheesesteak, and the OG Gazzo's cheesesteak with Casey had Cooper Sharp and onions and on a seeded roll. Fantastic. So thank you guys at Gazzo's. They have a variety of great things there for you to try. We'll be back in just a moment. Stay with us.
You twisted my melon because of the last second introduction of pasta salad.
Okay. Yeah.
Because pasta salad is so versatile. You could put tuna in a pasta salad. You could put chicken in a pasta salad.
Absolutely. But I think that it still remains at its heart, whatever you add to it, a pasta salad.
I love tuna salad prepared. I'm like you, man. It's got to be the right way. If you F it up, I'll slit your throat. I will tell you this. We actually have a tuna salad brought in from the Broadway Deli on Hicksville Road in Long Island from our relatives every time they come down.
That's the best?
That's the best.
Your favorite?
That's our favorite.
Okay.
All right. And then you move on to, I would say, chicken salad's okay. In a barbecue setting where you have potato and macaroni always wins. I'm going to go with tuna and pasta salad as my favorite salads.
Okay.
I don't like potato salad. I hate egg salad. Macaroni again will be a winner. Chicken in a pinch, but I'm not as my palate is not as cultivated as yours, as you guys.
I do like egg salad, but I will back you up, Steve. It can be a little scary sometimes. It can be a little daunting. Do you like deviled eggs?
Not much.
Okay.
And then to me, it's
kind of like deviled eggs.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm surprised. Well, not surprised, but my friend Matt just texted me, why didn't we include fruit salad? And I,
man, I didn't even think of that.
I
love fruit salad.
But we're going to have to, I think, we're staying savory.
I know.
God damn
We are staying savory. Okay.
Because I didn't think of it until when you brought up ham salad, Preston. That made me think of shrimp because they're both pink. So then I was thinking shrimp salad.
I just want to quote the Wiggles. Fruit salad. Yummy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on.
Do any of those, Nick, do any of them sneak into your top 5? You had mentioned shrimp salad. Does that sneak into your top 5 at all?
I'm afraid shrimp does. I think shrimp.
Okay. So you're saying tuna's out.
What does it bump from your original 5, which was?
Shrimp bumps tuna.
Yeah, because tuna was his 5th.
Are you kidding
I agree.
me?
I like shrimp salad a
No.
lot. It's
Never
got to
had
be
it.
made. It's got like at a good restaurant. Shrimp salad can be divine.
That's right.
Not more than tuna.
That is accurate. Your opinion is right.
So tuna, potato, egg, macaroni, and chicken. But now tuna's been removed. It's now shrimp salad, potato, egg, macaroni, and chicken.
Yeah.
All right. Somebody texts in and said, "Why is no one saying cucumber salad?"
Oh, yeah, that's
cucumber salad's really good.
Because our genitals are intact.
I used to make that all the time. I forgot about that.
And that has no mayo. That's like an oil thing with you put a little sugar in there, make it sweet.
All right. For a summer salad, if you're going to have for a meal, a pasta salad is the way to go.
Is that the one that's got
massively versatile. You can have all different types of pasta. You can put chicken in it. You can put tuna in it,
especially if it's nice and cold.
Yes.
I like that.
So you keep saying barbecue in summer. Like the thought of a mayo-based something at a
Sitting out
barbecue
on a
makes
table?
me nauseous.
Right.
Don't you though? Isn't a macaroni and potato salad a standard at a picnic?
Oh yeah. No, you're
potato
right.
salad
it
is like the go-to.
I will leave the macaroni salad on the table every
Okay,
time.
okay.
Every single time.
On the poker table.
Yeah, but when you brought in
I'm going
pasta
all in.
salad, I'm all about pasta salad. I like those little swirly, whatever those things are called, pastas.
They're actually
they look like little,
swirly.
they look like
Rotini?
springs.
Rotini, Marissa, is that what it was? Rotini, I think.
They look like springs.
I know what you're talking about.
Her
Springs,
pasta.
yeah.
Yeah. Now, do you know why those are best for pasta salad? Those actual pasta, the shapes are specific for
Yes.
For certain dishes, and why they're done well is because that particular shape will hold all the herbs and things that you mix in there.
In the little
And it traps that
swirlies.
stuff. It'll the swirlies capture that.
But of my top five, the funny thing here is only one of my top five do I prefer a store-bought version over a homemade version.
Okay.
And so that was my number five. And Preston, if potato is your number one, you have to try the potato salad from Sleepy Hollow Deli on Springfield Road.
As for
It is-
Ichabod Crane.
It is the best potato salad out
Twist
there.
my arm.
I will.
Go ahead.
I will bring it in for you
I'm
tomorrow.
all in. I would do. I just thought of something.
What?
We've done like a chili cook-off. I'd do a potato salad judging contest any day of the
I
week.
want to
I'm gonna
unless
call in sick that day.
unless I know it's from Sleepy Hollow, I just won't eat it.
Potato salad?
yeah.
Like that's the only potato salad you'll have?
Uh-huh.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I've never. And people are like, "Oh, my mom's is the best." No,
Your mom's a slut.
she's a total whore. She's a total whore. Yes.
Filthy whore.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, your mom. You mean the filthy whore?
Yeah.
I don't want her salad.
But yeah, so I got potato 5, pasta is 4 because that actually has like cheese and like pepperonis and stuff in it, right?
And well, you
It
can
can.
make
Yeah.
it any. I like it with the little bits of cheese and stuff like that. It is so versatile.
Yeah.
And such a perfect summer meal.
All right. Jen has a pasta salad recipe that the entire world needs to know, she says.
All right, Jen.
All right, Jen. The world's ears are yours.
It's not a potato salad. Hi, Casey. It's me. Yeah.
Oh, hey, Jen. We went to college together.
Okay.
She's
Yeah.
big breasts.
I'm Alexa. So first of all,
Hang on,
Kathy,
Jen. Do you have big breasts? Because Casey just said you do.
Did I have big boobs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. He just wanted to point that out.
It overrided
Okay.
your salad that was going to redefine salads.
First
Okay.
of all, now that you said no macaroni, I don't know if Casey's going to like it. It's going to gross Kathy out for sure.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
But there is a good potato salad. There's a good macaroni salad with just peppers and vinegar and no mayo that you would like. But this is, I get Amish macaroni salad from the Acme,
No
which I
zippers.
love. And then I go to the Ardmore Farmers Market and I get fresh cooked lobster meat, crab meat, and shrimp, and cut that up.
Yeah.
And I mix that together. So it's a little bit of a cheat, but it's
Yeah, it is a
delicious.
cheat. So you take a store-bought pasta salad and then you're adding seafood to it.
That's not a recipe.
Yeah.
That is a recipe.
underwhelmed.
It's a recipe.
So it's not the best recipe in the world.
Well, listen, it sounds very inventive. I don't like 3 of the 4 ingredients, but otherwise, it sounds like a home run.
my boobs are still big.
Okay.
Casey's very happy about that.
Wait, well, time out. What about this, Kathy? You might like this with the swirly, squiggly pasta,
Uh-huh.
and just 3 red pepper, yellow pepper, green pepper,
Possum meat.
onions if you like it. If you don't, and then I use malt vinegar with balsamic vinegar,
Ooh.
and I mix that up, and sometimes some basil, like whatever I have in my garden, and I put that, not mayonnaise based, and it's kind of refreshing.
No
You can do
oil? No
cucumber.
oil in it, Jen?
No oil.
Okay.
No.
All right. Just vinegar.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Jen, do you have a kitchen or a laboratory? What's going on over there?
It's both. I like them to get
All
started.
right. Well, that's very cool.
All right. Thank you, Jen.
See you later.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right. Fred wants to defend a kind of potato salad you might actually like, Kathy. I'll go to Fred. Good
Okay.
morning, Fred.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Yeah.
How about homemade? Have you ever had homemade German-style potato salad? It's vinegar, absolutely no mayo.
No mayo.
You know what? Yes, actually, I think I have had that, and I do like it.
It's got bacon bits in it.
You like
And
bacon.
dice
You like
bacon
bacon.
Yep.
All right.
There you go. I'm German, so my grandma used to make it.
Excellent.
Is
All
your
right.
grandmom German?
Thank you, Fred. I knew somebody who made an Italian potato salad with oil and vinegar and a little bit of parsley in it, and that was pretty tasty.
You know,
too.
I don't know if this is different or not, but the woman who made that potato salad that I had was Greek, so I don't know if there's a Greek potato salad or if they're sort of making it like he said, like the Germans do, but it was that vinegar based.
I just forgot something that I really do love as well, and that's salad, but quinoa salad.
Ooh, yeah.
Quinoa salad, and specifically...
I'm over quinoa.
The Landing.
Yeah.
Which is Nick Elmy's, has the best quinoa salad I've ever had in my life.
So I made what I thought last year was a out of this world fruit salad. There was a guy at the shore who I met who they have these guys who drive around this truck. It's called Fresh Fruit.
Right.
And they pull up and they get out of the truck and they ring the bell. Ding, 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 and they stop there and go, Fresh! This really long fresh fruit scream. Well, I got this guy, Bernie, was his name, and he brought a bunch of fresh fruit over for me. It was really, really nice. It's kind of a welcome to the neighborhood type of thing. And it was, like pineapple and mango, and I had some bananas and, a lot of great fruit. So anyhow.
And was it indeed fresh?
Yeah, it was perfect condition, ready to cut and go. It was all ripe and ready. So I cut it up and I threw it in, and I kind of slapped together this fruit salad. So rather than just the fruit being together, I added honey to it. And most important ingredient,
mayo?
I squeezed some fresh lemon on it.
Oh, all right.
Really? Gives it even a little bit more tang.
Yeah.
And then I put in some walnuts in there, and it was the best fruit salad I've ever had. Thank you very much. Pat myself on the back. I was really happy about
Does
that.
that sound something like you would enjoy?
Yeah, well, when they said fruit salad, I was like, well, hello. Over
Yeah,
here,
you
obviously,
eat-
that would
yeah.
be my number
Does fruit
one.
salad make you toot?
Yeah, it's on MMR. David Byrne just got married. We were talking about that yesterday. So
That's right.
to you, Mr. Byrne. It is 10:34. Little once in a lifetime, my friend. We are wrapping up our radio program for the day. We have another one planned for tomorrow before we move into the weekend. I'll tell you about that in just a little bit. But I'd first like to thank a couple people who were involved in today's program. Dr. Rosenpenis came by here this morning.
Oh, it's me, Dr. Rosenpenis.
Yeah, and he was here to help a few individuals that we had stop in for the Great American Smokeout and give up the habit for good. And we will see how it turns out with them. If you are interested, go to quititnow.com and reach out to Dr. Rosenberg because he will give you $100 off if you mention WMMR.
Damn good.
On the session. You get a recording of the session and you get to, it's like an ongoing process. You go through this once and you have this recording, you listen to it over and over, and it, over time is going to help you get rid of the desire to smoke cigarettes as well. So, and vape too, or pretty much anything he can help you out with. So make sure you check that out, quititnow.com. And then we have Patrick Warburton in the studio, who was excellent.
He wanted to stay.
Yeah, he plays Mayor Wind Dancer in Zootopia 2. It's going to be out in theaters on November 26th. And we had some time with him today, which is great.
Great.
And we also had cheese sticks here in our studio. I want to thank our friends at Gazzo's for coming by today. And Soul Joel's as well. And they were promoting the Greater Philadelphia Cheesesteak Festival. It's not coming along until April 26th, but it will be at Soul Joel's in Pottstown. If you want to get the details, you can check out both of their websites, souljoels.com or gazzosticks.com, because they're doing this in conjunction with each other. But they had brought in phenomenal sandwiches. So thank you guys, Gazzos, for getting up early and creating those and bringing them to us this morning to eat and share and all that good stuff. It was wonderful. Sarah Parker is here today.
It's never too early to eat a cheesesteak,
Never,
right?
never.
Never.
How you doing in your leopard print?
Yes.
Feeling
rare.
like a wild animal.
I'm feeling good. Last night, Brett and I were at that Luke Spiller show at the Ardmore Music Hall. Exquisite.
Yeah.
I mean, he's such a fantastic songwriter. And it was really cool to see because I've seen the Struts plenty of times and I've seen him with the full band and interacting with them and a big stage to play with. This was the opposite. He had someone on piano who was insanely talented and then Philly's own Nick Perry and a smaller stage. And he's still just... He's such a star. Such a star.
He was talking about, he had just done the first version of this show in New York just a day or two before when we talked to him yesterday, and he was definitely like moved to tears. I think it was something that he was even a little unsure of how it would be received, but Sounds like it was received well last night.
It was, and I think that's because, and he mentioned on stage that it's more personal material for him. It's a lot of ballads, so just the content of it is super emotional. And then it was emotional for us at the Ardmore Music Hall because that's where the very first Pierre Presents was with the Struts.
Yeah.
And Luke did mention Pierre a couple of times on stage, which was sweet. And I know Pierre was really looking forward to that show, but everyone had a blast. And a lot of listeners came up to us afterwards, had really nice things to say.
Excellent.
So thank you for that.
All right. Well, we need to get a alert of the day from you. You ready?
Let's.
Here we go.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.
Now, the Daily Letter.
The Preston and Steve Show is brought to you today by the letter
A, as in apprehension.
All right. And we're going to give away a $500 Nebraska gift card, and you can skip the stress this Thanksgiving. Nebraska Brazilian Steakhouse has your full holiday feast covered, and roasted turkey and all your favorites have come along. So it's ready to go. Pre-order now, and you can make it a Thanksgiving to remember with Nebraska in Horsham and Center City, Philadelphia, online at Nebraska.com. All right, what's going on today, Sarah?
Just cruising along till 3 o'clock when Brent Porsche arrives. So you can text or call 610-660-9333. I do know that today is Joe Walsh's birthday, so we'll definitely find some time to celebrate that.
There's a lot to pick from.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, thank you, Sarah. And I want to thank our sponsors. Preston and Steve Show brought to you today by Dunkin', and the Preston and Steve Show runs on Dunkin'. Also brought to you by Acme Markets, fresh foods, local flavors. And by United Tire and Service. Buy 2 or more tires and get $50 off any other service. United Tire and Service. Don't drive alone. Drive United. So for No Sad Bro Friday, we'll check in with our friends at 6ABC. And we'll also have in the studio comedian Jiang Summers. So stopping by. So in that, and we have Connoisseur and all things we need to get rid of. We will make sure we have your chance to win tomorrow. That's it. We're done. Rage on. Have a great day in the morning. We'll see you tomorrow, friend. Bye-bye.